offensive coordinator at Georgia, was with me my first 2 years at Arkansas, and he scripts the first, in theory, 10 to 15 plays. So I know he's not only gone through them last night, the night before, but it's something that Fromm at least knows what's coming at him, and can't speak for on behalf of Oklahoma, but I do think the more they can put those Georgia players that this is their first time, big environment, the better off they're all going to be.
What do you think Coach Chaney's approach is going to be against Oklahoma's defense?
Well, for the most part,
what does that script look like?
I would bet it's a heavy dose of runs. It's going to be turn around, hand the ball, and let those guys run. They got not just 2, 3, or 4 guys that can really run the football. With that being said, some of the passes I expect earlier, bootlegs, some play action, some things where he doesn't have to get back and read third down coverages or pressures and stuff like that.
It's you have really 2 sets. Haven't been against Coach in the Liberty Bowl at the end of last season. Really he and his wife, really you could tell they were growing into doing it and really did a great job at the bowl game, even that was his first job as a head coach. And so it's not surprising to me that Georgia's done as well as what they've done, going back to his alma mater, and then also hiring people like Sam Pittman and Coach Chaney, putting them in guys that are veteran coaches that have been there before, been in those kind of situations. And most of these coaches have all been in high-profile games, which I think they'll handle this very well.
You talked about the young quarterback in Fromm. Do you want him out there if you win the toss, or do you want that defense of Georgia to be the first ones to take the field?
I would not want Oklahoma's offense out there.
Good point. There you go.
Give me the ball. Try to keep it away from him as long as you want.
Keep away starts early, right?
Yes,
Oklahoma's
absolutely.
kicking off, so either I would have had to said that possibly they would have taken the ball, but it looks like either one deferred and one took it. So be interested to see how this whole thing starts. We're going to see right off the bat.
Well, can we find out who won the toss?
You guys have that information, who won the toss?
I'm assuming Oklahoma won it.
Yeah, but was there someone defer? We were too busy talking in here. We didn't catch that.
I would think Oklahoma would have took it, honestly.
I think you're right.
They got the ball. So Georgia may have took it just to keep it away from them.
The first time we played Oklahoma, we took the ball, and we went 3 and out. Then the second time, I said defer, and just so you try your best to do the right thing. And
yeah, we deferred because Mayfield wasn't starting, and so we wanted to see if the other kid could handle that situation.
That's a great idea.
They scored in three plays.
Sinise.
That didn't work either.
Gary Sinise, yeah.
It was a run play.
Yeah.
It was a run play that got him down there. So.
Run him out of the gate.
They fooled him right off the bat. They came out in 10 personnel.
Right back into it.
Or you're going to motion that tight end in and run a power or divide zone. See if he goes across the formation here. There he goes. Linebacker field, play action.
That's exactly what I'd have done with a freshman quarterback.
Put it in the air. High percentage throw the hitch.
That's right.
That's right.
Let a 6-yard turn into 12
Well,
yards. Yeah.
they motion him in so they see what Oklahoma's adjustment is. See how they're going to motion down to a 2-back play, and then they throw the football so they can come back and run it
What
later.
they're doing from the line of scrimmage, so this is a little bit different, right? Georgia had been a traditional huddle-up team, but here they're going right from the line of scrimmage.
Well, no, here comes the blitz from the field here.
We got double.
Not again. All right. Ooh,
Come right back to it.
They rolled to it. They went zone blitz. They went 3 deep coverage here. You can see 19 rolling down the box, and the safety rolled down to the field. And then you got the free safety rolling the difference the one thing you're always going to get when you get that later in the game, you're either going to get the short post or you're going to get the short slant to the boundary because they see the safety rolling out of the middle of the field. So that'll be something we'll look at later on.
They're going to have to get to the hitch and go quick.
Yeah, I was going to say double
hit
move.
the double move.
He was sitting on it, wasn't he?
So this is pretty interesting.
Second
Everybody's-
time he was.
So here
And
comes the
Georgia
nasty
wants
bunch trips that you and I are talking about. See if we don't get a counter or we don't get a toss here.
Good versus man.
Yep, run the zone cutback.
It's interesting they're not huddling. Because you would think everybody was talking about Georgia wants to take as much time in the line of scrimmage. They're calling everything from the line of scrimmage here without a huddle. Kind of plays into their hands, I would think.
This is good news for Oklahoma right here, stopping them on 2nd and 10 with this run, though.
Yeah, because they held their ground.
Gary, how many calls do you guys have? If somebody's going to go no huddle on you guys like that, you're going to double call things or just?
No, a lot of times we'll actually check out of a blitz or something when people get big, depending on what we think they're trying to get done with it. But usually we're always going to have a zone blitz, a man blitz, and then a base
Got
defense.
the pressure nice.
Be able to play what they need to play. Was that 3rd down?
That's 3rd and 7.
That's 2nd down. Play.
Holding up pretty well early.
Yep.
This was second down right here, right?
Yeah, this
but
is
it's
their
third down,
second.
4th and 7 now.
Yeah. To me, I think they said a lot about their freshman quarterback. They come back in 3rd and 7, they ran the football. I think they said it early. We're going to let our defense get on the field, and that's what been one of our strengths is, and not make sure that we don't.
This is going to be a huge year. There's a hidden yardage. The return game is going to be big. Both teams have been pretty good all year long.
But this has got to be different. Look at them shift.
A lot of movement.
Directional punting.
Let them away, kicked it in the end zone. I'd say that's a small victory for
Win.
Oklahoma right now.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know, it's interesting you're talking about Chaney with them scripting the plays and all that. Let's not forget that Lincoln Riley is an old Mike Leach guy.
Yeah.
And you know, I was with Lincoln for 7 years at Texas Tech and always scripted around 20 to 24 plays to start the game. Now, when you have a guy like Baker Mayfield, he's going to be given the authority to be able to check anytime he wants to. But for the most part, they've been working that same the same script here for about 2 weeks as well.
You know, I just find it extremely interesting that they're calling it at the line of scrimmage. That's against everything that I believe that they've done.
Why is that interesting? The fact that it's a young quarterback, or it's just against, or both?
They're
against their system as
They're
well.
doing it different.
They're doing it different. So if you huddle up, you make a call, you might have a dual call where it's a run here or a pass here or strong run versus weak run. But if you're doing it at the line of scrimmage, you're allowing no substitution. So you're controlling the defense in that regards. But also at the line of scrimmage, you're trying to get in the best possible look or play at the line of scrimmage based on what they're showing you.
Well, and the other part is, and I haven't seen Georgia as much as I've seen Oklahoma, but everything I've heard is win with defense, play action, run the football, use up time, make it a shorter game.
Shorter the game.
And when you go no huddle, then so now you're playing Big 12 defense.
Yeah,
You know,
and we're 3-0, so you might see a different approach the next series.
So Dana, you talked about the fact that Lincoln Riley may script as well, the old
Yes, he does.
Mike Leach concept. He does the same thing. What do you anticipate that script looking like?
Well,
Like you said,
they're
he
going
might be
to do the
able to
same
check out
stuff
most
that's
everything, right?
got them to be the number one offense in potentially the history of college football. Now, I mean, their yards are there, their points are there, their efficiency is there. They're not going to go too far from where they're at. It's been interesting to watch Lincoln's career a little bit. When he went to East Carolina, he was true air raid. He was true Mike Leach. You know, and when he went to go work for Coach Stoops at Oklahoma, you know, Bill Biedenbo's their offensive line coach. He was with me at Texas Tech and at West Virginia. They're going to run the football.
Two backs.
Yeah, and Cale Gundy has been a staple in this offense for Oklahoma for 15, 20 years, and he's coaching 30 Andrews, and he's coaching the fullback.
And Flowers.
Right, so they're going to run the football. I mean, Baker, he's not going to sit back there and throw the ball 50, 60 times unless he has to. Then they're capable of doing
Yeah,
it.
I think there's a big thing coming up this week, too. You don't know. He missed, obviously, because of the illness. And the illness, I mean, during those press conferences, I mean, he sounded raspy. You know, it had to be something that was.
He didn't look right in the eyes.
You know, so I'm just the pure conditioning.
He'll
He
be
hasn't
right.
been, even though he's a
Look
fit,
right.
and he'll be great. But
He'll be great.
how much has he
He'll be
been doing
fine.
it?
He'll be just fine. He's played how many games?
Deathbed six better
Lincoln
than a
will
lot of
have his specialty plays where he's going to try to pick on certain players by formations in their offense. You can see already. See, it looks like they
Gary,
already
how much
This is a
are they
formation.
they have
I
a
haven't
speed
seen.
factor guy at the H receiver, which the number 3 receiver, which they
Better get
normally
that
don't
same
have.
Right now, you
in
got
the
Flowers.
box.
and
They got
Might be
five
motioning
inside
here in a
here.
minute.
They're really, truly right now, Gary.
Here, see, it's
12 personnel.
motioning.
There they go.
See, that's number 5, isn't it? Usually
Their
he's an
fullback
extra
and their
Z.
tight end are out wide right there.
You got Andrews and you got Flowers up top, right? So they're in a 12 personnel set, and they're going.
That's correct.
And that's the thing that makes it so difficult for defenses. They can line up in what it looks to be a 4 wide set with 2 big bodies. So they'll play 2 tight ends, wide wing, 3 wides, 4 wides, empty.
You're in every
Keep the same
personnel
guys on the
group.
field. Yeah,
You're in every personnel group in 12
and you
personnel.
just go.
They're in
See, look at
it's the same
36 here.
person,
Watch
same
him-
personnel
See,
group.
watch him go down the middle. See right here? See, that's a red zone play for them. Play action out of the cheap play, out of the cheap power play, and they
He was a
zone
wide
it.
receiver lined up in a 2-point
gonna-
stance. Now he's playing tight end.
So watch 36. Go down like
You're talking about that guy right there, correct?
Yes.
Watch
to the
36
bottom
at
on
the
the
tight
house.
end
Tight
position.
end.
The bottom tight end.
have a tight end.
He's going to block down, and then he's going to work right through the middle of the seam.
They just
Which is one of the plays they
seamed
run
him
in the
again,
red zone.
Gary. They
What's that?
just seamed him again.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the
Same
last one?
play.
Yeah.
Was that out of the slot?
Same. I think
Got a
it's
little of
11
that
again.
pace.
So you got you don't pay attention.
These guys are naturals at it. They do it every day.
And you don't pay attention to number 36 in the slot.
He's open again.
Well, 95 right there.
Got a holding in the middle though.
Hitch fade.
They all hold.
See if we can pick
See
up.
what? That's what we call the blaze route.
Right in the middle, I
One of
believe.
those guys like you.
The big guy across
We
the
always
middle
say
over the
that.
top.
But
That's a whole nother animal right there
Well,
too.
but that's-
With 6'5", 250.
See, what Andrews is doing there was
that's a
a
little bit
line
different.
Hands to the face right there.
I agree. Yeah.
See, you watch 81 go across. This is one of the things they do with what they call their wide receiver.
I think it might be on the defense.
He's big enough to work over the top, underneath, and then over the top. And you got a guy going right
They
down
call
the
it
middle of the
defensive
field.
hands to face, right?
Yep.
On the nose.
It's old school white cross, just
It
with
is.
just a huge body.
90,
95.
95, just
exactly.
old school white cross.
Hey, I may be a defensive guy, but I said,
You know that signal too, don't you, Gary?
no, not yet. But you just tell me I'd take it home with me.
Only from left to right.
A little swing screen.
That's smart. That's a big body.
Well, and that's the other thing about that right there is you got those big bodies on the perimeter.
Look at the
It makes it a lot easier to block with those
Yeah,
bigger
well,
bodies.
that's what, in our league, where your safety, where it looks like Georgia's got linebacker size guys out here where now 36 and 81.
This is a tight end Andrews, but he really is.
And
He
both
plays
of them, 36 is at the number 2
flex
receiver.
tight end. He's a slot receiver.
Like what Coach Patterson was just saying, that's two big bodies blocking the perimeter.
Yeah, but now you got
It's the same
81.
set.
Now watch the slot down here. You got to watch for the pop pass, though, of 36.
Gonna
Watch him
drop.
in the slot receiver here.
Has to drop it down.
You got to be very careful about him going down the middle of the field here. Here comes the counter.
Wow.
What a ball fake. Make the ball disappear. That was fantastic fake right
It
there.
was.
That's pretty efficient.
I'm not sure they dropped the ball that
Is it-
series.
this-
Did
this-
the ball hit the ground?
No.
How
It
about the
didn't,
ball
did it?
handling here?
Only on the
Here's
penalty.
this.
Yeah, he rode
Well, you
the
about
ball
thought it was going to be a
down.
fumble because he held it so long.
Well, they're trying to hold the safety on the backside hash, and his eyes kind of get lost in the fake. You can see him working to the boundary here, and he hesitates, and you gain leverage with the receiver.
Lost
Major, you said he's trying to hold that guy right there?
No, the safety's
One on
holding
the
his
hash,
disguise.
the H.
On the right
Other
side.
Okay.
So he's trying to hold his disguise to not let the quarterback know he's in halves coverage, and he kind of gets held inside the hash a little bit. He chops his feet on the play fake.
I'll tell you what,
Now you
interesting
gain
play here
leverage.
too. Watch the defensive outside backer 17. He's just going to submarine. He's giving up his soul. All right, so he's going to submarine the puller. Well, now there's no contain out there to the wide side on any play action pass.
That's hard.
Just because he tries to cross arm or go low.
Yep.
Which this is also a
Now
great
you
route
lost your
versus too
contain.
deep, running a post corner route.
Gary, what do you think about the half-field player backpedaling into the end zone, though? Shouldn't
Yeah,
he
you
just
know,
came off the...
No, don't. That's the cardinal rule. Do not ever backpedal into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean,
You got to be like a linebacker when you get inside the 15.
You know who are you talking about?
talking about the
The
half-field
safety
player that
right there, right by the 2-point conversion line. You know, they're trying to show like they may be blitzing from the field, so they're rotating everything, and they're holding their disguise. And
That guy right there.
That guy.
They're going to slingshot it back to cover 2 into the boundary, and he holds his disguise a little bit, and then like Dino said, he gets too much depth, and the route beats him on leverage.
He should be holding. He should be.
flat.
He should be staying right now, and he should be jumping this thing from the line, goal line. Boom! He should be all over it by him
much
backing
area.
up.
His
Giving too
eyes
much
needs to go
space.
out there, and he needs to cover him.
Again, I think the biggest breakdown here from a defense point of view is you lost your contain. Your contain player submarine. So they made a decision. That's how they're taking out blockers. They're going to submarine and rip through that inside knee. But that should also be the player that may have the contain. And because Baker is able to come out here, 1,001. If you go real time, 1,001, 1,002. Now he's able to get the ball
If you're
out.
going to do that, you're going to have to bring your linebacker to that guy. Somebody's got to, or if you don't get in his face, then you're going to have a long day because he's going to run it the next time if the guy's not open.
Now here's the crazy thing.
Yeah, let's
If
go
he'd
back to
handed-
that
if he'd
big
handed
play down the
ball
middle
off,
of the
he still
field
would've
that
got
we
4
actually.
Yeah, because it looked like he was free.
Still would've got 4
Second
yards.
puller was free, right?
So they hit 36 on the bootleg, and then what was the tempo play right
And the
back?
tailback still got through with the.
You have to handle it.
Seam route. The first
You have to handle
one.
counter.
Run RPO, right?
You don't handle the gap scheme and the counter scheme against Oklahoma, you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Guys, could we get to that big play?
How long have they been running the gap scheme? I mean the
That's a
counter.
fifth-year quarterback, though.
that new-
Explain, Gary, the gaps scheme to
Well,
us.
I
They've been
mean,
doing it since.
Where they're going to pull they're either going to pull what we call power OU. They're going to pull the fullback or the tight end and the guard, or they're going to pull their tackle and their guard.
Could be
Most
two
of the time, they're going to pull 2 people and they're going to block a zone. They don't care who runs through. They're going to block a zone. Oh, see, here he is.
Here's
Here's
that
right here.
pass.
That was the second one. That was the
This
second
is
one.
the.
Here's that play that we.
Yeah, this
This
is
is right after the
See,
one.
this is not a play they run just against Georgia. This is a play that we worked on. This is just a normal play that they do every day in their offense.
And 36 isn't a burner, but he's deceptive. He's a great route runner, so he knows he's creeping
Watch him
off
block
the line,
down.
and now he just swims right past the linebacker He knows where the coverage is.
Let's not forget the accuracy of the quarterback right here. That's not an easy throw right
No,
there.
it's not.
Especially for a 6-foot kid.
And you know what? And to that side, usually they do it opposite. Usually they do it to their right. The motion goes the other direction, and they throw it to their right where it's his hand. This one's back to his left.
This is right after the other play.
Head of
Yes.
this player,
And the free. Look at the safety sitting deep at the 45-yard line.
free should make
All three of them got fooled by the play action.
You got one safety thinking it's run back to the boundary, the other thinking it's sweep.
Dana, what were you saying about the accuracy?
Well, I mean, just being able to drop that over the linebackers, but not high enough to where the free can come over and make that play. I mean, that's why he's the best player in college football, because he makes plays like this.
His luck really affected his throwing right there.
Yeah, right. Well, this could be a flu game too, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Hey, they did. It might put him in a situation where he concentrated better, because he didn't have everything else going on.
Plus the relief. All
Maybe they did it on purpose.
Here we are back live again, guys. Here's the kick.
I would say it's not the way Georgia wanted to start.
It'd be interesting to see if they come out and they no huddle again.
It will be.
Is Coach Chaney still in his script? How many plays is that?
Well, I think
Dozen?
because they were going from the line of scrimmage, my guess is they probably weren't doing a script. I think they normally do, but we didn't play them this year, but we used their opponent as a common opponent quite a bit because their offense was similar to ours. Here's the huddle, obviously coming out.
All right.
Did you like the way this youngster started?
Time to start going.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah, this looks like Georgia.
We should have had
offense.
two, quite
So
honestly.
that's a tight end motion, and here comes the
Drop
toss.
ball.
Well, I thought it was going to be a toss. What we call the cardinal toss. There it is.
Ooh, my goodness. You see the block right there on the crackback?
It's, to me, just
See a
keep
couple more runs in this
keep
series.
staying with this. Keep staying with
Show that crackback block right there.
The cardinal toss to me, and what she calls is 2 down and 2
Watch
pull.
87. Watch 87
So
here.
watch 87 and the wide receiver block down, and the tackle and 83 are going to
You're going to
pull.
rut row this kid right here.
Well, they're blocking down, and the fullback and the tackle are pullers. So you got 2 down. One goes to the linebacker, one goes to the end. And then you have the tackle and you have the fullback that pull.
The guy got a mouthful of flippers. What he
Good job by the left guard, too.
It was.
Reach that 4
This will be a play action.
Did they huddle it there?
Let's see if we don't get a boot across the field here. Nope.
Keep going.
That setup, you watch the wide receiver is going to be dragging underneath here. And the tight end's going to go vertical later on in the game here after that setup.
What do you think they're setting up here?
See, he's going to motion down. They're going to fake and they're going to boot, and they're going to take 5 across the field. Tight end's going to go vertical. Out for every run, play act, every these kind of runs, you always got to think in your mind, okay, well, what's going to be their play action on
It's going
it?
to look just like it and
Yeah.
do something different.
That was 1st and 10 on both safeties.
And you need to be talking on your sidelines about that play and what's going to happen. What's the play that's going to happen off of it?
Ouch.
I'm telling you, it was too ouch.
Yeah, they're not going to.
They're not going to throw the ball again.
Coach Bielema, you said ouch.
Well, just the gas here.
It went to a
Tackle
3.
comes up, climbs up to the second level, about 71. 71 clubs him and brings around 74. They're retaining the block off there. Now he climbs up, gets his backer, and watches grass right
This is
there.
a special deal.
Well,
for
the
four
linebacker,
eyes.
see, watch the linebacker on 74. He needs to fit underneath because you got the outside linebacker fitting on the outside.
Outside in.
He needs to fit inside of this, inside the puller. Now, we just watched him come in here. This time, see, they went play action.
Quarters.
Nine's got to be careful. He's another freshman in the ball
He's a
game. He's a good
freshman.
player.
I think he's
You
going to
know,
be real good.
Yeah.
What did they want on this play action?
I think he wants the post.
He's just
The guy
reading
played
it.
inside.
They're just
The guy
reading
played
it.
inside. They played quarters.
They come across.
Yeah, I'm not sure that number 1 receiver wasn't supposed to run a corner.
Quarters on the back end.
Yeah, but what you're going to see before we're done,
You're
you're going
reading
to
his
see the guy
safety.
running a corner route. See the inside guy take the inside route? You're going to see him go back to the corner here in a
Back
little
switch
bit.
out.
No doubt.
Because
If he plays that far
they're
inside,
playing it
yeah,
like
Play
man.
action.
Yeah.
Got him.
Tried to.
Got him.
That was just old-fashioned sit route. He's reading the safety on that, the boundary X. Can he get over the safety, or does he have to sit down? Can you go back on that? Second. Boundary receiver is just reading.
Really, the first 2 back straight downhill run action.
This is old school pass. 15 man.
Well, the thing they're doing is, they're going to get a post here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Major, who'd you say he was reading?
Normally in the quarter safety, they're reading that safety there. if he can get by him, take off. But right here, it's man coverage, so the corner's on top, so he has to sit it down. That's good timing by the quarterback.
It's 3 action.
Yep.
That's 3 play actions in a row.
That was an impressive drive.
They did slow that down, though, Coach. They were in a huddle most of
Yep.
the time. And
This little follow run right here, right? So they get
Somebody
lost.
has to be swing deep at 3. See, there's the problem here is you got a guy going. They got the linebacker to step across, but usually the guy that's going to have to cover this guy. And there's nobody with him. See the same.
Gary, explain to us what you just said.
Well, we call it swing deep at 3, which is you count from outside in. So they brought the number 2 guy across, and they got the safety and the linebacker to move. But see, the linebacker got caught up in the play action. So he's looking at the quarterback and watch the tailback's now number 3. So when he comes out, he play actions, he's going to come out weak. They drag the ex-receiver across to take the corner out of the play. There's nobody left. You have to either have a safety responsible on the backside or you have to have the linebacker with his eyes right if you're going to play man concept, which basically they ended up in a man concept.
Great job by Chaney here. This is a designed, obviously, with a motion. He saw the look he wanted. As soon as that guy ran with the motion, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with the ball on the follow through with the running back there, and actually hesitated a second. I think number 9 was supposed to probably grab him there.
Which they're picking on the freshman a little bit here.
This is the
they are
play.
the corner.
Play
13.
action.
And they did it 3 times in a row, and you're exactly
Where's the
right.
play
That
action
corner
prior
was
to the
inside 3 times in a row, 13, because he's scared about getting beat over the top. They're going to run a corner here.
Number 2 is going to come in inside and going to go back to the corner route. You're going to
How
get
did this play tie in with the touchdown? Was this, I mean, just a matter of play action off the run, but
Yeah, well, that's 2 back there. The other one was just a 1
Well,
back.
see, also the normal person would not understand this. You're trying to make a defensive call. Well, 83 is a tight end, so you're calling a 21 personnel call, but they're actually lining up in a 20 personnel call, meaning 3 wideouts, no tight ends. So the call now has to be where you have enough flexibility that you can get yourself, because they can actually make the defense be outflanked because if you don't get lined up, and then they motioned into a 21 personnel look.
You know what's interesting about this is both Oklahoma and Georgia are doing everything out of 12 personnel. But Oklahoma's doing it with their 12 personnel people as wide receivers, as opposed to Georgia doing it with true
They had a
traditional.
little 21 in there. They're mixing some 21 in there with the true fullback.
Well, really, and that's what 36 kind of
Yeah,
is.
he's a
kind
hybrid.
of he lines up as a fullback. But what happens? It's really hard for defenses unless you can be multiple in your calls. So when they line up in a 20 personnel, here's what the call is:
20 personnel being
2 back, 3 wideouts. Whereas like Oklahoma's lining up, they're lining up in 12 personnel, but they lined up in 11, 10, which is 1 back, 4 wideouts. They're lining up in all what you would consider small sets with 4 wideouts, 1 back, and then so you're supposed to make a call that's going to handle 2 tight ends on the line with a running back, or 4 or 5 wideouts, which they could be an empty, and that's what's made Oklahoma the last 2 years with 36 and 81 or so multiple to get lined up to, because as a defense, you want to be able to outflank them, and it's really hard to outflank them because they can be lined up in any formation personnel group that they want to be in.
So the quick adjustment for Georgia is what? I mean, we all want to know that question.
How many wins did they have?
Good luck. That's what makes that offense so hard to stop. It's all perimeter based. It's perimeter based and it's pop passes. And so how do you stop that? Well, you don't bite on play action, and then that's when they start running the football. So they're hard to defend because of that.
Well,
The key here, though, to Georgia, the more they can establish, and I think they'll get to it here, the more they can establish a run game, it actually more benefits their run pass game, because everything, all the players start reactionary to the run. I got to feel the run, got to feel the run. All of a sudden, they're going to get beat over the top, or like a follow route right there that we just saw. But don't lose sight now. I mean, they went a 3 and out, and then they came back in and responded that way. That's a big deal for that freshman quarterback, because if he would have had another 3 and out, now they start flinching a little bit.
How hard is that, Coach? I mean, the run sets that you see Georgia using in under center, not no huddle, motion, shift, as opposed to what Oklahoma's seen all year in the Big 12 in terms of back offset left, back offset right, not multiple tight ends, not motions.
Well, it's hard, just like getting ready for Stanford for us. Their tight ends the same way. They're 4 wideouts, or they're in 22 personnel where they could be 2 back, 2 tight ends, and they're running the power. And so you'd want to have a whole month like we had, and that's what we had our first practice. My first middle drill didn't have anything to do with 10 or 11. Had to do with 22.
Right.
22 or 23, which was 3 tight ends and 2 backs. you got to get your kids ready for that kind of ball game, and you got to start from the very beginning.
So if a defense is playing an offense that has multiple personnel groupings, you're going to tell them whatever personnel grouping you should expect these plays, right?
Or do formations.
Now if they're a group that only stays in one personnel grouping, then you got to teach them about
multiple.
formations, right?
Well, see, and that's one of the reasons why on defense in our place, and Dana knows this, he's gonna laugh and say that you have to play plays.
Yeah.
You got to, when they line up in a certain formation, no matter what the personnel, here's the X amount of plays. That's why I was saying to you with number 5 here, he never lines up in the H position for Oklahoma.
That's the same
Unless they
thing.
do that, or they throw vertical to him. Okay? And so you got to teach your guys, this guy lines up here, here's what's happening. If you just want to play vanilla and treat them all the same, it's not gonna turn out.
This is how they started the game right here with this motion right here, and they handed the ball off. Probably saw that they didn't cover
It was wide open. Nobody covered him the very
Exactly.
first time. And
And
I sat there and I said,
I watched you smile. I already knew it. I watched you smile. You already knew what was going to happen.
I'm trying.
Got him the first down.
Take it down, pick it up. Yep.
And people don't give Anderson, that's a big back now. That's 230 to 240 pounds that came on the scene the last half of the season that nobody gives any credit for. Now look at this. So they got
now they're in the
three
trade
back. They
formation.
win 3 backs. You got everybody,
One-to-one.
2 tight ends, and they took their shot to number 5. There's one of their shots. Corner did a nice job for Georgia.
They did.
Did a nice job. Stayed over the top.
the head coach.
Yep.
Yeah, he's saying play action. It's one of the great things about being on the same sideline to where they throw.
You can coach them in
Coach 'em up
in
the air.
play.
Exactly.
No movement.
Back to a traditional.
Throw it.
Trap. Didn't that front side guard come across?
But watch.
Sure, that wasn't just a
See,
doggone
well,
jump.
watch him. You watch. He runs away from the guy. You think the smallest guy you tackle, 20 yards before. Anderson's
That's
a
how somebody
big.
came across. Right
Anderson's a big
Oh,
back.
you're right. You nailed it.
Switching it all.
You know, he was really highly recruited out of high school, Katy High School in Texas. We all know what kind of program that is.
Big time.
He was just hurt earlier in his career.
Switching between.
Jump.
That dude's hard to tackle though out there. You know that.
Well, Georgia's, I've seen big backs, in their league. So here's what you get into. See now, look how fast they just went. So now you got to get lined up. You just ran.
That's snapping
40
the ball
yards,
quick.
40 yards, and here we go.
Ouch.
Down
So
there.
that right there looked like SEC football, did it not, Brett?
Okay.
Just running the ball between the tackles like that.
Very true. I tell you, that center, that was a
Looks
heck
to
of a
me
play
like
by that
we've been
center.
having
Doesn't
some high
it?
school-
They're good up front.
I think so.
They're good up front. Their left tackles and All-American. Their centers, first team All-Big 12. They got good players up front.
All 5. It's the best offensive line since 2008 with Bradford. It was the best offense that I've played against. It's one of the things about being there 20 years. It's the best offense in Oklahoma since 2008 when they played for the national championship, when they had Sam Bradford and they had Gresham at the tight end.
Did they win?
They still did the
McCoy,
same stuff.
and they got beat in the final
They had
game.
Gresham and Millard was the fullback. They did
You
the
guys
same
well played them.
stuff.
Yeah, they
with
did.
12 personnel.
Had they ever run
Same
that center
stuff.
trap play like that? That's a pretty
Yes.
unique. That's a pretty unique
That
look.
that was something that came on last half of the season.
Really?
They didn't run it early in the season.
Go back to that play. Can you go back to that play? Your clickers. Nothing like
that ball in there, man.
We're watching ball. You can't have a dead clicker. Where's our video guy?
That back got hit on the 4-yard line.
Here's that touchdown
There's no
you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
We missed our clicker died for a couple of seconds, but
Yeah, this is just
nobody in the
this is
B-gap.
just-
Straight
this is
inside.
It's got to be a
zone.
bust. There's either they're pushed far,
Where's B gap?
three's too far to the left, or the backside of A gap and B gap. It gets right here. You'll see the center take up.
right here.
Yep, there'll be a hole there in a second because they push the 3 technique by, or the center by the hole. See the A gap disappears.
Somebody's got.
See, both the
Now the B
guard,
gap is open technically, but there's
the
nobody
guard
there.
and the center are going to work up to the linebacker right here.
I would assume 3 is supposed to rock back. Would you not?
Yes. Well, look at the
Center,
Safety.
Well, look at the linebacker on the
Look at
right
that.
side.
Look at 24 on his heels, though, Gary. If he doesn't feel
Or
quick.
it looked like he knew what was.
Well, again,
the ball.
when you get inside the 10-yard line, your safeties have to be linebackers because everybody
better
else,
be.
The ball's on the 7-yard line here. Somebody's supposed to be in that gap, and I don't know if it's going to be the 3 you got two options here. Either three's got to rock back and see that guy coming from outside into our right here, or 24 is supposed to be down.
One of the things you get into that's hard for coaches, Kelly, is, and for all of us, is that, on Thursdays in our practice, especially in this league, I have to call a game. We have our Thursdays, our GA scripted practice. What happens is we walk on the field and all I hear is first down 11 personnel, because coaches are the ones that really have to get ready for a no-huddle offense. Not as much the players as the coaches, because you're not used to calling defenses as fast as what you have to call them when you call them in a game, any game, especially somebody like Oklahoma. Baylor used to be that way in our league. Dana can go very fast at West Virginia. If you're not careful.
An interesting point here, too. They can put the ball wherever they want. They want the ball in the middle of the field. They want it. You know what I mean? A lot of times coaches are going to want
Why
it.
would they want that?
Well, probably to limit.
You never get it there.
Yeah, you never get the ball in the
Well,
middle of the
you
field.
never get it
In college football, the ball is played so much on the hash.
Here comes a boot. There's going to be a boot or play action out of this.
And you kind of limit a defense. There may be a boundary pressure or a field pressure team, and you put the ball in the middle, they don't do either.
They're going to have to get into a 4-3 scheme here, because, see, they're in a 4-2 scheme. 4-2 scheme here, and there's a cutback all the way here. Oh, they're in a 50 defense.
Push them way up front.
They don't see this every day. They just don't.
They don't
see it. They don't see the motions. They don't see the gap fits.
Major
Hard to
absolutely
play
is.
man coverage.
Flip
with
side,
this
they've
team.
known them for 3 weeks. They're going to play like this, but they don't.
Who does it?
Who plays like that? Unless they bring in a scout team look.
Yeah, do you go get an NFL team to be your scout team?
You got to get into a 4-down front.
Yeah, to stop that.
Yeah, if you want to be gap control, you got to get into a 4-man front. And right now, even on the long run we saw on the first drive, they cut back the backside. They were in a 3-down front look.
Well, you saw a second ago when Coach was talking about the right tackle engulfing the 4-eye, and they hit the stretch earlier. I mean, there's not very many sideboards to that defense when you're playing inside of the edge of the tackle.
See, now watch the motion.
There it is again, 71 on the right.
You got to fly. Nice play. This is a really nice play by the safety here.
What's the purpose of the move here? You move two guys pre-snap.
Get
It's
them
all into the
gain
boundary.
leverage.
So you got 4 into the boundary now. Now you're coming out with a bounce.
Plus, they want to see if you'll recall your front. They want to see if they'll recall your front. Sometimes some defenses won't recall their fronts. So offense will line up, and if you don't recall your front, then they'll do it all day long.
To start off with, you had 4 receivers into the boundary, and now at the snap, you got 3 to the field, and it's a hard adjustment to make in a shorter fashion.
It's just a high
Even-
recognition. You show it to them at the last second as opposed to letting them see it for 15 seconds.
Even the subtle stuff of what Georgia just did there, of lining up there in 4 wides, but they lined up in tight. They're looking right now to see how you're lining up to what we call tight fits, stack looks, because people will play their coverages different by whether you're wide open.
3-man rush here, too. This is 8-man drop.
It was a good job by the quarterback because they rolled the coverage the other way, so they went to 3 cloud to the field, and he hit the
Because
flat route.
31 needs to be dropping. That's his play right out here. That's his play. But see, they kind of got him outflanked, because watch what we call the younger route. Watch the tight end.
10 play action.
Yep.
Good out. He's playing well.
Yes, he is.
He's playing well.
That's a
Freshman.
play.
Yes.
Yep.
He's playing well.
You can see he's well prepared by Coach Chaney.
Yes, he is.
They're well prepared.
You're talking about Fromm?
Yeah. Really, I mean, you just watch you just the authority in the throw.
Let him slide up. I mean, most
He's not
quarterbacks.
kind of guessing.
Yeah, I mean, this is not
mean, what would you
ideal
think,
ball
Dana?
mechanics
Don't
right
you-
there, but
That's the way he's throwing the ball.
A lot of young kids right here would step up and force this thing down.
or just throw it because it's a shot. He does a great
Correct.
job of saving his coordinator and dropping it down and
Well,
saying,
it's a
"Hey,
first down.
Watch the two
First down
safeties
play.
for Oklahoma ran into each other back here. They didn't know which way they were supposed to be rolling that time.
I think you're going to see somebody come wide open here pretty soon, just because they're."
See, now look, go back here. They got
find them.
4. They got 4 to a side down here. They got 2 guys going vertical. One guy sits down. They got a running back and a guy dragging across the field here. They're going to get 4. They're going to inundate. They're going to inundate the boundary side zones over here. Watch the guy come all the way across the field to wide out. So what they did is they ran everybody off, and then they bring the guy underneath here, which is what's the hard part. The only way you can handle that is the linebacker of the field has to carry it across because you don't have enough defenders. You don't have enough defenders into the boundary to be able to
Carry
do
that guy there?
Yeah, you have to carry that guy across, at least on your underneath zones. See how the linebacker stayed on the hash? The one standing right by the referee, he's standing on the hash. Everybody else got ran off. What happens to happen, because the one linebacker sank with the vertical, then somebody's going to have to carry, they're going to have to carry this guy across the field. You don't have enough people.
People don't. If you pause it right there with the running back in the backfield, that's really a tight
Give me
trip
a
set there.
headache right here.
But people don't classify it that because it's not the traditional cluster. So they're not making a cluster adjustment here, which makes the guy Boyd here when he comes across.
Exactly.
It's being
1, 2,
Three-
3
three
players in the
three
median,
wideouts.
three
Got
in
those
the median
three,
area.
yep.
A lot of times they'll stand them in a little cluster, but Jim's getting the same thing accomplished here by a simple alignment. And he loves the boundary. Cheney loves the boundary.
why would he love the boundary?
Thinks that you can, predict coverages, pressures, looks.
Well, and most people, they're going to roll their coverage. They're going to keep their extra safety to the field.
Yeah.
And so you're one man short into the boundary when it comes
He'll
to
run
defense.
toss sweep into the boundary quite a bit.
We're just a little bit short here.
Here comes a blitz.
Oh my goodness.
What was it? It was third and short. First.
Second short.
Second
left
short.
guard.
Just inches.
Yeah, but he should be careful later on if this is second and short. This is also waist down. And next time they go and they think they're going to blitz, you get the ball over the top. So you better not make the same
What
play.
happens here?
Well, here's two things I think might be happening. Watch number 14 and number 9. So it's a critical short yardage here. And what they'll do a lot of times is make a move call, which will tell their defensive lineman to move their alignment from a 4-eye to a 3, something subtle. But a lot of times it's there to engage an offensive lineman to jump. And judging by the
Isn't
reaction.
that simulating the snap count, though,
Now
Coach?
see the stack?
Simulating the snap count.
It's put out there to give the defense half a chance.
So here again, Kelly, they were in a stack.
Hope all the young
They're
officials
in a
are out
stack,
there
and here's the
listening.
problem.
Bringing the
If you
same
play
pressure.
back like Oklahoma did here, okay, the problem with the stack is you also have all the hit screen. You have basically
Stack
run
out
plays.
here?
Yeah.
Both places, both sides. And so you have hit screens, so you can't just play off. So the stack actually makes people determine what their coverage is going to be when you get going. Offensive guys have gotten very good at that. The guy sitting right across the table,
And I
both
just-
of them
I
are
don't
very
see that
good
being
at it.
Georgia's game, man.
Nope.
Just don't.
I'm with you.
Why
Coach.
can't you play
Speaking
off
of giving kudos,
in a stack alignment?
They'll just throw the ball and they'll block for him. They'll take their 4 or 5 yards and go about their business.
Okay, that's good.
You know, it's a run play for them.
beers.
Very high level, high
Drop it down.
settings. There it is.
Smart play.
I got to make a play right.
Get vertical. All right. Do you
Good
kick
play.
it? You go for a 50-yarder? Or do
You guys go for it? What's your choice right here?
It all depends on their field goal kick.
Well, it's going to be, I don't know anything
Falls on
about the
32,
field goal
so it's a
kicker.
49-yarder.
You're right
just
there
scored
where
2
you're
touchdowns
potentially
on 2
probably
You
drives.
know
gonna
the
go
kicks
for it.
going that way have been going out of the back of the end zone.
Applewhite's going for it here. Coach Applewhite's all over this, right?
I'm saying that Lincoln Riley hadn't slowed down. Neither is Baker Mayfield. He seems to be healthy, and points are going to matter.
They're really good at scoring touchdowns.
You forgot,
They're good at touchdown. They're good at the touchdown
the
play.
Georgia head coach is a defensive head coach,
I
though.
know. Is this a pooch? I mean, is
So
it,
those flags are almost dead. See, so I think it's a pretty calm day there.
Pasadena weather.
Careful for a fake here.
This is not where you want to give them the football.
And did.
He missed it.
And did.
all right, so now instead of going 90, they got to go, what, 60?
From 32,
Or 70?
78,
68?
68.
We're not going to get into it.
What effect does this have on
Round
the momentum offensively that
I just think the Georgia,
kick,
well,
penalty.
but they're doing some things that aren't them. They're lining up in wide sets, spreading it, and they're throwing
Like a
hit
Georgia
screens.
offensive.
Yeah, they were coming downhill and having great success. And they set up the pass game off with their scoring drive. They came downhill with the run game, then they hit a play action pass twice in a row. And now they're throwing the ball in the perimeter. There's no play action
Oh,
fake.
don't talk to the kicker.
They get stiffed.
What do you mean? They're just a different philosophy than they had their first drive.
Exactly. Second
Yeah,
drive, the scoring drive.
the scoring drive.
I mean, stay with it. They got the second one, right? So their second one, they jump offside. So you got to come back to the sideline and say, calm down.
Again,
35, I'll get you something better. And
see, this is all wideouts now. This is actually 10 personnel. See,
Yeah, if I'm going to run that right there, I'm going to keep those big dudes in there.
those big
slide
guys
through the
out
first,
there.
which is amazing.
Watch number 2 right here. This is why you don't have
Whiteout.
the little guys in
These
there.
are
You
all
want those
whiteouts
bigger
now?
bodies.
Except for number
because
3.
they had no success with the same
one.
play with 36 and 81 as the 2 and 3 receivers against their guys. So now you came back with maybe they thought they would get them in a different coverage.
That's interesting.
Option to
Follow me? If they ran it out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's 500 pounds of blockers as opposed to.
But we saw defense, we
320
saw linebackers out on him. And this time, though, the guy made a play, but I don't think it was the same guy being the force player.
This is a receiver here in the backfield.
I think you're going to see number 6 take off with the ball here.
He's a transfer from Kentucky.
How much true speed option or inline option have you seen Oklahoma run this year?
Yeah, they have.
Do they do? Okay. I didn't know if that was a man coverage check or.
They did in the first game. They did in the second game. In instance, they came back and ran what I called the slice play, which is divide zone quarterback keep. The guy looks like he's going to block the end.
In coverage.
Look how easy he gets through that ball.
He's about as accurate as it
Run that
gets.
play back to the beginning. You can see the wide
Why don't
receiver
call for
singing,
it, yeah.
calling it before the snap of the game. Before
Is he
the
sees one?
Man free.
Is that
Another man
CC
free,
Lamb?
yeah.
Is this CC Lamb, number 9?
That's a freshman.
You know,
Watch it. See that right there?
Hey, it's the play.
Watch this. There you go.
Here's the play right
Hey,
there.
wake
There's the
up.
signal.
This is my deal.
Oklahoma's going to let the clock run out. We'll break with them. But yeah, that was pretty easy.
Well, he's just so accurate with the football.
That's what he did to us the first 3.
I don't know how you
2
defend
first
that.
downs against us. We went man.
He's ready.
That was a coverage alignment too, right?
the slant.
He got the man free. He knew he
Same
wanted
guy.
it.
Dan, he throws a catchable ball. I mean,
He's not trying to throw it through the receivers.
even the pop pass that you showed with 36 earlier when he went inside and outside the guy, it's so.
Someone was telling you you're off your mark?
Yeah, they said, hey, put your belly back on your mark. Yes,
We're
sir.
back, by the way, but let's. What kind of input you guys getting?
This is
You
not.
can't repeat
This
it?
is not safe for television. No. No. Other than I look like a young person. No.
So, if we were in a coach's film room at your respective campuses, people would have to go to the bathroom, right? I mean, Coach Patterson will eventually get back to us, we hope, right?
I think you're amazed at how long you can stay in a room with men and watch football. It's quite.
Yeah, that's right.
We had our offense coordinator Dan Enos. They called him the camel because he could go for hours without food or water.
It gets to a point where you just get up and go.
Right.
Coach Babers, I was interested in Oklahoma doesn't seem interested in going fast right now. Do you think that that's something that they will put the pedal to the metal at some point, or
I think they're going faster than what you think they
Yeah.
are.
really?
I mean, just
They're
watching
they're
the
at least
tempo.
going to the yeah.
I mean, right now they're taking a look. They're slowing it down here and taking a look. But I think they're moving
That
at a
touchdown
decent
drive,
tempo.
that last one was
Oh, there's the
really
double
fast.
move.
There goes your post that we talked about later, and they had the free safety inside out on it. Yeah, I would be reluctant to say that they're going slow.
Yeah. To me, the touchdown was
The tempo team
fast
that surprised
paced.
me is Georgia. That they're going somewhat of a tempo at the last scrimmage.
Yeah, I thought they'd really slow it down.
It's a big series.
This is
And that's the other thing to go that
Broke
fast.
the huddle, Coach Babers, to your point, at about 15.
Wow.
Don't do it. Don't. He did it. When they take that course, then they're going to get there a lot faster than running around the edge.
Look at the quarterback here.
Celebrating.
Oh, yeah. He just loves to play the game, man.
kids love playing with him.
Well, we all know that great quarterbacks make everybody around you better. But the confidence that he brings to the entire team is something that's
Georgia's got some defensive issues, so you got a defensive tackle here that's working out to a free technique. There's nobody in the A gap, and that linebacker's not scraping. It's an easy hole.
Can you run back and hold that for a second?
There's no
Dane, I got a question for you.
force to the left.
Why on Mayfield, why the right foot at that angle?
couldn't tell you. I don't know what they're telling him.
I'm not sure I've seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but all my quarterbacks are going to start doing that. Every damn one of them.
Well,
He looks comfortable doing it.
It's all looks like the linebackers are plus to the field too much, or they have to bring some type of secondary player to support.
The
left
linebackers
of the
have moved
screen.
that direction.
Correct, and now there's nothing, right now on the D tackle that's lined up on 72. He's either an A gap player or a B gap player. He runs to the B gap, which tells me, okay, that's where he's supposed to go. Now there's no one in that backside in that A gap right there.
Well, here's
And you'll see
Brett.
punch, jab. You'll see
Right, here's
50.
where I will I give Lincoln some credit on this right here, because on this particular one right there, they froze him. They used the entire play clock. They got into the right play. It looks to me because they had him in pistol. They
Right.
had Anderson in pistol.
I brought him back across.
Then they went over here because that's where you got the numbers.
He blocked too, 75. He basically reaches the A gap player on the backside. So now you really, both A gaps are void when the ball after the ball snapped. 75 jump gaps right here, and now you have 58 able to climb to the linebacker, and the hole becomes divided. I mean, it's just simple math.
And you have an All-American left tackle that can handle this
he
one-on-one.
Are they
block.
trying to read the six
I'll
technique?
let this go forward so we can get Coach Patterson caught up.
Gary, it took him about 3 plays to score again here.
Daniel, can you go back one more time? Are they trying to read that, or do you think the tight end intentionally blocked out
Read what?
the defensive
Major?
end?
Number 36.
Not on this one, though.
Because
no.
he turns out and blocks, and 71's working up to the
For
backers.
us.
This is a
There's
run
nobody
all the
blocking.
way.
This is run all.
This is a run all the way based on
The
numbers.
numbers.
It's the numbers. You're right. You were short a guy to the left.
And by the tight end blocking out, it holds the safety.
You're saying you have the guy over here, but they're not even counting that guy.
I mean, the linebacker holds the linebacker right
They
there.
know he's a quarterback
See,
player.
if you go
Watch his
back,
eyes.
24 starts in the pistol right here, and that play came in from the sideline.
Explain that to us.
They're checking it right here. They froze him on the line of scrimmage. They noticed good numbers to the left right here, and so they signaled the play into Mayfield. He gets it communicated. It's a run all the way just based on numbers there.
And what are the numbers? Explain the numbers that they
Well,
have
they're
right
pressed
here.
over to the field here to the trip side.
The defense
You
is?
got you got an A gap defender right here, which is where you want to run inside zone if you can. Hey Larry, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. And so they do a good job of freezing them, getting them in the defense that they want. Called the run, it works.
You know, what people don't realize, and I said this going into the championship game, in my 30 years, it's the first time I ever played an offense that averaged over 600 yards of offense a ball game. I mean,
They're averaging over 10 yards a play right now. In this game right here, they're averaging 11 yards a play.
Yeah,
That's-
while we
that's
have a
spectacular.
moment, Coach Larry
You're not
Fedora
losing the game
has
if you're
joined
averaging
us from North Carolina. Welcome in.
Thank you.
You're going to have to get caught up with this group.
Yeah, I will. Looks like there's been some
Feel
scoring.
free to get your word in edgewise. Don't be bashful, that's for sure.
man,
some
it
fireworks.
Looks to me, Brent, like we're getting outnumbered
A little
here.
bit. They're going offense on us.
We got 4 offense, 2 defense. I mean, that's,
Good guys, though. Real good.
you know, they are good guys. Hey,
I think it's.
Some feels
him and I
good.
are pool. We're good doubles partners.
That's right.
I think it's amazing
Those are
too.
what?
Like,
Pool.
Shooting pool.
oh, and the mic.
Oh yeah. It's,
Getting ready to kick here, guys.
Dabo was in on that championship round, if I remember.
He was. He was.
yeah, we took him out.
Yeah.
Would you say that probably there's a lot of surprised people right now?
How so?
Well, I thought the matchup, Georgia's defense initially and Oklahoma's offense have been a little bit more even. I think the thing that's making it that's helping Oklahoma is just the pace.
Aren't you guys though a little bit surprised at what Georgia's doing offensively?
I am.
I mean, it just
Have they slowed it down at all?
They went came
they
out
went
no
in the line of
huddle.
scrimmage.
Oh, really?
They did the second series and they went down the field and they scored.
Scored, and then
The first and the third, they
Back
didn't
to your
bring it
outside
back.
zone, your pin pulse.
I kind of
Downhill stuff too.
kind of saw this kind of like the Miami Wisconsin thing.
Now they're back to
Keep
huddling
going
again.
downhill. Wear him down late. But, no, I don't know how stout Oklahoma's defense is. You guys were plus something.
There you go.
He's gone.
See you. Oh my
He's gone.
Okay, free safety, nice tackle.
Don't
Gone.
stop motioning and running.
again,
And not
I'm going to
sitting.
go back to this again.
They huddled and they handed it between the tackles, Gary. It works out.
But here's the thing: Oklahoma's got to get back to a 4-man run, a 4-man front. They're playing. They're not. Watch. They're playing a 50 scheme. They're playing head up. They're playing at head up fours, and they took the fly motion. They got the linebacker, the safety, to walk out of the box, and then they handed off the zone. The guy closest, watch the closest guy to him is a D tackle.
It's going to take us a while.
Free safety never even.
Free safety did stumble.
Didn't have a
Watch the
chance.
motion. They're going to
Unless you
motion
want any
19
part
out
of
of the
that.
box here. Watch him. Watch 19 go with the motion.
Who's got
Fly.
Seagout? Who's got Seagout?
Gary, you're talking about 19 going with the
Now
motion?
watch. He's going to widen here. Watch. He's the guy that's got to be. He's got to be the leverage guy. See, they got him to widen.
The
Just
inside
enough.
backer is the one that got you right there. He's got to be able to fall back on one. And he takes
Where's
off.
his
takes
eyes
the-
going?
They're all playing the fly motion.
You got a guy out there.
Mike Backer, the one right over.
They've always
Guard
struggled
just
with
loses
this
his
fly
eyes.
motion.
He's got to stay in the box.
You
and
know,
play
you know
run.
what he gets fooled by is most of the time you tell him, well, if they're going to block, they're going to hand the zone off. He's going to block the zone. If he's going to hand off the fly, he's going to block the fly. Well, he looked like he blocked the fly, so the linebacker went with him, and they handed off the zone.
And what do you teach the linebacker there, Gary? You're playing
He's gotta
two-back
play-
offense.
He's got to play. He's got to play the inside the box. The
Right.
secondary's got to play the leverage on the
They
fly
got
motion.
the sweeps. I got the box.
The linebacker, you
Who
got
has the sweep? Who has the box?
the guys.
The guy with the white armband on his left knee. he's got to stay in the box.
Yes.
He gets caught up with the eye.
Well, that's a freshman mistake.
He's the one that gets caught up with the eye
That
can.
kid's a
watch
true
him.
freshman.
And then
Watch
now
it,
one.
watch him.
See,
He's the
he's-
guy. Watch what happens to him. He goes with the motion. He doesn't need to go with the motion. He's an inside gap player.
And you can see all the other eyes
Got one
outside and the
across.
corner,
They
coming,
got it
corner
played.
coming across in motion. And now it's just, may God have mercy on your soul. He's one-on-one with the safety.
Safety
So
has
now
no
he ain't going to
chance.
make that tackle. Ever.
This always kills me because people like to play single high and keep a guy in the middle of the field and say, hey, that's going to keep you from having big
And then,
plays.
yeah.
It only keeps you from having big plays if the guy can tackle.
Yeah.
The guy can't
Depends on who
tackle.
that guy is. Yeah.
Or it depends on who your guy is. Where
Three
you
of
can
them that'll make you
bad
miss.
tackle.
So.
We in the second quarter.
Yep.
Barely.
35 points.
Hey, fans love it.
Cancel those flights. We won't get home till 1:30.
I just think you just
Coach
see.
Fedora, does this score surprise you as we start the second quarter?
Yeah, because I think both teams have really good defenses, but they obviously have really good offenses also. So I think it probably surprised a lot of people. I don't know if anybody was expecting this this early.
So a good pass beats good coverage. Does a good offense beat good defense, or vice versa?
All depends on who's preaching.
Chalk last, right? Chalk last.
You keep seeing Georgia get big runs with motion.
I would tell you.
I think you keep shifting, keep motioning, keep disturbing the eyes of the Oklahoma defense. And
Well,
getting good
that's the
backs.
way in the first half, how we got back in the ball game, in the championship game. We were down, and we a lot of motion, a lot of misdirection. We got it back to 24-17 just for the same reason. But if you kind of come out and just nuts and bolts and you let their athletes take care of it, then you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Right.
Data did the same thing with the running game, and they played them at the end of the year. A lot of motion.
A lot of motion runs.
This is what he does.
Golly.
And see, this is what
coverage
everybody's-
is that?
3 deep.
Well, see, here's the thing. Everybody
Go
says
back,
they look at the wide receiver and they look at the quarterback, but look at the amount of time. Their offensive line's unbelievable.
So,
like I told you, it's the
Sitting
best
back
one.
there patting the ball.
that the best one I've been around since Oklahoma since 2008.
Yeah, they're playing three match, or they're rolling safety down the boundary, and he just 81 just goes right down the seam.
Does a great job. I mean, you're right. He's sitting there patting the ball.
Put a clock on.
They got him out here again. You better go to live kids. They may score the way it's going down.
There's a little good move at the top end of that route by 81 too.
Ball too.
Smart player.
Yeah, pretty good.
That was right over the linebacker's head.
It's as accurate as it gets.
So did you see the adjustment by Georgia now? When the fly motion goes, they got a DB following him.
Yeah, it's that same set where five's in the slot.
So they're going from what?
So Gary, what were you saying about the adjustment to the motion?
Well,
that's
see the
new?
DB,
DB
watch the
up top,
safety coming
down.
down. So you know what the next thing you're going to see? You get to him and you're going to see the post. You're going to get ready to see the X receiver going deep.
Yep.
You're about to get the
corner's
You're going to
got
get the
outside
post
leverage.
right
There's
now.
four
based off
offensive
of
guys
that
in
guy.
this room that are already going cha-ching.
I'm looking at that corner. That corner's got some outside leverage right here too.
Slant.
It may happen this drive.
It may happen this play.
It may
happen this
happen
play.
this drive.
Oh, they went to two back. See, now look at
It
this.
may happen.
Goes the
See,
motion.
it had the
This
same
was
thing
12
right
personnel, the same grouping they've been lining up in.
That's a
They've been lining up in. The 36 and 81 are in the back. They're still in the game, and they lined up in a pro set. They lined up in a 21 personnel look. See, you got 36 and 81.
That's the same.
They just ran the gap scheme.
That's the same group they started the game with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
full wide.
their
Personnel.
main start.
That's it.
That's their main
Now,
start.
they played the gap
And they're
scheme.
getting 12, 15
They
different
played the gap
formations.
scheme.
Then you got some
differently that
graduate
time. They
assistants stand
didn't-
up in the
they
box.
didn't
They're
knife the
still
guy
in
like they did
12.
last
Still in
time.
12.
Still in 12.
Who went
Is that
down?
Anderson that went down?
No,
That's a
it's
big loss.
17.
He came out of the game there.
It's 4 down territory.
Because number 4 is in a tailback. Yeah, the
is
tailback
Anderson,
24
right?
went down. That's
Ford's not a bad player either.
No, he's not.
He's a true freshman out of
Freshman.
Georgia. He's a good player too.
Sermon, isn't it?
They got about
Like
three
we're gonna
backs
get
they
a
can put
timeout
in
here
here as
out.
well.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's still down.
He's still down though.
So their offensive line's been that dominant all year?
Yes.
They're really good. They're
I
big.
think they had 3 on the all-conference list. I know the left tackle's an All-American. I think the center was an All-American.
That's how they got it. He's back up standing. He's in the huddle, so that's a good sign.
78, the left tackle.
Yeah.
Second, third down of the game.
What a good
There's
look.
Yeah, he's-
Kids, aren't they?
second quarter.
He's been a 3 or 4 year starter.
3. He's a junior. Hopefully he's done.
Where's he out of?
He's out of Georgia too.
Yep.
So Mayfield's
We really haven't
8
seen a lot of
9.
pressure either out of either.
Yeah,
defense.
he's as accurate.
That's
8 of 9, and
That's-
Psalms 9 of 11.
That's where people
As
are
many
missing it.
points and only one has
been
had
any-
three third down conversions, and the other one's 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
So have there been any balls contested?
You look at it.
Has there been any balls contested?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No one. They're all
A lot of pop passes, a lot of
reacting.
slants, a lot of RPOs.
hacking them.
Here we go live again, guys.
Good play.
They're going to probably run this, Gary. They're in that tray formation.
I don't know.
A little West
So
Coast
that's a
offense
run or a
right
play
there.
action.
Yeah, it is.
Little
They
West
threw
Coast
vertical to
offense.
number 5 last time they were in this.
Yeah, those safeties deep right here. He's going to hand it off.
That's a 2 shell. He'll roll down late.
He's going to run it for
to-
himself.
Oh, that's not
Get it
fair.
himself.
And that's the guy. That's the X factor.
There's
That's
the one
X
because he
factor.
can't
Can't account for that one.
He can run.
This is
one of the
what I was
games.
telling you about the slice play. See the guy come around and he blocks the quarterback player. You're going to get, you get everybody caught up in everything.
81 went on ahead.
Well, actually,
45,
45's
right?
eyes were in the wrong place.
81
You're
should have come up
going
on
to get
45.
technical here, but this is
81 should actually came up to the second level, just like
you
Johnny
actually
said.
rewind that one. That's a high low on that D end right there. The guy chopped him and the guy blocked him up high. That's
Play out. Here comes the post.
There it is.
That's PI. No call.
I just want to go on record. That was an offensive guy saying that.
You didn't see
he trying to
contact there? You complain about PI all the time. In your world, Gary, there's never a PI.
Hey, this is the whole thing. I would have probably, but he said it, so I didn't.
The only PI you agree with is
Trying to
offense.
get this safety down.
Still talking about what you were talking about. Look how long he's got.
Watch him come down and watch the post. If he would have threw it sooner, really, to be honest with you, the ball needed to be thrown sooner.
Look how long he had to throw it again.
He stands back there all day long. I'd be interested to see how many sacks he actually took this year. Not very many.
Not many.
10.
He gets out of a lot of bad ones.
Oh,
There's
they
not
did
many
it back to back. Oh, that's his first bad ball of the day.
That's got to
And
be
I was going
called.
to say, it's still catchable. Make a play for him.
That's a freshman.
It might be the last ball he gets. He didn't make that catch.
They got him everything. They got him to play the bubble. They got him to
Look at
play
that.
the zone.
Oh, that's not that.
And then he throws the short. Throws the short post.
He's got to make that catch.
You got to make that catch.
That's about his least accurate ball right there, but receiver's got to bail him out.
Well, he's trying to help him by not
3rd and
leading
10.
him to the free safety.
Here's the problem. Look, they're lined up with 2-on-3 down here at the bottom and empty.
Oh, no.
I just said we haven't got much pressure, but here comes their first pressure of the day.
It's a touchdown.
That looks like you right there.
Oh, got a first down. It did not look good in numbers, did it, there, Larry?
No, not when he first caught it.
You're about 2 to the boundary.
With
knew this was coming
the
too,
edge
right?
blitz here.
He knew this was coming. He knew it was coming.
Georgia speed made.
Here comes the
allowed this
blitz.
not
Here
to be a
comes the
big play.
screen. How
I'd
do they
even argue he
know?
looks it off, doesn't he?
He's
knows where he's
going
That's
going
not
all the
easy
way.
what Mayfield did
Oh,
right
he
there.
pumped
I
it
mean,
with
you
everybody
have a
coming
free
at him.
A-gap player.
Yeah, he definitely looked it off.
It's hard to punt with an A-gap guy.
Nice
blitzing.
job right there.
See how he keeps
How
getting
deep was he when he let it go?
About 10 yards.
Yes, sir, he was.
It was good.
Sending a message back to my troops back home.
Interesting run versus that 4-eye.
You like to play? You like to play?
Did I like to play? Yeah, I like to play.
Why was this interesting?
Well, just how they're cutting off the
Jab steps
backside.
him.
Yeah.
How they're cutting off the backside.
78 takes a step, watch him. He takes a step down, and then he blocks out.
Wham on the 4-eye.
Trying to bring
Wham on that 4-eye.
We call it a step and block.
Yeah, I mean, if the
78 off,
backside,
boom, and no, 36 coming low on him. See that?
the back got too wide on his path.
Yeah,
It's a downhill.
downhill. It's a hit.
They're basically, it's a divide zone. They're just doing it one guy inside because of the 50 scheme.
On the 4-eye.
Right, it's too hard to cut the end man line scrimmage and that scheme, so they just block the tackle out, and then usually the 4-eye doesn't see it to the last second, gets cut like that.
Again, look at the big guys out here in perimeter.
Five-man pressure.
Oh,
Threw that one in there.
really?
Heisman.
Hines dropped two.
Oh,
Put it on there.
You watch the shag with the big tight end here at the bottom. It's a big body.
Great man, did they slide to him? 7? Yeah.
He was looking that way all along.
I thought that was a heck of a block by 71. Watch the
I
right
agree.
tackle here.
He got his hand
Fantastic
up in the
feed.
face, man.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
You got to make
That
this
would've
catch,
been
too.
He's a Texas kid
It's
also.
just such a good ball in the body.
He's from Allen.
Blasted. I mean, just the accuracy.
That's the big lineman from Allen.
Cover up.
He knows he's got something he likes.
Quarters.
He's third down.
37.
3rd and 7.
Quarters coverage.
Quarterback's legs.
Oh.
Big stop.
4-man rush.
Big stop.
If he'd taken off to his left, he actually had a gap to get out of here.
He red dogs it, right?
Thought he was going to take
What do
it.
you mean by red dog, Coach?
So 3 is spine to back. Number 4, when he stays in and blocks, he rushes it. He engages down the rush. So Larry's right, it's 4-man rush, but they add the 5th man, you know, the read off the back.
As soon as 4 chipped on the end, 3's going to add.
And they're playing combo coverage out here, so it looked like once both those guys turn their backs to the quarterback, they're taking away the inside with the corner being the outside leverage.
Run the ball.
Next
I guess that's a win. I mean, they
Run the ball.
held them to
Slow
a
them
field
down.
goal there.
Put people in motion. Run the ball. Make them stop you. Run the ball.
Good drive, though. Couple 3rd down.
That is still
Here's that wide
Still getting
receiver
point.
4-minute
screen.
drive, wasn't it?
Still getting points.
You know, this
Take me
is
through that wide
49.
receiver screen. The motion you talked about.
Well, they bring in
Patterson.
pressure. Yeah.
He went behind him so they could snap
It's
it.
really hard on a quarterback to pump and have enough patience. Clear this is still pumping with the guy in his face.
Especially with
8 yards
that
down.
eight gap
Yeah.
pressure right
Went
there.
8.
Guy's unblocked.
Oh, that's 9. 9
He knows
yards
it's going to hit.
You love that
He
as a
does-
quarterback.
Yeah,
You're like, here, kitty, kitty. Come on.
We didn't
He's
score.
sucking them in as fast.
But it's hard for a young one to do it
It is.
Yeah.
It can be.
because you want to throw it too quick.
This seems like the
Look, if he could have thrown the
He made
ball
the
and had
perfect
everything
call.
he wanted there.
perfect call, right?
Well, he saw the pressure, and that's why. So I'm saying that he looked it off to the left. He beated him even further.
Larry's right, though. He has the bubble at the top.
Pressure
too.
here.
They got numbers
Pressure
everywhere.
here.
They peel in there now.
I like how Lincoln
nobody
dressed it
peeled
up,
off.
putting the guy in motion to try to uncover the blitz for the quarterback just to help him out pre-snap. You know, they teach those defensive guys when guys go in motion, they're going to snap the ball fairly soon. So they start to move a little bit and give them some
That
pre-snap.
ball handling you were talking about.
Yeah.
Looks it off.
I don't know, Danny, you've coached a bunch of them, man, that are really, really good.
Look at the ball.
He might
Look
have
at the
most-
ball.
He might have more
He's got
hand
2
time
unblocked guys. Look where the ball hits the receiver.
than anybody I've ever.
People take that for
Look where
granted.
the ball
That's not
hits.
He's got
Look where the
great
ball
feet.
hits the guy.
I'm
He just
telling you,
got the
he's as
ball.
accurate as I've ever seen.
Gets out of his hands so
He's got
fast.
great feet. He's got great ball skills. His accuracy is
Makes
off
it
the
look
charts.
easy.
Run it back one more time.
No,
will
it's
you?
You see that
There's a reason why
play
he's the best player in college football.
Yeah, it's-
empty motion, empty to screen.
Watch his feet. He's got 2 unblocked guys, and you watch his feet. His feet are so quiet. He knows exactly what the hell's going on.
That's a great word, quiet.
Look how quiet his feet are.
he's their dog.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just watch the quarterback's feet. Watch. Easy. Easy. I
There's not
got
many
you.
quarterbacks that can.
I got you.
What do you mean by quiet feet?
Not loud, not fast. He's staying in one space. He's not jittering his feet all over.
His
the
feet are
place.
quiet.
Not
which means
nervous.
He's not
his
nervous.
mind
There
is
you go.
quiet.
He was
feet was
glad
loud,
they
his
were
mind
coming.
would be
loud.
He was glad they were coming.
When he saw the pressure, that's what I'm saying. He did the look off. He did everything. He knew exactly. The guy that's over there in the sidelines that's smiling when the other team just scored because he knows he gets to go play again.
This is part scouting and part.
I tell you what about this right here.
Going into it?
What a lot of people make the mistake on this screen is they have them read that.
Yeah.
You're either going to throw the bubble or you're going to come back and run the screen. A lot of times that's what slows the quarterback down. And a lot of times that quarterback would get hit if he's reading it.
But he's not
This
reading
was
this,
100
right?
He's not. He's
not
throwing
reading
this
this.
thing.
He
He
was
not
reading
reading
it.
it.
He's
Throwing
not
the
reading
bubble.
it.
If he was
He's
reading
not
it, he would have
reading
thrown it
this.
to the tailback.
He is not reading this thing.
Because he has numbers on the bubble too. If they would have had it, if they were reading it.
Well, there's nothing better against the wide receiver screen
This guy
versus
is
pressure.
actually running the
You're going to keep
bubble.
that on.
It's fielder's choice. I mean, he's got numbers either way. He's got
he's
2 for
throwing the
2 to
ball.
block up top, and he could throw the touchdown to 5, or he could throw it to the.
That's what. That's
He's
why I
not.
go
He's
down-
not reading that.
not.
though.
That's why
Not on
I
this
switch
one.
it.
Not on this, which is what allows him to be able to have his feet where they need to be and his eyes where they need to be.
Saying
Be able
you're
to
not
get the
reading
ball.
because they've decided during the course of the week, if we get pressure on this look, we're going screen.
It could be a read play, but it's not on this play.
It's not.
that
We've
or
coached
read
it the
with
same
it.
way forever and ever. We used to have stick routes on the play side or bubble screens or quick screens. The quarterback they get caught with the ball a lot if they're reading that.
He did a good job of batting it out and throwing a screen.
You know, we
You're gonna see
took
bigger
it out,
battle throws.
Dana,
Yeah, it only
because
took them.
they were wrong too much.
Yeah.
You know, you keep
On that
grading them,
play
and then
right there,
they don't like the play. I'm like,
especially with blitz.
Yeah,
You got number 3 coming through the A gap.
Took 'em one play to score
You better have
last
a plan.
better play.
You better have a plan.
First kickoff return out of the end zone.
How deep was the ball?
It was shallow, but
What approach does Georgia take offensively right here to try to push the momentum back?
Hand it to those backs. and wide.
keep handing that ball off.
Stay with the
Get
game
one-on-one
plan.
with that free safety again.
Stay with their game plan.
They need to get something because Oklahoma gets the ball.
That's a big one there, man.
Don't forget that last series they scored one play.
They better have motion and it better be a run.
That'd be my suggestion.
This doesn't look very.
How much time? I can't.
Running.
My eyes are. Is that 9 or 8 minutes?
9:03.
9. And here comes the pass.
There you go.
First down.
I'm impressed with Fromm now.
He makes
Pretty
a
calm for a true freshman.
It's what we said at the beginning of the program. How would he handle it? Well, he's handling it great.
To me,
He's
Coach, that's
accurate
going to
with
be
the
how does he
ball.
handle his
He's
2
all
hours?
in there.
When you think about it, he's been
game
doing this
time.
all year now. It's
Baker's
not like
been
he's a
in
true
this
freshman anymore.
You know, and I'm not saying that Fromm hasn't. He's played in Gator Bowls and for Auburn, games and all that. But
SEC championship
Baker's
game.
SEC championship. But Baker's been around for a while now.
Okay, back to the 4 eyes.
See, but the difference, they try to fool him. They put tailback, the freshman tailback instead of a tight end there. 7. See, which before they had 2 tight ends doing it. Now they put 2 tailbacks doing it and a fullback. Yes. Which is different because then you got the flexibility of the fly.
Still outnumbered. It was
Yeah, listen.
They didn't check the numbers before the snap on that one.
You got to play action again. Last time they did this, it came back in and play action.
second long.
Yeah, it was a little off the mark there.
First time it's showed.
I'm really surprised they haven't picked, I think 13 and 11, both are new and one's a freshman, which, at the corner position.
Getting man cover. I mean, at some point, it's got to go down the field. I know they
What
play
about Fromm's feet here? What do you think?
on the throw.
We went 1 too far.
They're in third down.
Down
and 8
third
now.
down. You better.
And see, when they line up in this double slot, they did us to us in the Liberty Bowl a year ago. And you got to be careful of when you go down the field. The running backs will actually sneak out. We want you to sneak out down here.
Tripping
Right here.
out.
Ah, boy, he's off on that one, too.
Just trying to get some help on the end.
How about this? You started the series, you just went one handoff for about, 60-yard touchdown. And the next one you go pass.
What was the same thing that happened on their third series? Really, when they ran the ball in play action, Oklahoma hadn't stopped them.
We threw a hitch for a first down.
They did throw it for 12-yard gain on the first play.
Yeah, the first play of the game.
Play it seriously.
Don't let me,
Kind of why we're here, right?
well, but don't let me get it back like that. I'm going to act a fool with you. Somebody's going to call the police.
Heck of a stance there.
Yeah, better watch for a fake.
Can you come out?
They were in a 3 shield earlier. The punt in there in a 2 shield here. It's probably, let's see who called the timeout.
No, it's not a
delay
timeout. It's a delay game.
Don't be surprised. It was what, 3rd and 4, or was it longer?
3rd and 10 now.
Oh, they're not faking that. They're just trying to get an extra coverage guy out.
Oh my goodness. So much movement. Front the ball.
And they're about to have a free hitter down here in the boundary. And get a gunner through.
Oh, that's not,
Oh, come on, man.
is that bad?
Field position.
They got
That's not good.
a big time punter too.
Let's just give Baker the ball again at midfield.
That's the problem when the punt team tries to read what you're doing, whether you're trying to come after it, whether you're trying to set up a return, and you get in all these shifts and motions, you outsmart yourself and you get
Well,
delayed.
the other thing, too, you screw your punter up. That's a good
Well,
punter
you can
right
just
there,
see
know
right
what I
there,
mean?
he's out of rhythm right there.
He's a really good
Oh,
punter.
he's sitting around, he's waiting.
They got a
I can
great
tell you right
punter,
now,
great kicker.
OU's going to set up a return about 98% of the time.
No doubt.
So just
Give
get
me
them
the
out
ball
there
back.
and let them
They
do
just
his
want
job.
they want to get the ball back, right?
That's right.
What jumps off the screen at you stat-wise at this point in time?
That big camera right in the middle of it?
There's one over here, too. Come on, Coach Babers, you got to learn your way around now.
Well, I mean, the total yards are about the same. The difference to me right now is 3rd down conversions. Georgia's getting, put off the field, and Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma's 3 or 4 on third
And
down.
a lot of
Me,
it's
both
quarterback.
teams. Both teams, there's only 4 third down situations in both cases.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are getting a lot of big plays on
Coach
first and second
Patterson,
down.
as a defensive coach, when you see the last few drives right there, I mean, they have the ball now, 11 plays, and then the other 5, 6, and 6
Well, my problem
touchdowns.
is I looked my first half of the first game I played them. Is you get it was all of a sudden it was 38. If you're not careful, I mean they just
They scored touchdowns on the first 7 possessions against us. I mean, they score quick early in games.
and the thing is they
Which is
like
what
I
they
told
did
you
here.
there were some plays that they ran that are just normal, like that one pop pass in 36. That's just a normal play with the fly motion out of that set. They do that. That's just a normal play. But then they had their sets where they're bringing 5 across. They have a whole series out of that whole formation. And so what you got to realize is he probably hasn't got through his whole script yet. To be honest with you.
The thing that Oklahoma being Oklahoma.
Coach Riley?
Yeah, I don't think Coach Riley's got through his whole script yet because basically he's, the amount of plays, how many plays have they ran?
28 plays.
28 plays.
I would say that he's called some twice. I would say that he still has some what I would call especially plays left.
I mean, I think he's
Second
out
half.
of it. He's making adjustments now because they look back on the touchdown that Anderson had. That was a complete defensive adjustment, like Dana said. I mean, he saw that they were completely rotated the field, called inside zone to the left. I mean,
There's that little
wheeling and
air
dealing
raid.
now.
It's the same. That's the same script as his man Mike Leach right there. It looks identical to it. I was looking at the same.
But Leach is from
How about you? Are you still on that page?
Yeah, we're not a whole lot different.
Is that right?
And Gary's the same way on defense. I see his little napkin that he's calling his plays. It's a little index card.
It's
a little index card.
It doesn't have coffee stains on it like that.
That's right.
That's probably the only difference between Coach here and Coach Leach.
Not drinking.
He doesn't have coffee stains on it.
Well, not drinking coffee in pregame. You know, we all saw Coach Leach blowing
the press
cooling coffee off. I've seen him do that on the
in
field
the game.
pregame all the time.
Pregame. They were standing out at midfield.
This is an important series here for Georgia. I mean, before the half, you don't want any more than a field goal. You'd like to get a stop. You'd like the score to be what it is right now. You don't want it to be any more than that. You do not want it to be 31.
7:42.
They get the ball to
He's
start.
checking right
And
here.
Oklahoma has the ball to start the second
Your first
half.
meeting with them was 38. Is that what you said?
The first half, they were up 38
check
to
and run.
whatever it was. It was not good.
See, they did the same thing right there. They freezed them, and then they moved the back, and then they just checked inside zone.
Looking at the defense. 'Cause they were in the, I mean,
Again, I'm going to go back to the offensive
Check
line.
into the A gap here.
Yeah, see, he's going this direction.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Again, they don't get enough credit. Everybody talks about the skill level of Oklahoma. Well, watch how much time he's got.
that's what they got to do.
That don't happen
nice
often
play.
there.
That's what you got to do.
He don't get caught with the ball like that often.
No,
Should have thrown the ball away.
See if he had a place to throw it away here.
Well, he throws it out of bounds. I mean,
the formation into the boundary.
they've got them all covered
He
here.
didn't think that guy was going to get him. I mean, he don't get caught like that very often.
Again,
No, he
we
don't.
talked about it again. What was the play, 95? Down the middle. See, they were running what I'd call the blaze route, where they're trying to get the big tie down the middle of the field.
Third and 12.
Big play for Georgia right here.
12.
Oh, you did some big
They're
play
going
for
to drop
Georgia.
8.
I bet you they drop this time. I bet they don't come all out. What do you think?
I think
Dropping it.
Rush 3, drop 8. Here, 2 deep. Looks like it's going to be a 2 or 3 deep.
Bring it.
Or 2
Nope,
deep.
he's a spy. Spying. And they got the second guy spying the back, and they gave up.
He was
Make
late
the
on his
tackle.
read. So that's the Y cross right there, Gary. He was late on his read to Z.
Yeah.
Z's down here at the bottom.
Deep curl, the
number
deep curl
5.
on the outside.
Correct.
Some of you run it at 12, and some people run it at 15.
That's a great route by Brown.
It really
right there.
is. See how
Sets him
patient
up
he
on the
was?
outside.
That's right, how
Yeah,
patient he
curl
was.
here.
Pushes the depth.
tight end's
about
going across.
15
Yep.
yards.
Yep.
Just came back so much.
See how he goes over the top of the linebacker?
Yeah.
He stayed on Andrews right there because Andrews is a security blanket.
Fourth down.
That's where he always
stayed-
looks.
Yep, he stayed on him too long, which now 5 came back to the ball, which is why they were short.
That's your fake
Yeah, 4th and 3.
'Cause he got his depth.
in the game. Punt safe.
Yeah, it was a good route.
Yeah. That's a big stop for Georgia right there.
Oh, my.
Is it out?
2-yard line.
Oh, wow.
98 yards. All you got to do is
How
hand
much
it off.
time? 5:37.
Tony Dorsett, 99.
They need some points here, though.
There you go, Shay.
How much time?
5:37.
The flow of the game right now, though, is definitely in Oklahoma's favor for a variety of different reasons. But, you know, what you said at the beginning, too, a stat that jumped out to me was Georgia in the first quarter was 6th in the country in scoring. In the fourth quarter, they're 60th. So the longer this game goes, they score less points, and they're down by, it's just, it doesn't fit well with what Georgia wants to get done.
The other thing, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised at the time possession right now. Just looking at it, 13-11.
There you go.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
There you go.
Jeez,
There you go. Set the record.
They're not.
Larry, we were talking about that
That's the
earlier.
first time in 3 series
You
that they've
think
had 2
OU is just
back-to-back.
going to go tempo, tempo, tempo. They don't. They do a really good job
that in.
of slowing things down and
Straight down.
freezing on the line of
Look at those double
scrimmage and
teams.
getting into
I mean,
good
that is
plays.
pretty
And-
nice.
Yeah, I figured the way Georgia's going to run the ball.
74, 71. Look at 86.
Well, that's what that was
All
what surprising to us
shoulders are
earlier in the
square.
game is they came out fast.
Double team there.
Go back.
83 's
See,
doing a great
they're
job.
missing a linebacker. They don't have enough linebackers for the gaps. See, 9 stepped up, 14 stepped up, but they needed because of the wing set, they moved the guy outside.
No, they got pass.
Don't stop. Gun.
You see the wide view of that?
They're going fast.
That was tight end. You can tell him.
Tell you what, he's fixing to run by this corner over
You
here.
see the
Watch
wild,
him.
the
Remember this play earlier? They ran the fly sweep.
He's gone.
7. They ran the fly sweep with 7. Now they play action it and they run the tight end down the middle of the field.
That's about to be a home run.
This was going to be a home run. Look at this corner.
Yeah, 80.
He's a freshman.
He's gone.
13's a freshman.
They've been
which
set-
is what
they've
we
been
talked
set-
about.
they've been
yeah,
setting
we've
him
been
up.
talking about him. You got to
All right,
pick
now
on
they're
the
behind the chains.
4-man front.
Why they got safety help right now?
Screen.
3 week.
Look at the guy down the middle of the field here.
Shoulder. Be careful.
Yeah, but look at the guy down the middle of the field. They went too deep. Watch the guy down the middle of the field here.
Rolled the 3
He missed the number 2, the H receiver here. Watch him down the middle of the field here.
They're rolling 3 cloud.
Yep.
I think he was told to keep picking on that corner.
Yep. He's got a double move.
You look
on
at
top.
his eyes right here. He doesn't read the safety on this. He's
It's
100%
not a bad
going
back
to this
shoulder
next
throw.
receiver.
No.
20 yards down the field.
He's making a double move versus a bailing corner. That's hard, and that's a good ball that got to make a play on as a wideout.
3rd and 17.
When the corner's bailing like that, though,
See
he
that?
doesn't see the double move.
See
so
if
he
he
really
doesn't
doesn't
come
have
back.
any effect
See
on
if he
that
doesn't
guy.
come back
He
to
just
number
went
2
ahead and
again.
ran his route or sat it down.
Yeah.
He tried to come back, the dude.
Make a man there.
Make a tackle.
I got a question.
Nice tackle.
We got 4 offensive guys. You can really help me out here. You hand the ball off on the first play and you gain 35 yards, 40 yards, and you throw 3 more passes in a row. You're punting. Can you tell me why you would do this?
That was last series too.
I don't understand it.
You need to ask another offensive guy. I'm going to decline.
I think it's crazy. This, if it gets boring or what, just keep handing it off.
Yeah, the 2 times they've handed off, one went 80, and the other one went about 40. They may be worried about keeping up.
Yeah, but you want to give the other side of it is you want to give them less snaps because you know what happens. Here's the other problem with offenses having too many snaps. Then they also have all these plays to make adjustments off of. So you want to limit the amount of snaps.
Shorten the game.
I mean, it was the difference really of us last year on offense and this year.
There's that
We're
sack that they.
A lot better on
89 is
defense.
probably supposed to pop out, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, he
stepped down,
he
he's
gets his
reading.
eyes on number 9. Then he's late. He's late.
Either that or if one's supposed to scan back over
Coach
there.
Holgerson, who'd you say they were going to target here? The
13.
13 at the bottom. He's just a young corner. He's going to be a good player. He's just
See, look at his eyes. He's reading what they know. What's his eyes? See, he's reading run pass. And he'd be better off if he was just reading pass. In 2-back. So it's,
It's another big
comes the
series.
zone
for
right
Georgia.
here. Here comes that gap scheme I was talking about.
Short.
There it goes.
Short.
I'm just telling you guys, you get in a 3-man rush and you're going to get the gap scheme.
Short.
Well,
Coach Holderson.
that's what they are as a base
Or
defense.
here's
three-man
the
rush.
backup here. This kid's from Marietta, Georgia. You think this is a big game for him?
As soon as you get
Georgia's
it,
got to stop him.
you notice what Georgia's gone back to now. Back to a 4-man front.
Going back and forth.
Well,
3 minutes
Is that
left.
more of a 2-minute deal?
could be. Yes. Because it looks like they might be in 2-man. No, they went to quarters.
There you go.
4-man front, 4 down is a lot better against the scheme that they're trying to run.
Well, that's why Lincoln's checking a run right here too. He's not worried about this 2 minutes and 45
No,
seconds.
they're in 2 minutes to him, right?
No, he
He can hit turbo anytime he wants
How
to.
important is this drive defensively for Georgia, considering
huge.
OU gets the ball to
Same
start
thing
the
I
second
said
half,
on the
right?
last drive, and they stopped him. You don't want him to get to 31.
I mean, if Oklahoma scores, it's a 3-possession ball game, and they get the ball
and
back.
they get the ball.
And they get the ball back. So I mean, talk about going down 17, knowing that Baker gets the ball to start the second half. That's not good.
Uh-oh, this is trouble.
Oh, sixes.
Missed him.
He showed the stock block and took off.
Check this out.
Show the screen.
I think they're
They're
really
faking the screen up top. Watch,
But watch it come to look block.
Yeah, he's
Watch this.
faking the block and then going.
He did this to us a year ago.
I think this is all the way because
This is the pop. This is the
Crack
pop
and go.
screen.
Pop screen.
This is the pop screen. See how the lineman stays behind the line of scrimmage up top. That's a design play.
that's the kind of stuff that's
45
so
did a nice
innovative
job
that
there.
he does, whether it be the lead zone pop pass that he threw against Ohio State or it be the slant bubble that he threw for a touchdown against Ohio State. That's what I think Lincoln does an outstanding job of is what does the defense do and what's one little small
3rd and
change.
9. What's the call here, guys? Do you think? What do you like?
Drop back. Probably.
Might be
Probably.
right.
Wheels open.
Probably.
Man pressure.
They picked them all.
Oh, he got him.
They picked
He
them
got a
all.
big one.
Now watch when you go back. See that everybody blocked.
He gone.
Touchdown.
Gone.
No.
Oh,
Not
he gave
against
up on
Georgia.
Did they block everybody or was
Good
it pure
point.
picks?
Watch that. See if they blocked the linebacker with the running
But the
back.
linebacker took an outside rush route, before they brought him up the middle.
And they
so
made
no.
it easy on him.
No, he blocked.
They didn't. See, they're
The old
throwing
shallow
screen.
pick play, Gary.
Yeah, it is.
Shallow screen.
Who does that?
That's the old shallow
Go back. He caught that ball behind the line of scrimmage.
And you know what? Against Oklahoma, when we did it, our wide linebackers, actually 3 of us chased him, and then Baker took off and ran 60 because there was nobody left for the quarterback. Yeah,
was
we weren't
actually
on the
a screen.
play. We had the
Wasn't a
screen taken
downfield
care of,
pass.
but
They
we
were
didn't have
blocking.
the
You didn't have the quarterback
No, we
taken
didn't have
care
the
of.
quarterback taken care of.
Were they in man free there?
Yeah.
That was a heck of a 3rd down call,
2nd and 4 here.
They'll probably run the ball right here.
I would think.
Look at Anderson. Look how big he is. I mean, I'm just telling you. You know,
He's always falling forward. He is always falling forward.
he's what, when people talk about the SEC, he's the SEC type back. He's the six. What does it say he weighs?
6'2", 220.
Yeah. I would say he's heavier than that.
He's a grown man.
I think they're lying.
He's thick.
That was his
Being very
freshman year at
untruthful.
Katy.
That was his
Short
Look
here.
at our guy Mayfield.
Look at the
right here.
quarterback.
That was his,
That's the type of stuff that he does.
Hey, that
That's why his teammates play.
that was 2-a-day weight. That's not the
That's
end of
right,
the season.
yeah.
That's not the end of the season weight. Is this 3rd or 4th?
3rd and 1.
QB sneak. God dang it. Almost
Clock will stop.
Yeah, they're just eating all the clock.
Got plenty of time.
They already have enough time.
Yeah, they are.
You're not worried about the clock here.
Keep doing that.
57 seconds.
Georgia both, they all got 3, right? 3 timeouts left. Am I seeing that?
Yeah, 3 timeouts left.
Defense is gassed. Everybody's got their hands on their hips. Take them out of their misery.
Coach Patterson, I think they're creeping in on that 31 mark that you talked about.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
With Oklahoma getting the ball in the second half, that's a
Oh, this
problem.
is good by Georgia. You see how the
That's
late
smart by-
substitution?
that's
This is really
smart
good by
Georgia to
them.
match them. I'm still not concerned with the clock right now. You still got 3 timeouts.
Call timeout.
No, I thought that was smart by Georgia.
Yeah, it was down to 2.
No. Well,
Georgia
Saw a
called
formation
timeout.
he didn't like.
no. Go back to the play before that and look at how much time was on the clock.
There's your shallow
And
screen.
watch how
there.
much time ran off the
See,
clock.
watch the number 2 receiver.
Which was
All
smart
3
by
receivers
Georgia.
are blocking.
Watch, they're coming over. See, he's behind the line of scrimmage so they can all block. So he's coming over. Number 2 receiver is.
Now, actually, none of these guys threw blocks.
He's
except
behind
for,
the line right there.
Oh, yeah, the tight ends.
Yeah, so you can engage.
Oh, yeah, I
them.
saw the time. There you
All
go.
of them. All of
The
them are blocking.
lineman showed
Hadn't
drop back
blocked
pass,
yet.
so that makes them all rush.
But he's number 2's coming to get 18.
Now, I will say that tight end's blocking there on the 50.
absolutely.
I will say that.
These guys right
Now,
here.
they can all
are
engage now.
They're engaged because we
The
have line
ball
of
is going to
scrimmage.
be received behind the line of scrimmage.
In conventional screens, you have linemen trying to get downfield,
that
but they
big a
keep them
tight
all on
end, you
pass
can take
pro, so
about
it
2 of
brings the rush up the field. So
And
it creates a separation when they made that
Look
big
at him
play happen.
run.
He's really fast.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah, it's Brown. Yeah.
This is a quintessential air raid, right, Coach?
Yeah, this is. I tell you, we started running this at Houston. Me and my guy Kingsbury got this from the Patriots. It was
Against us when
originally.
we were at Southern Miss, y'all.
It was really a
us
it was
with
a
one.
Tampa 2 beater.
First and goal here, guys.
Then we
Yeah, 'cause you're all
converted it.
sinking.
Correct, but then we converted it on man routes as well. We always run in a bunch of shallows, and then we just added the
They call timeout
Y'all
again.
had that little receiver from Houston. That guy could fly.
He's my receiver coach.
Second
Is he
timeout
really?
in a row, guys. Talk to me about the strategy of that.
Say that again.
I don't think it's a strategy. I
Georgia's
think it's just
second, right?
they saw a look that they didn't like.
They had 2 looks they haven't seen, they haven't
The
liked.
first one, the clock was going to run out.
Yeah, downs
Right.
don't count. There's 25 seconds left. This is the end of a basketball game. You're looking at formations. You're seeing their inbounds plays. You've got all these timeouts. All right, let's see if I can make them kick a field goal so I'm not down 17, I'm down 13. I'm down 2 scores instead of 3 scores.
The only thing I didn't like the time they let run off the clock before. If you go back to the play before, it was really smart by Georgia because they're running the clock, and at the very last minute they hit with a timeout. I can't remember how much time it was. Maybe it was 8, 9, 10, 12 seconds. But I'd have held that, and if they end up being short on this thing, it's gonna come back to bite them.
Oklahoma does have all their timeouts.
I know, but they may run out of.
They run out of time. I'm with you.
Let's see, 36 is going to be in.
Hey, psst, hey, psst.
Timeout.
Come on.
Good play.
Plenty of time.
He did take a timeout.
He
You're
used
going to run out of downs before you run out of time.
I'm saying.
What do you guys see here?
Down by the
don't
3
count.
technique.
Great
Not
job.
enough guys on the edge.
Right?
Need a bigger formation.
One's got to get across that.
That placement here.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
They're in a
think.
bare front, so they've got to find some way to cut off that 3
Shoulders.
technique. So either the right tackle's got to do it, but it looks like they're teaming up to the backer.
He needs a
It's
little
all
help.
the right tackle's responsibility. That's a hard block to
They're
ask
more
that guy
worried
to make.
about,
It is.
they're more worried
If
about
the guard's
the nose
leaving you
guard
right
here
away,
than
then you
they
gotta
need
get
to
his
be
head
helping.
You can't ask the
Better
tackle to
defense.
cut that 3
He
technique
needs
off
a
from a
little
2-yard
help.
line.
The tackle needs help.
3 needs help. They're helping more on the nose guard. Really, the 3's the one that needs the help.
Damn right. Let him run over the linebacker, not over the damn.
You got a mom at home who's the mom of
need
71.
someone to
She's
help
like,
on that guy?
blaming
Yes.
the other guy.
That back is not going to run over him. He can
Guard's
run over that
leaving.
linebacker. He can't run over that 3
Guard's
technique.
You're gonna have to leave somebody.
Right.
You're gonna leave the nose or the 3.
And what people worry about with a head-up nose, he can slant either way.
That's a hard block on your center.
I don't like the formation.
That's
Change the
just, you know,
formation.
depends on who that nose guard is.
Change the formation on the
He's at Oliver, you don't let it happen.
Well, he'd get out of pistol, too, if he would have been in gun.
If he's underneath the center, he
Here's their backup
Yeah,
quarterback.
both ways.
Where
This is Kyler Murray, their backup quarterback.
you got 2 quarterbacks in the game,
Yeah, they got something going on here.
Second
and he can run.
Oklahoma still has 2
He can really
timeouts.
run. He was a decoy.
This is trouble.
Right at the tackle.
Nice tackle.
job.
Nice tackle.
That's
Outstanding.
old school right there.
I'm out.
How many
Oklahoma
seconds?
took another timeout. We'll
13.
go back and take a look at this.
You still got time for one more play and then timeout, field goal, or touchdown.
Gary, I got a question to ask you on this one. Go ahead and run this one so we can see this
Tell
play.
me when to stop it.
Go ahead. I'm running to the tackle. Because you got so many people talking about the rugby tackle and all that bologna cheese.
Watch what 70.
This is old school tackle right here.
I'm still the guy that
Smith, number
I'm a
3,
big
is the
believer
one
in
that makes
tackling
us tackle.
legs and straightforward, but not putting your head behind. I'm ahead of cross, tackle legs.
You know, I see it, and I see all that Seattle Seahawks stuff, and I guess I got too much old school in me.
We're
I'm
just
like,
talking about 71. Watch what he does to 20 here when he pulls. 20 does a nice job
He
putting
does
it back in.
Forces it down.
Watch what 71 does to him. Go ahead and run it.
That's a big man in
Watch
space.
it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh, no.
Ball.
I got a word for it, but I
Put his belly on him.
I don't want to be the DB out there with 71 pull
There you
out.
go.
He didn't talk about that on the recruiting trip. He didn't tell me I was going to have to do that.
All right.
So I came here to play defense.
You told me I was going to cover.
I'll tell you, that was a good job by him getting it turned back.
You talked about it again.
Oklahoma has 1 timeout left.
They're
Third
going to
and
throw.
goal
They're
here.
going to throw a fade
Throw
here.
in the end zone, right?
Bare front
They're going to throw a
again.
fade.
Reverse.
Oh, they're throwing it back to the
Reverse
quarterback.
pass.
He's going to take it.
Reverse pass.
Oh, they
there it
did
is.
I bet you there's a lineman downfield.
Bare. Nobody's got the quarterback in man
And
coverage.
no
Where's the
flag.
flag at? There's got to be one.
Really?
There's got to be one.
No. They
He's
know
got the
it's-
quarterback
they know it's
in
a
man.
pass.
These guys just
Technically,
Nobody.
It's a pass to the quarterback.
an
all
old
the way.
lineman could be in the end zone. This
There he is.
Yeah,
there's my
He's
Huckleberry.
still downfield. He's within 3 yards.
He's within 3 yards right
They could be in the end zone.
Hey, that's
That's a pass
two
all the way.
defensive coaches. It was a pass all the way.
Pass all the way.
That's an
Two
RPO.
defensive
Coach
coaches
Babers know that.
Yeah,
Who's your Huckleberry, Coach Babers? Which one do you want me to put in?
Well, I thought 71 was downfield, but
Yeah,
the
they're allowed 3
defensive guys like it. And they say it's a
allowed 3
legal
yards.
play. It's a legal play.
pass all the way.
That's 100% that play
pass
action
all the
pass
way.
all the way.
That's a great call in the red zone, man.
3 feet, that's
It is.
Yeah,
good to go.
3 yards.
The receiver did a nice job sucking
That's the
them
hard
up.
thing, you know, when you sell out like that in bare front and you're playing zero coverage, nobody has
Watch
a quarterback.
Baker the whole way, though. Watch Baker.
Nobody has it. That backer does on the bottom of that R.
He just kind of sneaks out there. Watch this.
George is in trouble.
But he realizes too late he's got the
Jordan.
quarterback. But now he's on a 2-on-1 break. Do I take the quarterback or do I take the throw guy?
Yeah. Which we were talking about a minute ago.
There it
Worried
is.
about getting too far behind.
There's your bounce
Who's
pass.
the corner that's on the
Yeah.
eye? Who is that on the eye? 18. The left corner. Watch him here. Boy, that's hard on his part. Golly, he can't be right.
You talking here, Coach Babers?
Yeah, watch the play. Watch him. Because he's going to actually turn this guy loose.
He's the one that's in a bind eventually.
Well, yeah, he turns him loose, which I know he's
really.
wrong for that.
He can't.
And
turn
now he
loose
comes
'cause
back.
That's his guy.
I'm
playing
telling you. Now go ahead and run it. Go ahead and run
turns
it
him
now.
loose with nobody in there.
Right? Now watch. Now stop right there.
But up top, the guy
See,
can flip off,
34 is
right?
coming back.
Yeah. This is actually a heck of a job by the receiver to wait and play it out. And
Yeah, that's.
kind of made him.
Yeah.
He sucked him up.
He thought he was going to go run, and he thought
2-on-1.
Baker squeaking through.
6 seconds.
Alley-oop.
Well, if you think they
You'd
did
like
good,
him-
the
you'd
time
like-
didn't come back to bite them. So
You'd like him to get that kickoff a little bit farther down the field there, wouldn't you?
What do we say? 6 seconds?
Yeah, but they at least
Correct.
got a Hail
Throw to
Mary.
the end zone.
now didn't Baker start at Texas Tech? And who was the quarterback that beat him out?
Davis Webb.
And now where is he at?
He was at Cal last year.
And
He's with the New York
Mahomes
Giants.
was
And
there,
Mahomes
right?
was
And
there.
Mahomes, they had
Yeah.
Mahomes there too.
Yeah, so they had it wasn't like
They had,
whoever was there made a
Mahomes just,
mistake. They
Mahomes
had
just
some
won
guys.
his first game as a
Cliff had
starter.
good players there.
Today?
Yeah.
6 seconds, you're throwing this in the end zone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd the kick go? We missed that.
They
did.
tried to
Squib it?
squib it,
and it didn't go very far.
went right to the
yeah.
center, and he just jumped on it.
Unless he's, I mean, this has got to be a shot in the end zone, unless he thinks he can get a quick out to the boundary, which would be hard to do with 6 seconds.
5 seconds.
This is going all the way, guys.
They're trying.
Timeout?
Sucker stayed in bounds. You got to be kidding me.
Nope, they said he got out.
1 second.
They had a timeout.
Kirby had a timeout.
I bet you it had to be a 5-yard route. There's no way he went 10 yards on that.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can steal 6 seconds, 7 seconds is kind of the cutoff for us on that.
This is what a 50.
You know, just trying to steal 5 yards.
How many yards was it?
47, 43, 53 yards.
You're risky.
They're trying.
Timeout.
He's trying to get closer so he can put the ball in the end zone, I would think, huh?
37, 47, 56.
They do have a big time kicker now.
What did he missed that?
He just missed a 49-yarder. He had.
Yeah, so it's
He had.
just-
He's,
leg.
he's got plenty of leg.
Right, 53 yards, man.
Well, you wouldn't want to get this blocked and have it go the other way right before the half.
This will
That's
be
a hell of a halftime.
This will be a heck of a 3 to grab though.
It would.
Thinking negative, Dino.
I'll tell you what, I'm
You rather throw for the end zone here?
I would. That's what I would do.
5-yard attempt.
That's what I would do.
This guy has the leg though.
Right?
You know he's got a good
He
leg,
just
yeah.
scored 31 points in 30 minutes. I don't know if this field goal is going to help you ultimately.
Well, here's the other thing to think about it. Who's going to rush it?
Uses their last time out.
If you're on defense, are you going to try to block that thing?
That's what I was saying. Is it going to be some type of save? But
They'll put.
I think Oklahoma
3
probably
guys
will
in
put
the
somebody
gap.
back.
I
56.
was just going to say that. I would do it a la Auburn. I might put a guy back
The
there.
guy back there.
We had a guy back against Oklahoma 2 years ago, and he went 109 yards for a
Yeah,
touchdown.
he did.
So it's a good time to do it. Not that you remember those things, but
It absolutely does.
What's the strategy in that? I mean, you put a guy back, but I mean, how do you set up the return, or is it just
I would say
Set up a wall
you
return
set-
down
most of them
one
usually
side.
the wall to the field or wall to your boundary.
when during the
The
week
pro-
do
the
you
pro-
practice something like
Once-
that?
The problem
Once
is
a
you
Once
have
a week?
you basically have
Thursday
10
or
offensive
Friday?
linemen covering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like
those guys don't like the
You
tackle.
probably got about 2, maybe 3 guys on the kicking team that can go make a tackle.
Block the right 4 guys. There's a heck of a chance that you're
Y'all,
going to
y'all did that against us.
that's what we tell is don't block linemen. You know, get on the wing.
You still there, Dave?
You got 2 tight ends.
Y'all did it against us.
Yep.
They don't have anyone back in this case.
Nope.
because they know.
Kind of playing it. They're rushing with those 3 hard interior guys, and everybody else is kind of playing safe. They're not bringing anybody off the edge. It doesn't look like it.
He's going to have time to kick it.
They made it.
You got it.
That's a heck of a
That's a
3 right
critical
there
mistake by
on
you
that
right
kicking on the kicking team.
How about the importance of that kick to go into halftime?
Momentum. Yeah.
Momentum.
Absolutely. Now we figure out who won the toss. Who's getting the ball in the second half?
Oklahoma gets the ball in the second half.
That's a big
The
three.
importance of
right there.
those 3 points, guys. Talk about that for a second.
Well, it didn't need to happen. I mean, if they're running the squib, I mean,
Squib it down the
you got to
field.
get down to the 20, 30-yard line.
Start talking about drives. I mean, you literally went from a 3-possession.
We had time to go look at that squib kick that
Yeah, because we didn't see it.
Sco, could you bring that up?
It almost looked like a surprise onside kick.
Like they
I just
surprised
think
himself.
I just think the kicker mishit
I
it.
wonder what
Running back.
Lincoln's saying.
Running back.
He didn't even get it past the 50.
Was he
Was
trying
it a
to hit?
surprise
right
onside?
here.
I don't think it's a surprise. I think the kid's supposed to squib it, and he kind of just mishits it.
Well, that's well, I tell you what.
That's a heck of a play by
That's
that
a heck of
center.
a play by the center.
Sometimes they tell those kickers.
Wow. Nice catch. Holy.
I don't think he really mishit it. I just think that kid made a heck of a play.
That's pretty incredible.
Still pretty low.
Think about sticking your hands out there though and
Kid,
batting that ball
gotta
back
be
the
one
other
heck
way.
of a pepper player in these little. Holy
That's
cow.
pretty impressive.
That's
100
impressive.
points, right?
That's 3 points right there.
Nothing.
That play right there is 3 points.
Operation Foxtrot. He just goes
Did that
down.
And he was smart enough to get his knee down.
Yeah, he didn't try to run it. He didn't try to do anything.
Kept time on the
That's
clock.
called very athletic and very I
have
don't
a-
see the
you have a
coaches
drill that you guys
demonstrating
do that?
I do that one personally. So athletic. I just take those right off the tee.
Oh, my goodness.
We'd eat while we're here.
Hey, you can't have pizza?
I didn't know it was going back.
Are you not allowed to eat or something?
No,
you're good.
All right,
Well, I'll have one with you so you don't feel like you're just left out.
I'm all right. We here, Sco?
You know, the 100. See, that's like the Rager kid. Him and Snell both, they ran a 40.6. They're 4x100. It's a 26-1 long jumper, and then he was a 6'8 high jumper. So.
Wow.
Talk to us about, let's start with OU's offense. We'll work through some plays here, but what did you see out of Baker Mayfield and company in that first half?
He's being him, right?
Yep.
We don't need him to be anything they're not. He needs to be a superstar, and that's what he's being. Third down, he ran for it, kept the ball. Only kept the ball one time. We got a first down right at the end of the half. Obviously, a little bit of trickeration, but he makes the catch.
He hadn't thrown a ball into coverage yet, so he's making
Had
good
one
decisions.
bad ball.
He threw one ball in the coverage, but he nailed the guy for a first down.
It
was a dig into a
I
free
only think
safety.
he's made one mistake, really, to be honest with you. He held on to the ball, should have thrown the ball away, and took a sack.
But you guys playing them. This is what they've been doing all year long. I think the team that's not doing what they've been doing.
I tell you what stands out to me is how well Oklahoma's running the football. I mean, they're averaging almost 10 yards a rush.
He's got 120.
That's against the Georgia defense that doesn't give up that kind of.
But here's what they've got. They got Georgia trying to defend everything now. So they've got them trying to defend everything, and you can't do it. I mean, which I'm sure they go into the game thinking we're going to stop the run. And they start getting beat up with everything else.
I haven't seen any plays.
Well, in all the runs, also they've used tempo in their one-back stuff to help them with the run because Georgia hasn't got lined up. It's a lot easier if you're blocking 5-on-4 or 5-on-5. I mean, and you can't blitz or call something that you can get more people in the box quick enough.
What happens with Georgia defensively at halftime to rectify that?
Yeah.
They're
They're going to have
going back to the drawing board.
To me, they got to get after the quarterback. The quarterback's not getting hit. Yeah. I mean, you go back, you look in the first half. He got touched one time on his heel, and they counted it as a sack. That everyone said he should have threw the ball away. I said the guy hasn't thrown a ball away all year. He's not going to throw the ball away in the biggest game. He's not going to do it. So he's going to do that. He's going to take that sack. And the next time he's going to make a play and stroke him down the middle of the defense.
It's like
Still, you can't let them do everything,
He knew
right?
that guy would get
I didn't
to it.
think he didn't think
Here's
that guy was
OU
going to get it.
offensively.
Well, here's the other thing I said. It all still comes down to those 5 big guys.
Yeah.
I think that's how this offense all starts. I mean, look, there's nobody around him.
I mean, you still got to stop something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, right now they're trying to defend everything.
Where's your commitment at?
Well,
What do you-
for us, it depends on the down and distance.
one of
Our
those
whole
early
thing
scores.
was we didn't want 81.
They did do a little tempo
and
there because they
36
were going
to beat us.
downhill in a hurry.
And,
thing
and
here.
basically in the second game, we held 36 to like 2 catches and 81 maybe but he had
No,
one
Anderson
touchdown.
hasn't had a big run since he got injured though, right?
I can't remember.
I don't think he's been back in there.
And so the way they got us the last time was they moved both times. They moved number 5 to the inside receiver and got him on a safety, and we didn't catch it, and they took him vertical.
Right.
And they haven't done that. They haven't done that in this
needed
ball
to.
game yet.
They needed to. Yeah.
They've thrown vertical with him on the outside, but they haven't gone after a safety, which is what Larry said. They haven't needed to yet.
How about Georgia offensively? What do you think of the first half? We thought kind of play calling upside down almost.
Well, no, when they do, from what I know, because I don't know Georgia, because I haven't watched them much, when they do what I've heard they do, they've been very good. When they've ran the ball and play action, when they've gotten away from, when they've gone to drop back stuff, then they've gotten themselves in trouble. They've got behind
What
the
are they?
chains.
What are
Here's
how
an
many rushes
early
a game?
shove
they got?
run right here.
Well, that's
This is great. Look at all, whether you like it or not, 12 guys are all, or 11 guys are all in the picture. They got a hat on a hat. If you do the end zone shot of this play, gorgeous, unbelievable blocking up
Do we
front.
have the
Sam
end
Pittman,
zone shot of that, Skull?
these guys are like classic,
Yeah, they showed it.
shoulder to shoulder, and it was just unbelievable.
I don't think they scored on that drive either.
No, they went three
They went
straight
3
passes and
plays
punted.
out after that.
They
threw
punted the
three
ball.
times right after that.
They punted the ball, and that's when Oklahoma went down and scored right before the half. That's what the end of that play was.
They got 17 passes.
But I know if we get the end zone version here, but I mean, seriously, there's like 3 double teams.
We saw it. Remember, one
Yeah.
linebacker fit, then another linebacker fit, and they needed a third linebacker where that hole was.
And 83 did a nice job on the defensive end.
Where that hole was.
Well, but why it happened
what
was
is
they went
Georgia
into a
average
double
rush?
nasty
That's what
look.
I'm saying.
They're averaging 17
Linebacker
yards
moved
a
out.
Yeah, but on a season, what do they normally
They're
rush?
10th in the country.
No, not
They're
how many rushes
I don't know.
a game? Does it, anybody got that?
I don't have it, but I know this. I know they're 110th in the country in throwing the football, and they're 11th in the country in running it. And they've thrown it 17 times and ran it 11. So it needs to go the other way. You need to be patient, get a stop here and there, and get back
More
in
than
the
anything,
ballgame.
it's slow Oklahoma's offense down. The longer they're out there,
That's right.
They're going to, put the
Well,
pace of play back in their favor.
Well, and one of the ways to do that is to run the football and hold it. The best way not to allow them to score is they don't have the ball.
And if you look at the only
The most
time
dangerous team for Oklahoma would be Navy, Army.
Absolutely.
One of those guys were like,
limit your possessions.
yeah.
Well, it's like for us in the first half. We were able to come back and fight back to 24-17 at halftime. We did it with play action and running the football, and we held it. They only had like 113 yards passing in the first
There it
half
is.
against
There
us.
you go. Here's what you were asking.
And then,
Yeah.
Right here.
This is the one time where Oklahoma doesn't look like
You slide
comfortable
over.
either. Watch these linebackers. They run up. They get on the heels of the D linemen. They can't scrape. They can't flow. This is the stuff they don't see.
but see, the wing set caused him because the linebacker moved out. The
Watch how
extra
the
linebacker.
linebackers run up in the line. They can't scrape. They can't move. And they're not used to seeing those type of looks.
Can you go back to
See
that?
number 10?
Is that 12 again?
Yeah, it's 12. Is he's young too?
No, he's
Parker's been there a while.
I think he's a junior college kid. He's a senior.
They're gapped out. Everybody on that screen has a run responsibility right now, and that's
He's
how
within 9 yards
They
of
don't
the
want
line
to play
of
that way.
scrimmage.
Will
and
He's
Johnson is
missed
his name.
about 3
He's
tackles.
missed a couple of tackles, Larry.
For a while.
I mean, watch
See,
this.
look at the guys.
Watch this.
Look at the guys out there on the wing.
No, that's
3 on
not. There's
2.
worse than that.
One of those guys has got to
That
be
was
in
good
the,
by
gotta
him
be in the
because he,
B gaps.
fit, yeah.
he made him run to somebody that would tackle him.
That's not good, Coach.
No. It was good by him. If you saw him the first time.
And then the next play, they ran a play action pass and got sacked.
You know, it's the only
Got behind
time in
the
my
chains,
life
that
as a
was it.
coach watching a ball game, I get to use hindsight.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah,
often.
it's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got to be critical of calls.
And we really
and
don't
all
care
kinds
who wins. I mean, you might
So let's talk about adjustments at
game to watch and
halftime.
you don't
right.
care.
Adjustments at halftime. Oklahoma, what are they? I mean, more of the same.
Well, I think Oklahoma just keep doing what they're doing, but they're going to, like you said, they're halfway through their play script. Defensively, as long as they keep playing the Georgia that we saw in the first half, they're playing really well. I think the biggest change, if the game's going to change, is what Georgia's going to do offensively. It's still not panic mode. They kept it a bit away from being a three-score game with that last-second field goal. That's a big deal.
What adjustments does Georgia need to make offensively in the second half to get this?
I think it's a midline game. They're doing a
Midline
good
meaning
straight down, take a line, draw it right down the middle of the center. George is doing a good job on their zeros, on the noses. They're doing a good job on their linebackers. I would attack safety. I'd attack that free safety 12. If I can zone block and I can put my tail back on 12, I'll do that all day long. And then whatever happens, happens. Because I haven't seen that guy play at a high enough level yet for me not to do that.
Georgia's got to make it a one-dimensional game. They've got to decide, I want to take away the run or the pass. At least they know what they're defending. Right now, with all the motions, everything, they're trying to do it all. I think Larry said it earlier. They're trying to defend it all. Well, you got to get it to where look, we got enough in the box. You can't run the football. Now we know you're going to throw it. Now I can move my coverages around to play the pass.
OU feels pretty comfortable offensively
We'll get
because
to
they're
the second half when we get back, fellas.
Lost. Right.
Yeah, Gundy went on a rant about the poachers.
I know.
Poachers.
The poachers.
Back as we get ready to start the second half, guys.
You were there.
Adjustment-wise, again, what do you think in the second
was
half?
right there.
Georgia offensively in
Just
particular.
played Texas Tech.
Get back to what you do. Don't let Oklahoma's explosiveness create your identity on offense. You don't have to throw it as much. You're a great run team. You're 10th in the country running the ball. Like Coach Patterson said, defensively, find out what you want to stop. All you need to do is get about 2 or 3 stops this half, and then let your backs do what they do and get back in this ball game, and then see who's got it down the stretch.
I don't know if I've ever seen this. You average 17 yards a rush, and you hand it to 2 really good backs 8 times. Probably had to hand it to them a few more times. They gave the Swift kid the ball twice on jet sweeps, and they didn't get any yards.
What would take a
Run the
play
ball
caller
between
out
the-
of that? I mean,
Run the ball between the tackles.
what would take a play caller away?
Worried that he's not gonna be able to keep up.
I'll do that.
So it's a matter of the other offense kind of dictating your approach on how you do
Possibly.
things?
I mean, I'm not saying that's what happened, but that could happen.
Well,
That stuff happens when headsets.
you think you're going to run out of time.
We got to score.
To be honest with you, for everything that's happened, it's only a 2-score game.
Right.
Everything that's happened.
That's why you don't panic.
That's why I think, if you go back to what what Major was talking about, run the football, long drive, keep it out of Oklahoma's hands.
I think something's going to happen in the kicking game. A little subtle play right before the half. That guy making
that was a big
that shortstop catch.
That was a
That's
huge
the difference in
play.
3 points. They've only had 1 kick return. And, came
had a
all the way out.
turnover yet,
Got a
have we?
return.
It's already a great stop for Georgia right now.
Inside the 15.
Looks like they've turned up the knob
This
already.
is a
What do you
big. This is a
guys-
big series for Georgia right here.
Yeah, and I mean, at halftime, is that what you're telling your players is
Score the opening
the
drive.
importance of this?
Score the opening drive.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's
Talking about from Oklahoma standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a 60-minute game, but if you go put this thing up, 17 points.
Go up 3 scores.
We're in a great
Oklahoma
spot.
and Georgia, for that matter. It's the importance of this first drive.
Hell, even the wide receiver threw the ball in the money. You see how the ball
dropped it too. Back to
He's ready to go left or right, and they hit him right in the friggin' face, man.
you got a play action coming here. Or the counter, they're going to pull these guys on the backside.
Yeah, we haven't seen much bear.
There it goes.
left guard looked light in the stance.
Well, and they ran
Try to stop the
it
run.
That
the
might be
same
it.
way last time when they ran it.
But so that means they'll be in man and
We got
everything.
to run it, stop it. Though.
Yep.
Pulling the big boys.
Both of them.
Well, they're doing that because they saw that Georgia's rotating their secondary, so they thought they'd have one man. And the front for Georgia did a nice job.
Second and
And
7.
4 down front.
Let's see, again, they're in 12 personnel. They got the 2 tight ends at the inside 8 receivers. Trying to get lined up.
That's a big adjustment you're talking about, Coach Fedora. It's just
Back
some of the pin pull stuff only worked versus that odd front.
You got that speed. Oh, my God. He had him initially.
That's
That
right.
guy can run.
Change ups.
45?
Yes, sir.
Can run.
Yes, sir.
Every one of those linebackers they got can run now.
Baker went the wrong way.
Are they about to
Blocking.
shut
They
over
weren't on the
36?
same page there.
that
That
was a
looked like
bust.
play action pass.
Yeah, I think Baker went the wrong way because the line and the running back, it was supposed to be a boot.
That was a bust.
We'll mark that play and try to get back to it after this one. We have a little bit of time.
3rd and long, right?
And then
Look how wide the splits are. They're going to try to get are they either going to motion? Here he comes.
Motion to stack.
I don't want to impress them.
Comes
They're
option
playing
right.
See where the rotation is. Up, ball's going up to the top.
Box screen.
Trouble.
Did it?
Don't do that.
Good stop. Huge stop.
This is a big series right
Who
here.
was that who came in and made the play?
I think it was the inside backer, wasn't it?
That's the
35?
defensive end, number 13. Watch. Backside.
Wow.
Oh, remember what we were talking about, single digits?
Fedora, who you looking
Right
at?
deep
Good
in
call.
the corner.
13 to the right defensive
Yeah,
end.
13 is supposed to be on the
corner.
defensive
The
end.
boundary.
Watch him. Yeah, watch this guy on the
He
whole
ends up
play.
making the stop.
He makes the stop.
Effort.
Watch him accelerate.
That's outstanding.
That's a heck of a play.
That's a close there.
Great play.
Force a punt on 3 and out.
All right.
Got a runner. Got a runner.
Uh-oh, pull the hammer.
Got a runner.
Get back. Get
Got
back
a runner.
to the middle of the
There he
field.
is. Saw that baby coming.
Back to the middle. No.
Why'd you go there?
I have no idea.
You got dizzy.
No.
Stay the course, my man. You better check his water bottle. He might have got into something a little
Hey, the
crazy.
great ones, you don't know why they
That's right. You don't.
You don't know why the great ones do.
You don't know
they
what they just do it.
Just make sure they're a great one.
This is that play you talked about. Baker wasn't on the same
do.
page.
He's
What
going
do you
the wrong
guys-
way. He's
watch.
turned to his left.
He goes
Receiver
right
here
on.
to us in the bottom of the screen. He blocks.
Watch Baker goes the wrong way. I think.
This receiver blocks.
I would tell you also, there's something that's coming up here, though.
Yeah, the fake's supposed to be the right.
Also, Georgia's gone to blitzing and because of the tight ends, and they're moving up. It looks like a 2 deep, but it's not. It's a man-free scheme.
Yep.
They've gone to, we're going to get more people in the box, and we're going to come after you.
Stop the run.
We're going to, what I said, you got to take away some part of their offense.
Yep.
You're not going to sit in here with 5 guys in the box.
That's 127 yards from Rodney
six.
Anderson.
Here's a different look at that.
Make you do that.
Obviously,
You should have turned the other
quarterback
way.
pivoted the wrong way.
That right there is what you don't see Oklahoma doing. Right. They don't waste plays like that.
That's the stuff that drives you crazy.
Yeah, but you got your pin pull out here. This guy's pinning. It's got to be designed that way, right?
It's a naked all the way.
Went the wrong way.
It's a naked boot.
Quarterback went the wrong way. Yeah.
So he just didn't get the benefit of the ball handling in the backfield.
fake,
right?
right.
Yeah, because he would have got everybody to step down.
Yeah. You just open the wrong way is what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, it still looked like 24 had the tight
Well,
end.
I tell you what, look at 97. Look how nimble that cat is. That's a big old man changing direction there.
There's some ball players out there now. Both sides of that field. Guys can run.
Yeah. We got all the bumps in all the right places.
Georgia going to get the ball for the first time in the second half. Jake Fromm, what are you guys looking to
We'll
see
see if
here?
they're going to run it.
See if he can extend
Hand it
his
off.
hand out and hand it off.
Choo.
Going downhill with those guys that average like 16.5 in the first half?
Well, the other part is, remember, out of the two backs that they had the play action, they had them one-on-one on the freshman corner. They had the post.
Not really running the ball, but the more Georgia throws off the run game, the better they're going to be, right? So the best way to do it is just keep running and running.
A lot of time left.
Got it midfield, right? These are interesting sideline meetings, because they know they got it at midfield, their offense. They know we go score, we cut this thing to a touchdown
Watching
game.
this game.
I wouldn't be surprised you do a shot play here, too. Right at the 50.
Who they got in? 1 or 27?
So you guys can do it, whatever you guys want to do. You guys can figure out all kinds of stuff while we're watching this.
Oh, yeah.
Why Spiker Field? When did they start getting that? Is that
What's that?
What's that field thing at the Rose Bowl? That hedge, seat on the background, 50.
See it on the hedge in the back behind the sideline says
some money.
Spiker Field at the Rose Bowl.
Spiker family gave some money.
Gave some money.
That's the name of the field, probably.
Well, you're saying I've never seen it.
I'm not sure either.
Can we get somebody to research that?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Is that a UCLA thing or is that just for the bowl
I don't
game?
remember ever seeing it before. We've only been watching the Rose Bowl like all our lives.
There's that play action.
Slot.
There's that play action off the fly motion here.
You got two.
Oh, they
tight
got 2
ends.
tight ends this time. Never mind.
I love it.
Stretch.
I love it.
There you go. There you
Love
go.
it.
There
That's
you
what you guys
Step out.
Going.
Come on.
Don't
what do you
stop
mean?
doing
What
that.
do you mean? That's
Why
too
would you do
hard.
anything
That's
else?
too hard.
I'm not saying anything.
That's too hard.
Sit here and enjoy the game.
That's too hard.
Guys, this game ain't going to end until midnight.
Oh, it's going to be a game, man.
Look at the line. Watch
told
how
you.
square shoulder. Look at these. It is really. Look at 77
here's-
butt off.
There's no
74,
sideboards.
71 combo up to the back. Watch them.
83
Watch
does
them.
nice
Watch
stuff.
the combo there between
71, 74.
74.
Shut it off. 83
Now watch
wide.
this too. Watch this combo.
I like 83. 83
Watch
is taking
74
some
get up.
shots.
See, I don't know why they don't.
All he does is stay on people.
One of
I
the
don't know
things-
why they don't stay in this personnel group for one reason.
This tackle.
They're running a
This
50 defense against it.
What is a 50 defense?
Three down
line.
front.
0,
outside
2, 4
linebacker.
eyes.
Whenever they get into 12 personnel, they run this scheme.
You pause it. Go back.
Yep.
I mean, this is what they've been killing us with
Watch
right here.
the nose get
Go to
reached
the
by
end
the
zone.
backside guard.
You want the end zone?
End zone, yes, sir.
You know, the nose gets reached by the backside guard.
Can we go back to that?
Because they've been capturing the
You're
edge.
going to take us back to it, guys.
Yeah, they get the edge captured.
You got
Ask
plenty.
Dana and Gary, how many times has Oklahoma defense lined up against that formation?
No, go Sky.
This
Cam,
year?
The other
Yeah.
side.
This is good. I mean, can you
This is new stuff, man.
Good,
can you pause it once they come off? the
Kansas
ball?
State, maybe?
Georgia does this stuff in its sleep.
So watch the right guard and right tackle.
And Kansas State was ahead 21-7.
They're just
They
capturing
ran the ball right
guard and right tackle.
right between the tackles.
Just absolutely caving the edge in
Combo.
because he's playing inside.
They're going to combo up. Yeah, you got a 4-eye there, so they're going to combo up to the play side backer.
And so
They end up turning it all out, and the back cuts up inside of the 4-eye. Watch him. He cuts up inside the
Tell you
4-eye.
what, I give a lot of credit to Jim Chaney to come in at halftime and say, okay,
You're right.
take a guess, take a deep breath. What can we do well? Look, when you come out that first play, that builds confidence with your players, your coaches, your head coach, your fans.
This
Ball game. It's 31-24.
This is a play they ran in their second in the series. They went out and scored. This exact same
You
formation.
know, sometimes people get in those halftimes and try to get too tricky and figure everything out. They just went with what they knew could work, and now you got a big play on kickoff coverage, gets them stopped inside the 20. It
They
affects
got him
your-
the same place.
affects your whole team.
Twice. Now two-time to stop them here.
And that's one thing at halftime. I don't know how these guys are as play callers, but I want to get a sheet and I want to know what runs and what passes were successful, and keep calling the stuff that works. Don't like Brett said. Don't try to find 900 different plays. Call what you've been running. You may run it out of a
It
different
looks just to me too. Those running backs when they're lined up with their shoulders downhill, they look powerful. They look special.
Both of them,
When they're running
both
east
of them
and
have gone
west,
for over
it don't
1,000
look so
yards.
good.
I like those backs that break 2 tackles before they go down.
Those are the ones you can win
Don't
with.
have to be perfect.
Baker Mayfield with the football again. What are you guys looking to see here?
I just can't wait to watch him play. He's so fun to watch.
Well, one of the things that's happened. They went away from 10 looks. You know, they got 36 in the slot here, because they saw last time they lined up and they overloaded the box. And they're doing it again.
Here we go.
Georgia says we're not going to let you run the football here.
Right.
There
Make
it
them
is.
one-dimensional.
There it is, Coach.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but it looks like.
I like those guys. There's a lot of guys in that box.
Well, here's why Oklahoma's so good on offense, because they can flip the switch and start throwing the ball.
That's exactly right. That's exactly.
If that's what their philosophy is going to be, I think they're going to have an answer for it.
Did he flag him there? No.
Second and
Looks like he thought about it, didn't it?
We'll make it 3rd and medium.
am I your way? Am I your way?
No, you're good.
Was there a penalty in the
I
first
saw
half?
Coach Stoops in the background.
Oh, when you said coach, I thought
No. I saw Coach Stoops on the sideline.
I don't remember a penalty in this game.
What's it say?
3rd and 3.
Georgia had 4, Oklahoma nothing.
Georgia 4 for 39 in the first half.
Ass sub.
This is good.
Yeah, but nothing against Oklahoma.
Delay
Nothing
it.
against Oklahoma.
Perfect.
24 looks like he's hurt. You see him
He
jogging
hasn't
back
had a
there?
big one since that sideline injury, you know?
Clock. He's got to snap the ball now.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Make a play. Nope.
Got him. This thing is flipped.
Great stop.
We're gonna hand it off on first down.
Play action pass, first
I
down.
might leave.
Next time Oklahoma gets the ball, we're going to get a touchdown.
They're going to be tossing it around next time they go out there.
Play action on first down.
A gap. Turn A gap loose.
Smith right there.
Yeah.
That's not a guy you want to turn loose.
Ooh,
Out on the back.
tailback.
It's a hard block to ask him to make. It's not impossible.
hard
That ain't
block.
easy.
Change
Especially
the
against a guy
protection.
that good.
It's a hard block
Their
versus a
best
really good
player,
player.
too.
Yeah, three's their best.
What was that, Dan?
They're going to take that
It's a hard
matchup.
block versus their best player.
Yeah.
They're going to take that matchup.
See, one of the things Oklahoma may have to go to, they may have to go to pure 10 and 11 personnel.
I agree.
Because what's happening is Georgia now has figured out. Georgia's
hit him,
now
did it?
figured out that they can play man
let it
coverage
drop,
on the
though.
tight ends, and so then they can put more people in the box.
10-11 personnel. Why do they need to go to pure 10-11?
Because you got more speed on the field.
You might get Oklahoma. You might
some
get
people out of the
Georgia
box.
Yeah.
We're going to take a
Georgia's gonna
quick
sub
break,
out.
guys. We'll be right back here in a second.
And get more people out of the box.
He has the ball again, and they heard your halftime adjustments are averaging 19.5 now instead of 16.5. We'll see if they stick with it here.
I think this is going to end up being quite a ball game at the end.
subs. And on
We're
that
in, the,
play,
we're in the all-22 look. If I go Skycam, trusting that they're going to run the football, is it a safe bet right here if I go right behind them?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're going to run the ball. I think Kirby
wish I
probably
could say
went in
that.
and said something to Cheney at halftime.
Are you feeling
I
play
know he
action here, or what do you?
no, I know what I think I should see, but I don't know if I will see it.
Reduce sets, outside zone.
Whatever their game plan was, they're going to stay with it. I mean, there's no reason for them to get out of it right now. They're in good shape.
They're missing tackles. The safeties
You know
are
what?
missing tackles.
Have they run the ball once when it hadn't been a 5 or 7, 8 yard play?
No, maybe the second.
Yeah,
play of the game.
twice the speed sweeps. They
Trying to get the ball
That was
outside.
before I got
I
out.
think that was
They
coming
got-
back the
they
first
got 2
drive of
yards.
the
Just setting it up. Yeah.
They had second and
First drive
10. They
of the
ran
game.
lead draw at a bunch. Got about 2. And that was it.
This is 2 really good offensive lines.
Yes.
There it is.
Again,
They're back with. They're going to come right back to that zone play again.
Now they go the other
They
back.
went to and they're still in the fifth. They're still in a 3-man scheme.
Same look.
There it
Goes
is.
to the right side.
Oh no! Again.
You guys, I'm telling you, 83 is doing a heck of
Yeah,
a
he's a
job.
good baller.
He's out of. He's out of
Watch what they did though. Watch how they tightened down their splits. Oklahoma did.
What are they doing?
They're not as wide in their alignments.
I thought this was
They
going to go
tightened
back.
down on the left, on the right side.
We're gonna get a naked.
from Charlotte Christian.
Yes, he is.
Bielema, you thought this was going backside?
Well, I think that they're going to come back here with a boot. What they're doing is great. See how they're shooting this guy on the backside inside the 6. But now that leaves you vulnerable to the boot on the backside.
I would stayed in big sets.
Uh-oh.
They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Now they're going to throw the football here.
They have the run down here to the tight end.
It's not what they're best. 11. That's not what they're best at. Those guys are best.
You're in third and medium. You're in good shape.
I'm just about third and short here.
I'd be interested. I mean, I didn't see Georgia all year, but I'd be interested how much they went no huddle. This is just out of their routine.
He started the game just like this, right?
They've done it almost the whole
Coach
game.
Shaney go back to his script? You
Well,
said he
they
does his script.
started
They did
the
that
game
when
with
you
a lot
were in
of
a huddle, but
fastball.
not this way. Now you're
Yeah,
calling
they
the best
can't do
plays in the line
this.
of scrimmage.
5 in the box.
Draw.
On the draw. First down.
Holy long cut.
Oh no!
Oh.
He didn't get it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Yes,
Stay
he
vertical.
No, the change, Big Daddy.
This is
Which
the
Fedora, you talked about 5 in the box.
It's the younger tailback here.
5 in the box.
You got Swift came in the ball game, which he hasn't been in much.
I mean, it's a good call, and you got a good play here. He bounced it for some reason. He was trying to make something more out of it than
Less
he
than a
did
yard,
before.
guys. Do you have any thought of going for it right here? No?
I mean,
Let's see how far. Let's see
not
how
at this
far.
point in the game.
You got to
touchdown game.
Not past the
You're on your
50.
side of the field.
Well, you've got Oklahoma down right now. They haven't been able to move the ball the second half yet.
You're
They've had to
3 and
punt
out.
twice.
3 and out. 3 and.
Oh, you got it?
So you like what your defense is doing?
Yes.
No,
How about a foot?
not so much.
I would punt it, make sure that they don't. Because you don't want anything crazy to happen where then
Anybody in this room go for it?
Not right now. Not the way that your defense has gotten 2 stops, or maybe even 3 thus far this half.
And you're fixing to punt him in a
Put him
hole
in the
here.
10. Isn't this a really good punt?
Playing good defense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he can put him down inside the 10.
That should have been.
I don't know. That ball's where? What,
Yeah.
what do you?
He started. I don't know what he's trying to make more out of it than he needed.
I know I would have handed that thing to 27 or 1.
I wonder if 7.
I don't know if
We're
those
really
guys
being
have been-
critical now. Though.
Well, I mean,
Now we're running it, but we're not running with the right people.
I guess they thought they would spread them out. They wanted a little bit
tell you what,
faster guy. Maybe
more
he
of
could
a-
do.
This
yeah.
hindsight is awesome.
It is.
That's what we get every week from about 50,000.
It's pretty awesome.
more than that.
I'll be surprised to get what this guy's doing here.
You got a field return.
Not safe.
You'll run this with field return.
Kind of how they just always line up with the.
He kicked a low one.
They're going to the field.
He ran by us.
Great.
Oh, nice play.
Wow.
Wow.
99.
Yardage.
That's why you punt it.
Yeah.
Hit him.
You guys were 6 for 6 and agreeing that they should punt it. That's the reason why, right there, right?
You got a good punt. They got a good punter and a really good kicker.
We got to take off the play action on first down since we're on the 1 or inside the 2 here.
Don't count
How about
that
the role
out.
of special teams? I mean, Denny, you
think-
talked.
You might double move them right here and roll.
I think they're probably going to do
They
that.
can't do. Nah, they can't do that.
Yeah, they can. That's Baker Mayfield.
That's a huge special teams play there.
Yeah,
That's
huge.
the kind of a special teams
thinking
play
about
that
it.
When you don't go for it on 4th and a foot, you want that result, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Seen it happen too many times.
Oh.
There's a lot of good punters out there now.
Uh-oh.
Talking about.
He's telling him, don't do anything.
Yeah, look at it. He opened his play sheet up now.
Inside
He's digging
the
deep.
The
He's into the
kicker's not
second-
him. The kicker's you get holding in the,
This is
in the
that
end zone.
youngster
give
Swift
up
making
points.
that wrong cut you guys talked
Well,
about.
just right here, go vertical right there. And
Right
he
off
tries
that
to-
block.
Come on,
right off
finish
that block.
Just know where your sticks are and go get them.
Stick your
Right down
foot in the
the half.
ground and go.
When he gets outside
Young
the
man's a
fours,
really
ball.
good player. You know, it's one of those
You guys are
more
talking
veteran
here?
guy.
No, to the
No,
right.
to the right.
First
there.
down.
Yeah,
All
off
you
the
see is get a
four.
first down, not the big play.
Right behind
Right off
You see
the- off
four
the-
coming in from the
blocking
right.
it right.
Blocker
My
right
point. My
He's gonna
point.
push that guy right off that hash.
Watch him, he's gonna try to
Right.
jump outside.
Go,
He should go right there.
Go north on that hash.
Right on
There you
that.
go.
There
Right
you go.
Right on
there.
that hash. Go
seniors.
north.
He tried to jump it all the way
Strike a
outside.
match right off of that buttocks.
That's a freshman mistake.
Light of
Yeah,
fire.
I mean, when he's older, he's not going to do that. You know, and you got to know the situation.
That's right.
All we need is a first down here.
Look at the O-line did a great job too.
It's hard about no huddle football.
I'm sure when they got to the coaches, that's what they told him. You know, it's good run, but key, there's times to do this. But here, this came first down.
Know where the sticks
Are
are.
you guys surprised that one of the other running backs
Well, yeah, I
isn't in
mean,
here at this point in time because of the reasons you're just saying?
They got 3 good ones.
and this guy's a good
Guy
player.
hasn't been bad.
I'm not talking bad about that running back, but you got 2 seniors that this is what your team is.
Right.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I don't know if either one of those guys have got tackled yet today.
By the first guy.
You're right.
See a lot of that. What do y'all do offensively? Third down, no huddle offense. You're going, and then all of a sudden your player stops a route before the chains. He doesn't reach out for the ball for the first. I mean, do y'all have anything in your offense when you're going as fast as you are to let guys know, hey, it's third down? I mean, be alert for the chains. Know what you need.
I mean, you're working that all the time in practice. I mean, you guys got to know that.
They got to have an
I mean, I
awareness.
see
have
on the
awareness.
side. I'm with you. But I
We
see
don't-
guys on
no,
the
I don't
sideline
have anything that I
third
do.
down boards
Yeah.
for defenses and.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially if you have a freshman running back in the huddle in a down and distance like that. Someone has to be saying,
Hey, get your 4.
this is what we have to do, right?
You don't.
don't need
No, you don't.
Although,
Not.
The guys got to know. They got to know.
I would bet a lot of. I know, we don't
When-
bet.
when
I
you-
would say that.
guys
I would,
gotta always know where the
I would say
strengths
that running back, because he has a limited role in Georgia's offense, they said, hey, you're our drawback this game.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to be our draw player. So he's practiced it for 3 weeks. He's in there. You know what? He's so excited to show his mom and dad and everybody back home, and he's going to make that outside cut instead of making it a first down. You know what I mean? And that's all I think we were saying is those senior running backs, they're going to know how to get a first down there.
Shotgun underneath the center.
They're in the shotgun. They're doing what they do.
He's not going to be
They
on
don't change. And don't be surprised they double move him here.
Yep.
a little,
It wouldn't shock me at all.
Little trifecta win.
because he's in 3 backs. I'm just telling you right now.
It's either play action or they're going to run it.
Might throw a fade.
That safety's down.
Good play.
On a better right there.
Now we've got some room.
Yep.
Now we're
Breathable.
You know,
One more time.
So
What is that?
2nd and 9 is better than
What is that?
Oh,
deal?
yeah.
71. What is that?
2nd and 10 if you threw an incompletion down the field. All right.
All right. 2nd and 7.
Pressure.
He's coming with it. Here he comes.
ED run. Didn't think of that.
When in doubt,
Excellent play.
keep it in his
First
hands.
down.
every critical play, 3 times,
3 times.
critical. Exactly.
3 times.
3 times. They don't want him carrying it much, but when it's really critical, they give it to him.
Play action pass. First down.
this is the
Dana, you obviously know
GT
him.
again, just someone else carrying the football, right?
Yeah. Well, they got the guy that's covering the running back to run out of the box.
Yep.
See, you're playing man coverage with the blitz, so you lost your overlap player because he went the other way. They saw him. They've been watching him spy.
They like this formation. They've got
Nope. There we go. First
Flea
down.
flicker.
Nope.
Nope. Everybody's covered. They had it. Good job, defense. Everybody was covered.
That's interesting. Backed up that far.
But again, what did I tell you that they're doing? 'Cause
I'm
of
with
the-
you, Gary. I mean, I would think that they would probably go a little faster and pick the
I think
pace up.
they need to go a little faster.
Well, I'll tell you, if they're going to play all that man-to-man, I'm surprised Oklahoma hasn't started going to no backs. Because now
That's
you go
the
to
one
no
thing out of-
backs and pull everybody out of there
Is
and
you wanna
bring the
see more-
quarterback's legs into the game.
More pace to what they're doing.
The guys that have played him, it sounds like that's
Yeah,
what.
they just need to pick.
Seems like Mason. He seems like he
I mean, go
feeds
back
off
to
that,
what
too.
they did their second drive, their third drive. I mean, they were up tempo,
up.
they were fast paced.
Can't run sideways, Baker. Not against those guys.
Yeah.
Defense runs too well. Georgia defense runs too well.
That's the part that might be happening a little bit, right? As he hadn't seen some guys that can run him down. There's the big D tackle running him down.
Gary, do they do no backs? I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah. They go empty. Oh, yeah. Now, they don't go 5 wides.
They'll do it with a
Do
wide.
it the
They
same
do it
personnel.
with 36 and 81.
Roquan Smith once again. Number 3 is starting to show up.
Again, you go back, see, but they got 36 on the outside.
Veteran defense. I don't think there's one sophomore on their defense. I think they're all juniors.
Better snap it.
Tight over. Boom, boom, boom. Got him.
Wow.
That's a surprising play.
Got him.
Third and long ran the corner.
Yeah, but see, they did it against us. They'll do it in 10, and if you don't give them the numbers and you line up like you think. See, you saw they shifted to put him out.
Well,
36 here, they shifted him in like it was going to be 11 personnel look.
Georgia's in the sub package.
exactly. That's what I was just going to say.
Now they need to go.
They got him
36
lined
didn't
up.
even have anybody to block.
Now they need to go.
Now you got them caught in a third down defense. First and
That was
10.
total.
Go.
The 24 looked like the
Now they let them get
there,
their base
too.
defense.
Now
back
they're
out
going-
there.
now
See,
they're-
now they're subbing. Now they get their base
surprises me.
defense. Yeah, that's
He
not like
wanted to
him.
go faster. He's going to get back to going faster.
What he wants to do is on third down, when he knows you're getting your third down defense in there and he converts, he usually goes fast because he knows you've got the wrong defense on the field. Here he just
We're
let
back
him
to a
sub.
3-man rush here again.
Lincoln Riley, yeah.
Again, Lincoln, yeah. And so he let Georgia sub back with him. So it'll be interesting if they get in their third down defensive substitutions again. Does he go fast if they
Three
convert?
fell down.
They're covered. Those guys are covered. They're not
3
shaking.
fell down. He was fixing to run in.
They are not shaking.
He's going to break
Watch
back
that.
inside.
Georgia's doing a nice job in
watch
coverage.
3 over here.
Watch the safety come up and cover him like Larry's talking about.
They are
He
wired.
doesn't give away. He didn't fall for the
This
fake.
safety,
Yes, watch him. He's going to stay inside leverage. So when the guy gives him a fake, watch him gives him a fake. He's going to drive back and beat him to the spot.
did a nice job. This guy loses his footing, Coach Fedora.
Yeah.
Still,
He's
he
covered
beat him.
anyway.
He beat him to the spot. I mean, that's what you want to do in coverage. You got to beat him to the spot.
Don't let him convert this one.
Good halfback. Just get half.
Ouch.
I'm telling you, you didn't see this in the first half.
Ouch. They
Told you,
getting after it.
6. They're bringing 6. They're getting 5. They're not doing anything less than 5 guys.
Just played quarter halves right there.
Played quarter half there.
Yep.
Special coverage up top.
They beat him with what we call a tackle twist. Gets up, he gets far enough up the field that the guard can't come off. If he comes off, he makes the play.
You going
He
here?
stays with him.
Both of them.
Then
You
the
got X game on both sides and on the left side watching double X.
That's the deal. If you're going to be in coverage, you better have some games up front. They dropped 7 in coverage. And
Now we're in the third and what?
3rd and 27.
He needs to get 10 back just to change the field here.
Hand it off.
Not today.
That was a great play.
Noah's flip.
Great play by 52. Great play.
So what is that? 3-4 series with 3 and outs?
That's the third one.
Anderson, what makes this a great play?
They got this one off
He
the
just
goal.
falls off it.
He gets off the double team. Watch him get off the D, splits the double team and makes the play.
71, 75 or
Yeah,
double
that's
team
only
the
first
three
down,
technique
right?
there. Yeah,
Quarterback counter.
Oh, yeah.
71 going to
quarterback.
chip
Yeah,
up, watch
quarterback
him
only
keep
one.
his shoulder square.
If he doesn't
right
make
back
this
out.
play, if he doesn't make this play, it's going to go at least 10. So then you're going to be punting for 10 to 15 yards. You're not going to get the first down, but it's
Oklahoma's still 7.
They got 2
of 12.
first downs, right? In the second
We got
half.
2 returners back. They got a little return game going on here. 2 returners. Watch, see what's happening. They put the one guy to the wide side.
I'm trying to get him to widen
Wide over there, the other returner. Yeah.
It sounds like somebody else I know is in charge of special teams and do something like that.
Who might that be?
You know, NFL did that, what, about 4 years ago? Somebody did it, and then we did it against Bama. We had one this year, too.
Did y'all score off of it?
No, we had one guy that smelled it out.
Good play. Very good play.
Nice play by 50.
Yeah, the left safety acted like he was going.
I'm still telling you the biggest thing I see the difference is Oklahoma's got to get back to tempo.
I agree.
They're waiting and they need to get back to tempo.
What are they waiting for? Coach Holgerson mentioned this before. What are they waiting for? It doesn't seem to
First
be their
down.
advantage.
See the alignment? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're just trying to call perfect plays or if they're
That 5
maybe they're
minute
trying to
average.
shorten this game because they're not doing a great job of stopping Georgia right now.
That's
Look at
right.
that time of possession, though. That's crazy to me. I figured you'd look at that and it'd be opposite.
Well, Oklahoma scored on the first play, or Georgia scored on the first play.
They're
They got
scoring
2 one-play drives.
Back up far enough.
Yeah, they're scoring quick.
You know, you get out of rhythm. You want to go fast. You don't get a first down.
Making a big deal out of that. See that?
Yeah.
What's that?
5
Well, it was
came
late.
in. It was late, and his knee right in his rib cage there.
I can't believe that defender did that, Gary.
Those defensive
He
guys.
brought his knee in.
Oh, boy, he did. He rib shot at him.
That could be a kidney.
Felt that one.
They didn't call it, huh?
No.
This is what you guys were talking about?
Yeah, watch this.
Well, I know that-
Watch right here. Now bring it in. Watch his knee. Right into his ribs.
That's late, too. He's on the
On
ground.
the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would have been a big play. They called it.
Yeah.
Now you got a
15
first
yards,
down
Third and
and-
27. It was 3rd and 27, right?
Yep.
Run back a little bit. They say 72 pushed him. Is that the reason why they didn't call it?
No,
72
I think
touch
he
him at
kinda
all?
whiffed him.
I'm telling you. That'll be the reason why he didn't. That's what the officials say.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Pushed him into him.
You're right. I think that's the out for the officials, certainly.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's any time. It's like being pushed into a punt returner. I mean, it's,
Coach Holgerson, you know Lincoln Riley's mentality. What would he be doing? Would he be lighting them up during this if he saw it? I mean, would he be? He has that in him to do whatever.
I think every coach has got it in him. If your quarterback gets taking a shot in the ribs when he's on the ground, I don't really think it doesn't matter what your personality is, but
well, yeah, it's the reason why they wear a different color shirt at practice. Very few people that on your campus can do what they do. You have to protect it.
you have to.
Too hard to reach.
That would have been a big play too.
Yeah.
Like y'all said, that was 3rd and 27. That's it keeps Oklahoma on the field right there.
What gives them an automatic first down?
Or stop the run here.
That's not a smart play.
I don't think anybody even really saw it. You know, none of those
It was
Oklahoma
so
guys.
late.
Yeah, they didn't really
It was
react.
so late. That's
The
why.
official didn't react.
And this is going to be a play action. You know, they've taken those tight. They put them in tighter.
This is going to be a run.
It's going to be play action. It'll be a play action.
Go back.
Oh, drop back. Oh.
They haven't. See, they were in double slot with around the zone, and then they moved them in tighter.
You got
So what routes have they run so far?
hitch. Hitch.
And they thrown, they play action down to the other slot, and they had the guy signal for a post.
OU's been playing pretty 8 yards off almost the whole game, though.
And this ball better come out.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get a penalty because he grabbed him high. Divide zone, you got the guy, the slot, the tight end, going to come across the formation here.
It was inside zone last time.
Remember the linebacker? Remember he jumped outside last time?
Yep.
This time he stayed home. Don't throw him down.
Still amazing the time possession, though. It's been the opposite of what I would have thought.
I mean, 10 minutes.
There it is. There's 9. Go back. That's the
See,
difference.
last time, remember, he went with 18.
Yep.
This time he stayed home. He didn't follow
That's
that.
where he needs
Now he
it.
stayed right in the
Exactly.
C gap like he's supposed to. Surprise.
Good coaching on Oklahoma's part.
Yes, sir.
Coach Stu's probably had a few choice words for him there.
Here
huh?
comes you guys talking that play. Now here comes that potent.
Over route.
Here, watch it.
There you go.
There it is.
Good ball.
Inside lever, please.
See, but the problem is by putting them in so tight, you can't play as inside leverage because then you give up the corner route and everything else. So by 3 deep, you had to play outside leverage with the tight splits, then get across the field without you stopping them.
This reminds me of old USC Matt Leinart. You know,
It's 9-man protection or 8-man protection.
reduced sets with Mike Williams and those guys and posts over
It's
the
the
top.
complete opposite of your offense.
I know. I don't understand it. It seems so
Downhill.
close.
Come downhill. Come on downhill.
Hit it
Look at the movement of the Oh, unblocked guy off
Wind
the
that?
edge. That's good defensive football right
Second
there.
and 7.
Yeah. They brought a corner cat.
So you get from the sideline. just
That's the
watch
only negative
line of
about
scrimmage
putting your wide
move
receiver
past
so
the
tight.
40.
You can't see
bring
the
those
disguise.
corners.
Yeah, the disguise of it.
I mean, they're moving.
They're bringing this guy's.
Yeah, Dana, I got him once in the ball game, and then he got a touchdown because I brought him. He paid me back.
Right, that corner ain't gonna make that tackle.
Every time.
First half I got you. Second half it was a 60-yard touchdown.
Not interested.
That corner did not get that speed on his. Here we go. 2 backs in the backfield. Come downhill.
Still got reduced splits.
Goes
Oh,
flat.
they're going to get him across the
Post
field.
over again.
No. The safety come down
Throw it
this
away.
time. You see the safety? Instead of the corner playing, the corner came off and helped the post. They kind of played it like a 2-on-1. Watch the safety come down and drive on the inside route, and the corner's going to help this opponent, going to go to the post at the top.
That's what they do in their 3 deep match coverage, right?
Right. The guy goes away.
Field corner,
Oh, he
pass him
climbs,
over,
yeah.
and now you become insurance on the backside post.
Then you get this guy.
It's easy. He's in a leverage. Remember when I
He's gonna
told
get
you about
built-in
taking
leverage.
the tight splits? Well, the safety now is in a tight split. He can play the inside leverage. And then the corner goes over the top. See, they couldn't do it last time because they were in a 4 wide outlook. This time they were in a 2. They were in a 3. They were only in a 3 wide outlook.
Run it. Don't go for it all.
3rd and 7, short play clock.
There you go. Hit
Got it.
I love it.
Got it.
I love it.
Got it. Touchdown.
Nice call.
Touchdown.
Still don't think
That's
they
it,
packed
baby.
number one.
Nice call. We got a game.
We didn't even a guy similar to Gap.
Run it. So they're not out of odd defense.
Major, what were you seeing here?
They've got 2-5 techniques. They got everybody walking around.
They got nobody in the.
Linebacker should be
playing third down.
They got a nose to a 5 and no backs.
third down.
14 knows something's up.
Somebody's missed
But the first thing you got at your advantage is you're Georgia. You got 3rd and long. So it's a pass down by thought.
How many times do you think
Georgia
14
knows
lined
that.
up there?
So Georgia's thinking, hey,
14 looks about as
14
most
and 19.
uncomfortable.
What happened is they took 9 out to go to their nickel or dime group.
Yeah.
And see, 19 and 14, somebody should have moved over here.
When Oklahoma and any defense, in my opinion, I'm not trying to sound like I know it all, but when you go put your 3rd down defense out there, very seldom do you really go practice
Run fits. Whatever.
You practice curl flat, you practice curl vertical, you practice smash, and then all of a sudden a simple inside zone play, you haven't practiced that. And you got DBs playing linebacker trying to tackle this kid.
Whiteout was working at corner too, bro.
Well, it's now Oklahoma's offense turn to respond.
What was the down and distance there?
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, and they. So the
They can still hand
substitution
it.
is expecting.
Yeah, Georgia's Oklahoma's saying it's
Their little stat sheet they've been reading for 3 weeks says that on
Long yardage
3rd and
situation.
7 they run the ball 2 times and pass the ball 68.
they got a pie chart that's
That,
really, really small.
that total just went to
Says they're
3
going to run it 0.88
with an asterisk. Great call by Cheney. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's a great call.
Well, but it's what happens in bowl games. So Stanford, when we played them the other night, you look when they went to split backs, 3 wideouts, 100% of the time coming in the game, all the games we broke down, 100% pass. So what's the first play in the bowl game? Draw. It was a draw. And so what we had to do is we had to change up calls. And the second time we zone blitzed until we stopped it. In fact, the last interception we played man under against it, and the guy curled and my guy got his arms around. But
Got a runner, boys. Got a runner.
you gotta be able to change with the times.
What?
That's where those kids come back in the sideline and say, Coach, you lied. You said all that stuff's 100%, and that's like what Coach Patterson said. You
Not
look at
getting
all
any
your
more
strong
letters. I'm gonna
tendencies,
keep that to myself.
and you go the other way in the bowl.
Nothing's 100%.
No.
It's going to be interesting to see how OU responds to this.
Well, what you got to do is as I tell them all the time, they have scholarships too, and their coaches get paid also. I mean, they're all gonna look at what they do and change. I mean, it's what you do. Now we're gonna find out, and everybody's gonna earn their money now because obviously Georgia's gone back to what they've made some significant changes.
Yes, they did.
And now Oklahoma needs to do so.
Look at Georgia's offensive leaders over there. Sonny Michel, 6 for $142, and Chubb, 8 for 138.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Don't forget that other guy.
At least they're handing the ball off to him this time.
281.
Working well.
Okay, here we go. First down.
It's changed the game.
Here we go.
It changed the game.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh, no, they're on triple.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
It's pulling raffle tickets now. Now they're just trying anything. Go back to what you do. Pull that opening script out from the first quarter and run those same plays.
Well, they got to pick the pace up too.
I'm just telling you, that's the biggest thing in the game right now. What was bothering Georgia?
They're going
because they couldn't get-
11 personnel now.
Yep. They couldn't get lined up, and now they're going slow enough they can get lined up.
Defensive coordinator's too comfortable.
Yep.
Gotta speed it up. He looks relaxed.
Those
over on
dang
the side.
defensive guys.
Screen, fake screen again. They're all over it. This game is flipped, man.
Good God.
You got to give Georgia a lot of credit for the changes because they've now started bringing pressure, playing pure man, and saying beat us with one-on-one.
One-dimensional.
Pressure you're talking about, Coach Patterson right there.
Well, but they bluff out of it, actually.
Don't come.
See, he pulls out of it.
Goes back.
Yeah, so
And this safety's down.
and like he's got that back.
Like a hole player.
Little hole. What? So it's what?
Play don't work in
17-7 in the
man
third
Yeah, but
quarter.
you know what Oklahoma's got to do? They got to go back to the bread and butter in these kind of situations. They need to get back to the big guys that make hard catches. 36.
It's recruiting.
Do I allow
Phones
them?
and staff meetings.
Yeah, well, our coaches have them.
Recruiting.
Start
about like
fourth quarter.
as
They're
you're
not on
watching
the phone, no.
What about game breakdown?
We're having
Like
so
if you're
much
breaking-
fun, you forgot it was.
Do they
I
coaches
didn't know.
have
It was, I didn't know if it was timeout or
They're not
fourth
on.
quarter.
I think
Yeah.
we're getting there eventually.
quarter.
So, Coach Holgorsen, you talked a lot about the lack of pace out of OU. What's the explanation? Anything that stands out to you about why they would not be doing that?
I don't know. I just think they're kind of searching right now, and you get into a situation where you try to call perfect plays on offense, it gets you out of rhythm. So you got to just get plays in. And where OU was really good in the first quarter is when they were playing with a lot of up tempo. I don't care if you're running the ball or throwing the ball or play action. It doesn't matter what it is. You just get into a rhythm offensively, and to me, they look out of sync.
The other thing is, if you've got the best quarterback on the field, why not?
How many
play
unanswered
fast and let
points is
him
that now?
Control the
14.
game for you.
14?
It was 31-17.
They won 17.
They got a 14.
Actually, it'd be 17 points because they
17-7 in
They
the
scored. Yeah, they scored the last 3 points.
17.
24-14 a half.
So
How big was that 3
Field
points
goal,
right
3rd
now?
and 10 right here, guys.
Gonna go to his tight end right there.
That's a bad deal now.
He's going to score.
house call.
He's going. He's going.
house call.
He's absolutely.
I don't
Oh,
know.
he stepped out. Aggressive play by him.
I told you who they were going to come back to. They tried to go back to their tight end 81.
All sailed on.
Did you see that ball though?
Sailed on.
I thought it did too.
I just think that's
Did somebody hit him low right before he threw
Yeah,
it?
well, he's got him. Somebody's got him man. They got to go with the top. He really wasn't open, to be honest with you. Watch him. They're doubling him. Watch the
Here he
linebacker
goes.
and him. They got him double.
He's got to go over that nickelback and
Why did
The
you?
guy that's probably open is the look at the
I
wide
bet you
out.
this backside curl.
Exactly. That's what I was going to. Exactly.
Right there.
it is. That's the other part of that route.
there's the curl wide.
He's hanging on 81 too much.
That's a staple play for him, isn't it, David?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
95 all the way across. It's
Either you throw the one-on-one
most
outside
popular-
or play it across
Yes,
the
no,
middle.
over here.
popular 3rd and 10 play. And
What's the signal, Gary, for
I
that?
don't know. I call it.
What's the
Blaze.
signal for it?
The signal is, but it's Blaze.
I guarantee he knows what the signal is.
I know he does. I know he does.
I know all that. And there's like 75,000 of you guys that run it.
Hey, I tell you, based on what just happened right there, Gary may have called Kirby and told him what the signal was. Because they were all over that.
Nobody on that curl, though.
Nope.
That's the second time on 3rd down he's not
Well,
got
that
back
route-
to that curl.
That route is man free and 3 deep. I mean, that curl's there all the time.
All the
That's
time.
why you
Get a
throw
little
it.
hide.
Look
route
at the
down
guy off the edge.
You're getting high
there. I
or
think we're getting a little hide.
no K4
think the-
power pass?
I think the freshman quarterback needs
No,
to
they
keep the
still
ball.
haven't put 27 on the
Tell you
ground.
what, we hadn't seen 31
Yeah,
show
but
up
what?
very
You got
much
7 in the
this
ball
second.
game.
Freshman
It's still
back. Go down.
It's going to be a pass play here. I'm just going
back.
to tell you, that's why 7's in the game.
Sprint out, rub.
We're going to pick for him out here. Here he goes.
There you got it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What a catch.
What a throw. What a throw. Goodness gracious.
Throw.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
His hands. My goodness.
Back
Great
to
job of
tight
catching
end.
the ball away.
Oh, this is the wideout out here.
6.
That's a good physical catch.
That's their top wide out.
That's their best
That's who he's
one.
going to, though, right? I mean,
Yep.
the
He
hide
got
wasn't
38 catches, 60
there.
to
The,
they were
the
picking for
low
some.
cross.
Well, that's why I
And he
think
comes
he's
back
their 10
underneath, right?
personnel when he was running the draw.
They're all over
I
him.
think he's their
You
pass
got
back.
him.
Yeah, you're right, Gary.
I think he comes in, I think he comes in because he's faster and they're going to throw the ball to him. They're picking to him, and if he's not there, everybody came off. Then you have the inside route. The tight end's open too. 18 right here.
That's a strong catch right there.
That's a strong catch.
He's 6'4", 215. That's a big get.
Because if the guy that's supposed to cover 18 doesn't do what he did,
You guys, you're underestimating that doggone throw. Look at the he threw right over the linebacker's head. Look at the location.
Hey,
Look
I'm
at
not
the
doing
location of the freaking ball.
How about that
freshman
protection?
throwing that.
Protection. He didn't get
That's a
nobody.
freshman throwing that. That's unbelievable.
Right.
That's a great
They
throw.
got everybody just firm in the pocket. Look at that.
I'm just tired
Really
of
rushing two
quarterbacks
guys,
all the
right?
credit, man.
Something screwed up, right? Because they got three guys that are right at the center, and there's only one guy out here to the field needed the B gap.
How many
That
guys did they
linebacker's
rush?
going nuts. He's trying to move them right before the snap.
Okay, they rushed 4.
Yeah, there's three on this side.
3.5.
Look at that. That is
Oklahoma screwed up front there before the ball snapped.
Heck of a throwing catch.
Who do we got here on the left? Oh, that's Mac.
Yep. Mac.
Who's the other guy?
he got inducted into the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame.
Well, we're here at the.
Coach Brown did.
Who's the person to the right of Mac?
Danny Canal. I don't know who that is.
He's short.
Here's that interception that Baker Mayfield
Charles Woodson.
threw.
Yeah, he
Watch
just
the
he
curl be
forces
open.
it to the wide cross guy to 81. He forces it in there. If he goes to his next read, he got the curl up.
See how the corner looked like he was covering number 2? The safety does, and then he turns on the tight end. They got a bracket, 2-on-1, and a free guy. They even knew that he was going to go to 81.
I think I'm gonna put tight end.
Yeah, that's yep, right there.
Watch. You watch him look like he's turned outside to cover 2, and then he looks
You
inside.
tell him the tight end here.
Talking about this guy, Gary?
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Well, they don't need to.
They're going to 81.
No matter
If
what.
you look
Bring
at
it
them on
across.
third down, they're going to 81 right now.
I agree with what Coach Fedora said. That might be more on the route runner there because, I mean, he should be winning. See 35, he should be winning across that whole player. And 35's to the left, he's on the logo.
Dan, how do you guys teach?
And the tight end right there, 80
Yeah,
across.
he's
start
underneath.
flattening it
He's
out,
underneath
and
the
you just start
outside
running
backer
flat.
over the
You
top
want to
of
go flat to the
the.
right.
You guys, he should be over here by the hash. He should be getting here faster.
He throws it high. He just sailed on it.
I just think because that's a
trying to
different
pull it
type
over
body
35.
running that route. I mean, they just give him freedom. You know, you saw him.
Yeah. Start the
The
game.
one before where he got to the curl late.
But I
I saw
don't,
81 stop and try to
nowhere
return
for him to
back
throw
as
the
well.
ball
So they
here.
give him freedom to do different things.
But you guys know, any quarterback, just tell me where the one-on-one is. Well, they got 3 guys on him. You got 2-on-2 out here. You guys, I'm defending you guys. You guys were thrown out there 9 out of 10 times.
I'd go
down
to
here to
the
the
I'd go to
Go
the
to
outside
curl.
guy
Oh yeah.
Where is the
based
one
on based on last
there.
snap leverage.
Top and down bottom.
Guys, there's one-on-one
This
down
is-
here and down here.
This is-
Yeah.
Bingo.
This
He's
is
going
the
to
only
clear
guy
it. He's
that's
going to clear it here. He's
He's
wide
triple.
cross and he's backside
Triple.
post curl.
Yeah, there's 3 guys on him.
Bracketed and then underneath.
Okay, I just asked a question. Why don't you tell the quarterback just take off?
Man.
he can.
Right? I mean, when they're bracketing doing all that stuff.
He's the only
Right
best
now.
player in college football.
If they would, I tell you what people do. He does. When they know they do that, they just free release the tailback to get that red dog guy out of there.
behind him.
But to the
out.
left, you know.
You got to release. You got to
Yes,
release the
look at the
tailback
curl
to
up
get
top.
that guy out of there so you can scramble. We've had to come up with calls because of those kind of things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're turning their backs and they're bracketing and all that stuff.
Coach Hogerson, based on what the quarterback is looking at right here, what would take him off the inside receiver, the tight end?
35.
See how 35. See how that backer's turned and he's working.
Facing him.
He's facing the quarterback and he's working towards where that tight end's going to.
And as soon as you see
If
that,
I was coaching Mayfield, and this is easy for me to say. We got this thing paused, but right now that ball would be triggered to the post curl. But he's just got such a good rapport with 81, and it's won him a lot of ball games. He's got so much confidence in him. He's staying on his guy. You can't fault him for that.
Not going live. Georgia's rushed for 281 yards. And we said they weren't running the ball now.
They weren't in half.
Nobody was complaining about the production.
Yeah.
It was just the number of
getting
attempts.
live, it's not going back.
They fixed that. Great halftime adjustments by
The 24-0 run right now.
Cheney.
Both of them. Both
I mean,
sides. of the ball,
Georgia's
really.
24-0 run. Since they were down 17.
I think
Live
we can
clip.
say
All
the
the
offense,
momentum's
to be
on
honest
the-
with you, the defensive side has made the difference.
Completely
They
forgot.
stopped him 4 times
Looks
in a
like
row
a
now?
totally different defense than
They had 2 first downs. They had a
They
quarterback
became aggressive.
Well, and I think
Is that the
Oklahoma's
change they
playing
made?
into their hands too.
Aggressive?
Yeah, they
Pace
became
up.
aggressive, and they've kept numbers in the box instead of they were trying to, like I said, they were trying to surround everything, and they just said, we're going to go one-on-one, we're going to go man-free, added a guy to the box, and they haven't
And they've
been
gotten
able
to a
to
4-man front, too.
Yeah.
You still
What
dealing
needs to be?
You know, that was a
Oklahoma's
stat right there,
adjustment
Gary.
Offensively, then.
They just showed a stat there that kind of surprises me. Oklahoma and Mayfield's came from second half deficits 4 times this year. You know, so they have been in this situation, but
Reverse.
that's kind of surprising to
To
me.
get something going.
Oh, God. Take it.
Great play by the linebacker.
That's buzzer block right there.
Oh, my
number
goodness.
There's three
gracious.
blockers. He
That's
makes
three.
the play.
That is buzzer
There's three
block.
blockers.
Take it.
Is that why 3 is an All-American right there?
He's got my vote.
I don't know, guys.
I'm with
That
you.
guy
got
with
the ball in his hands is pretty
I'm
good.
with you, Dino.
Stop
was
jacking
more,
around.
There was more there.
That, Brown.
It's not,
Yep.
stuck.
Good call. Shoot.
That's just a better defense than the call, and the call is a good call. Man
coverage.
free again. They've loaded the box again.
They got too many people in there.
A little thing called mojo is happening,
Yes, sir.
right? I mean, all those guys in
momentum.
in white uniforms are playing a little faster, playing a little harder, playing a little more aggressive.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they've gotten 2 first downs this half. A quarterback counter.
Here's Smith again.
He's unblocked.
Nobody gets up on him.
Well, you only have 5 blockers, and you got 6 guys in the box. So it's what they have to do is they need to go to their short game. Probably going to see a slant or something coming because you got the one-on-ones.
3rd and 5.
Right. Bare front, man to man.
Crossers. West. There you go.
Oh, no. Holding.
Short.
Andy Short.
They'll decline it. Get the punt team out there.
They didn't get it.
Nope. No.
Just
This
short.
could be interesting. Georgia gets one right
Well, see
here.
if it's a hold. Could be a hands to face though too.
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
Holding in 72.
Yeah, look on 75, the guy, the nose guard. Hand to the
72 is pulling down.
Well, watch 17 over here on 78.
I'm looking at
78's a big old man.
I think
Watch
17
watch
is gonna be
what's.
the culprit
I don't know
here.
which holding they call, the one on the right or the one on the left. He held him with both arms.
He lifted him off the ground.
It's a holding. That's where the umpire was looking. They declined it.
That's another 3 and out. What's that, 4 in the second half?
You get a touchdown right here, it's going to be ugly, boys.
Not much more pace there either.
Because Georgia's playing him straight man.
It's hard to get any pace when you can't pick up a first down.
Yeah, you're second guessing everything. We've all been there, man.
Hurry up,
Like,
not get a
geez, I
first
don't
down.
want to hurry up and 3 and out again.
That's all right. Defense coordinator's looking at you like 45 seconds off the clock. No first down.
Hunter's still breathing hard from the last punt he had.
Pulled a hamstring. Jeez. Doggone punters.
Well, if they're going to play man free,
How far was that punt?
It wasn't very far.
How about Oklahoma defensively? What do they have to do here to not get ran out of the
They
building?
got to stop the run.
Got to stop
How many do
the
they need to add to the box?
They've
How do
already
they
been
stop the
playing a
run?
lot of one high. They've already had the guy down in there. I mean, they might have to start pressuring stuff, but they've been
They
playing.
just need to be sounder.
They've been playing with 12 back in center field.
They got beat a minute ago with the guy. They had the nickel guy in, right, and he was
Well,
out
third
of
down
out of
ball,
position,
third
right?
down, yeah.
He was out of position. And they go for a touchdown on him. I mean,
I tell you that's
That's why
great play call. I mean,
can't panic.
seriously,
Oh, yeah.
you can't fault the kids. I mean, they had him in a sub package and ran it.
28-yard punt, by
14.
the
You can
way.
see 14. He ain't ever played linebacker in his life.
28-yard punt.
Well, 14's their starter.
But you know what I mean. That linebacker position.
19's usually their outside guy that they brought inside.
Right.
Usually 9 and 14 are their 2 inside guys, and 19 is their outside guy. But you could
9
tell
was out.
He was screwed up.
9
I
was
mean,
out, and so they
They
brought
were
us,
out of gaps.
Yeah.
which he's the freshman.
He's the thicker run stop guy.
Exactly.
You saw him bring a corner blitz one time. They might try to bring a strong safety and a Sam backer. You know, some typical 21 personnel, 12 personnel blitzes. But I mean, they've been playing most of the game in one high or 3 deep, and having the
let's
extra
say they
safety
were
net.
at
Oklahoma's
halftime.
going to have to find a way to beat man free with pass to get them to loosen up so they don't do it. If they don't, then it's
Do they have
it's game.
one outside? I don't know their personnel.
Well, I mean,
Oklahoma
you
have
haven't
it.
seen any kind of
Oklahoma's,
rub or
Oklahoma's
anything.
converted 1 third down this half.
You haven't seen them
Those
rub
rush
anybody.
numbers over
That
there
was where the
are starting to
quarterback
look a
ran
little
the
spotty, aren't they?
quarterback ran the counter.
Ran the quarterback counter, and then the
They're
other
backed up.
Did they get
They-
the other one?
They were 6. They were 6 of
First downs, right?
6 of 8 at halftime. Now they're 7 of 14.
They got the quarterback counter, and then that other one they caught him in sub package, right? And they handed it off to Rodney.
That was a red zone third down. Yep.
It was 3rd and 7, I think, on that one.
Yep. Do they have a guy, Coach Patterson or Coach Holt, they have a guy outside? I mean, they have a D.D.
Number
Westbrook,
5.
a guy.
Yeah, 5 is.
Extra
And then
safety.
C.D. Lamb's a big receiver, just a freshman. They got.
Oh, no, they got
They got a
guys
guy that can beat
that-
one-on-one.
Well, and then you also have
5's their
81.
main
Use
guy.
3rd and 5, 3rd and wide. You can throw the slant to 81. You got a 260-pound body. You're trying to defend on a.
That's right.
Has Oklahoma taken more than one shot down the field?
1 or 2, but I was just about to say Georgia's corners it looks to me, are covering those guys
Yeah.
pretty good on the outside.
Come back that shallow.
Well, they
screen.
tried
Those
number
guys have
5.
home runned a lot of people.
Tried 5 early, remember, out of the triangle, and he was over the top of him. He had no chance.
You got to help him
5
with
can
route
home
tech.
run you. 2 can home run you. What's
Good old 5-minute SEC run drive.
It's a big
9
series
can
right
home
here
run you.
because of the clock and because of the score.
So how much-
How much time's on the clock?
I thought like 12 or something like that.
You're going to see Georgia.
OU's got to make something happen just to get some momentum
They
back.
huddle up this whole series. Take as much time as they can.
Uh-oh.
And then splits.
Here we go.
There's the pressure. Got him.
Oh, you're going to check
They
out
saw
of
it.
it? You're going to check
He's
out
going
of
to
it?
run, though. This is
They're about to run zone.
They're going to run the lead right there.
19 making a tackle.
Let's see what they are all up there.
Trying to force him to do something else, right?
I mean, look at the free
I'd
safety.
put 'em
He's
all
9
up
yards
there.
from the ball.
Yeah,
He's
they're
not,
all
there he is behind the camera, behind the umpire. There,
Don't move the
9
umpire.
guys. 11 guys, excuse me.
14 what he's doing there.
What are we doing?
He's a little more comfortable.
And it,
Hand it to one.
Still going to hand it off here.
Hand it to one.
Lord, I hope so.
Got tackled.
Better be careful.
High definition, yeah, but it was a high.
What's that, Dino?
percentage.
Getting close.
3rd and 4.
Is that just the cushion or?
Itch.
I'm starting to, I might be
He's
thinking
starting to
about
feel
jumping
the,
that
yeah,
bad boy.
that's what I was thinking.
Hitch and go.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Well, they run some of those hitches. That corner was thinking
Here
about
comes 7 again.
bagging that baby up, going the
Pass.
other way.
3rd and 4. Here
Third
comes
down
7
back.
again.
Jumping the hitch route a little
down
bit
back.
more than normal. It's all with the unrealistic width.
They're going to throw that hitch again, I'm just going to tell you.
Better not.
Watch.
Bad
They don't
enough.
have a guy on number 2 here. Unless
Maybe.
31's going to pull out.
They better run double slants is what they better run.
They may be doing that.
Slide into protection.
12's
They're
Twelve's
blitzing
coming down.
Here he goes.
Now,
Oh, no.
They're going to get a.
I'm telling you, he tried to throw the short side of the field, which I
intentional
thought.
grounding, right?
Is that a pass?
So what?
Was that a forward pass?
Yeah, he flipped it. He Brett Favre'd it.
Watch. I mean, there's nobody. The guy's too far away
in the
from him.
tackle box.
12 needs to come
intentional
down.
running.
They should have went to inside
Yeah,
receiver.
that number 2 was wide
They
open.
even had him beat on the flare screen if they wanted it. I mean,
Just slant route that guy.
Should have been slant. It's like
Receiver wasn't looking over here, though.
I like being the defensive coordinator in this room.
He did call
I
grounding.
say we do. They'll do this all the time.
Yeah, this was called grounding.
Oh, yeah.
Is this,
Because it didn't go past the line of
I
scrimmage.
think they called grounding.
they did.
Well,
might not have went past the line.
Quarterback here or protection? They don't have enough to block him, right?
No,
I think
when
it's
when the
route.
back released, they were screwed.
Well, it's a big deal because it's going to be about
6.
15 yards.
About 6.
74 needs to sift down. Leave the outside guy.
This is
If they are going to run this, somebody's got to be hot, and nobody ran hot for them.
zero pressure.
They got one more than
It's
they
lost
got.
it down and it was also a penalty, right?
Yep.
That's a good call. But
Why is this
That's a
4th
good
and 4?
series for Oklahoma.
The,
It sure was.
the intentional grounding is under review. We'll listen to what.
It's got to go past
It's
the
got to
line.
go past
Yeah,
the
see, I
line
don't
of
think it went
scrimmage.
past the line of scrimmage.
Got to check where the.
Well, partly because of his hand, guys.
So he's in the box.
Which is okay, but it's got to
It
go
has
over the
to
line
go-
of
Got to
scrimmage.
go past
Past
the
the
line.
line of
It's not even
scrimmage.
close.
Not even close.
I don't know why they're doing this.
Are they reviewing
I
it
think
to
they're
see if
looking
it's a
to see if
fumble?
it's a fumble is what they're looking for. If this is a
That's clearly a shovel pass.
An intentional forward pass, but it's not past the line of scrimmage.
Correct.
yeah, I
And he's
think,
in the box.
I think they're looking to see if it was a fumble or not.
Is that a spot foul, right?
You know, if that guy would have wrapped up,
I mean,
Lost it
he
down.
might not have been able. He might not even been able to get the ball off.
There's no question that this is a forward
Yeah,
pass.
because you could have grabbed his arm. Because you couldn't have did
I
this.
don't know what they got going
The
there.
outside guy is running his route.
It's not good in
Well,
in
the
zero.
quarterback is he the
The
quarterback?
reason that defensive player pushing it back because he's afraid of getting called for a bad hit on a quarterback. So now we've taught him to now, instead of making
Right.
a normal American tackle, he's playing flag football touch. And the
right.
result is it changed the game, you know?
I agree.
these are the hidden yards where you're at the 45-yard
Ref
line.
is going to make the call down
Yes,
here at
sir.
the bottom, guys.
You know, as a position you're in, I think, Brett, you should make all those statements right now.
Called it. Called it.
Call that he made.
the position that you
What's the call? Confirm?
What'd they just call?
Yeah, they
They just
fumbled the
returned
ground and it didn't get past the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so it's
Fourth down.
So they would have been punting from the
They
45.
backed it up. See where they
Right.
backed it up?
Yeah,
they
they got-
lost 10, 15 yards here,
That's what I'm saying.
which is a big deal, too.
Look where the returner's standing. He would be standing on the 10.
Six has got to get his mojo back now.
All right, we need to go to
They
no
need to let 'em-
backs,
they
or we need
let
to
'em
run the
play
quarterback.
yards.
If they're going to play
first
man
downs
free
and
like that, just run the
opportunity to go
quarterback
fast
or
if
get
they
into
do,
your
right?
rub routes.
We need to go Ricky Bobby fast, like really fast.
Now here came 3. Georgia's too fast to go sideways.
That punter's legit, man.
He looks like he's 10.
Hey.
Doesn't he? I'm all for him.
We're looking young.
The heck was played by 24. Coverage.
So OU's offense, the need to go with pace, but the need to go with pace means you have to pick up a couple first downs.
Well,
right?
you need a first down. That's how you get pace.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you need to be able to, what you do on the first play.
Right now.
First down is, the first play is what's going to set the tone.
That play caller's
roll
feelings
through,
right
so-
now, or
It's tough.
He's-
we've all been there.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
had 4
he's
3 and out.
he wants to go fast, but you got to get. He wants to pick up a damn first down and go fast.
What you really want to do is you want to go with execution. More than pace or how fast or how slow.
I mean, one of the main things that I said about OU when we started this thing is how efficient they are.
That's
Just
right.
Yeah.
Believe in what you do, call plays, things that have worked.
You know how it is
Go
when
play
you
ball.
start searching.
Interception.
You want to
start-
make the right call. You want to make the
start-
perfect call.
You start staring at that script a little bit longer, and you start slowing down. And
Mayfield, get in the middle of that.
Not quite as animated.
17 of 25.
You could tell when he started the series off with the reverse and they got 2 or 3. He was
searching.
trying to do something,
Something
Trying
get
to
it going.
create something.
and get his team back in it after
10:45 on the clock in the fourth.
Well, how many? Let's see. OU had how much rushing at half?
and a half.
150, 156.
158.
What do they got now? 176. Less than 20 yards this half in rushing.
18 yards.
That's like Gary said. that's-
56, 58, 57.
I mean, that's a compliment to Georgia.
Georgia had to stop something.
Georgia at halftime,
Take
both
something
offensively
away
and
from them.
defensively changed the
Georgia
game.
didn't have the numbers the first half because they're trying to play zone and do it. They've just said, man free.
Make them one-dimensional.
One more in the
Didn't have any
box.
stops.
Huh?
They couldn't get any stops.
Well, and here's where these receivers need to
Step up.
They need to earn their keep now. You know, I mean, Baker's been pretty accurate for the most part. Those guys got to get open and tight man coverage.
Or start running some of those, what
What
they
did he
call
do?
them,
He threw
some of
that
those
pick, though.
rub routes.
Rub routes, or it just doesn't have to be go balls and comebacks. You can do some different things underneath.
What is some of the air raid concepts in the pass game? That,
Well, like one of the ones they hit them on in the first half
two
was
screens.
that shallow pick.
Shallow
was
screen.
was the
behind the
missile
line of
screen.
scrimmage.
So that's what I figured. That's coming back with the man. They've been playing man.
Correct. Yep. I'd come back to
Shallow
that.
screen.
It would have been a good call for that 3rd and 4. You know what I'm saying?
screen.
Instead of the 95, the signal I know all the time. We got the guy, the ex-receiver going across and blocking.
he admitted
See what he did? What he did right there? That was my signal for it. Now we changed it.
That's a match. Throw the out.
It'll come back. It'll come
Not
back.
only is it your signal, it's his signal too to the defense.
I know.
Zone pressure or no?
They're going to run the zone here.
3 deep.
Oh, scooted out.
Yep. Good play call. Now go. Now they need to go.
It's always good when it works.
You
Isn't
know
it?
what they did? But the personnel group didn't
going
allow
to.
They're going now.
The personnel group didn't allow them to put more people in the box. That's what 20 personnel looks does. Is you don't get a chance because you got to make. It's pretty easy to see where the definition is. So
Yeah.
you went back to it again.
I like their tempo here. Now they
Put formation into the
boundary.
There you go. Oh,
Execute. I don't care how fast you run it.
that's right.
Execute.
That was there,
The
too.
inefficiency that
4 is a player now. That guy can make.
Yep.
it's just not them, right?
Yeah, they're a little out of sync right now, but there's one way to get that back. Just
Make a play.
He went to 11 personnel here. You notice you haven't seen. Coach brought it up earlier. 36 hasn't been in because it allowed them to play more man free and blitz more. We've had to go to 11 where they had to play more wideouts.
A pop pass here.
wide. It could be a run. They got it awfully wide down here.
Too deep.
Roll down.
Oh, double move. Got him.
Got him.
Make a play.
Got it.
So hey,
Yep.
yeah, he caught nice throw. Great throw.
There it is. There's the
To go fast.
Hey, that's what you said.
the guy you were just talking
Receivers got to make some plays.
Well, the key was you
Double
also
move up
talked
here,
about
right?
how catchable a
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah,
Dino
double
talked
move.
about how catchable a ball he throws.
I think they brought 2 under right away, right?
Yeah, I like what they're doing here now too. They're pushing things.
That's a great adjustment. Here you go.
If you need to run 6, run 6.
They're playing man-to-man. Run the QB.
He wasn't going to run out of bounds, was he?
He's had
Drop that
three.
shoulder.
They've had
You
3
don't run out of
quarterback called
bounds.
runs, and they've all been huge plays.
They picked up the tempo. They picked up a first down. We're able to pick up a
See,
tempo.
they're letting
That's
Baker.
not
They're
fair
letting
to the
Baker play
defense
ball.
right
See,
there. You're
they-
short a guy. You're
They
short
need
a
to do
guy
the-
in
They
that.
need to do the same thing in the pass game. They need to start flaring the back so the linebacker has to leave the box if they're going to play man free.
That's a good first down
Patient
call.
enough to get the pace back in.
And their
Hands are back on their hips.
First thing, you know,
Now
that's
they're subbing. Subbing again.
See, they shouldn't have subbed him
They
though,
shouldn't have subbed.
because now they got the defense on their heels. Don't sub it so you can just keep pushing it.
The pace is always giving them trouble.
Big old boy right there has got 12 personnel.
well, again, their coaches and their players don't work on it.
Right. I mean, that's if you go back to what was the kid's name, Knight, that played at Oklahoma when they played him in the Sugar Bowl. When they played Kirby in Alabama.
Get out of it.
Well, he's got-
Get out of it.
Make a play.
There you go.
Johnny Manziel.
Make a play.
There's 36, so what I tell you, 36-81.
He got his mojo back now.
Look at he just scramble around, make a play.
Yeah, that one was off the chalkboard.
That's. I mean, defensively,
Right?
what do you do defensively?
Well, when this doesn't
I mean,
happen,
you got everybody covered.
the Heisman Trophy
You got
is
everybody
that
covered.
Watch 78.
time.
You see 78, he just waiting for somebody to come back. Watch him come back. He's just waiting because he knows he's going to scramble out. Watch him just come out. He's just waiting. Watch.
Defensively, you got everybody
Watch him.
covered.
He's going
You
to come
done
over
what you're
here.
supposed to do.
He's going to come get somebody. I mean, just they know what Baker's going to. They played with him so long. He gets outside the pocket, then it's one-on-one. I mean, it's this is a great ball game. Great ball game.
36 isn't built like a
Game
Ferrari.
38.
Fun to watch both sides.
Run the ball. Georgia.
Both coached well too.
You guys talked about it. The efficiency allowed him to go fast, made their quarterback look a little bit better, and there they are.
Got
Well,
back
they
in
got
the
into
rhythm.
a rhythm.
well, you saw him there. He's like, give me the call, give me the call, give me the call. He wanted to get going.
They
That's what I
got
like
that
about
first down, so they were able to go
on that
fast.
first run. Yeah. You know, and that's
Overcame the drop.
Numbers again?
Next play.
What was the first down play? Was that the run with Anderson?
Yeah, they flared the back
Went
out.
2-by-1 and then
And
shot him out.
20 personnel. Well, it was actually 21 because the tight end was split out.
Okay, so it's 21, 5 motion.
This is
inside
the
zone.
Baker Mayfield run on that.
Yeah, this is big here now. This is
not-
took him from the 37 down to red zone.
There's the gap scheme.
Let's go behind it. And
He gets
Defense is
This
short.
is a run pass option here.
Yeah, this is run pass.
This
and-
right here, you got enough time to be able to throw it out there.
You got
or make the
45 is
decision.
all the way out there. So the box count is
going to
5.
24.
Yeah, it's either flare
screen.
flare screen or
Quarterback run.
He's reading 3.
But watch
Yes.
3. They're playing man coverage. Watch.
45. He's
the
reading
quarterback
45.
run
Yeah.
is
He's
this
got
part.
5-on-5 now.
But his first option is the
You
reading
don't want
out
to
here.
throw this screen
As
in
soon as he
man.
knows that there's only 5 guys
45 is already
in
out of the box, right?
Yeah.
Run it.
But it gets him to widen so it can't be 6 in the box.
Let's go back
the
to all
QB
22
run
to
and
take
makes
a
it a
look at it.
+1 run for the quarterback. That's how you run
That's an
counter.
easy keep for the
That's
quarterback.
an easy
The
key.
guy that has to make this play is the end. If they're going to pull, if you're going to let the linebacker chase the flare, then the end has to follow the tackle.
He's gotta
If
go.
he follows the tackle, then you have enough people. If you don't follow the tackle, you're in trouble.
We're reading him.
So the run is
There's no read. That's
right
what you have to
here.
teach them. The back left.
Pass is,
So you
is
go.
the back flaring.
Back
He's
flare screen.
reading number 45 right there.
I tell you, 81 does do a good job.
He
right
does a
there.
great job.
He's a most
Reading
dangerous
this
man guy.
Quarterback's reading that guy on that.
Reading
X.
45. No.
No, one more back.
outside.
Guy in the X.
As soon as that guy went
right
to
there.
tailback, it's quarterback run.
As soon as that guy took a
Go.
step this
That's an
way.
excellent job by 81.
And then what
Even
Coach
if he
Patterson's
throws it
saying
right
is
here,
you've got a
he
guy
still
for the
gets some
quarterback,
positive
15, standing up, but he goes upfield.
So what they did is they got
was
three,
Dino
they got 3
down,
people to
say-
play quarterback.
He's our Huckleberry, right?
Whatever that means.
Well, yeah, and the end. Because the end has nobody to read now. He stands and plays quarterback, but there's no read to read. He should have followed the tackle.
Pull the pin and go.
The offensive line didn't block this right. They really should have had a block for the free safety.
Oh, yeah, they should went all the
They
way.
should have went all the way past the free safety. The free safety should have been blocked.
Get all the way back to that.
Battle of the midline.
Now they got some juice.
A little momentum swing.
Got some juice.
What time do we have?
How much time's on the clock?
What's time on the clock?
Maybe.
8:47 left. 38,
A
38.
lot of time. A lot of time. A lot of time.
You don't want to see that squib kick again, right?
I think it's pretty safe to say that Oklahoma won't run a squib kick for a while. They get rid of that shortstop.
How y'all think Central Florida would do?
Look at 6. Look at him.
Huh?
You think he's ready?
You might need to say that louder so they hear you.
How y'all think Central Florida would do in this game? Anybody? No? No
Got to
takers?
give them some credit.
No takers?
We'll let you answer those phone calls.
Undefeated.
You got to give them some credit. They won every
Beat a
time
dang
they
good
line
team
up.
today.
They got beat a real good team.
Scott just texted me.
Ask you to ask that question.
Yes, he did.
That's awesome.
Happy for him, man. That's awesome.
He doesn't have to worry about that anymore, right?
No, he wants it the other way around. No.
This guy's not coming out.
Don't do that. All right.
That's Georgia's turn.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a great catch.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That was 9.
They just showed.
See, 71, you know,
I'll tell you what, 9. This isn't the first time you've seen 9 blocking his rear end off, too.
He's going to be a good player. That's a true freshman.
he's a true freshman. Where's he from? Houston.
Houston.
Wow.
So Georgia has to respond here. Do they come out getting downhill in a hurry again?
They better keep doing what
Stay
they've
with the
been
game
doing.
plan.
I would
They're
guess.
going to get in that double
possessions.
slot and run the zone.
Again, please, one more time.
I think a nice 8-minute and 30-second drive would be
Well, they
perfect.
went to nasty trips here.
Okay, they about to
They're
pitch
going to run
the
the
ball.
zone anyway. They're still going to run the zone here. Watch.
Belly flip.
Well, they ran the toss, came back with the Cardinal sweep.
Still picked up, what, 5?
No, I don't know if that was 5.
They didn't see. Oklahoma's playing inside.
tights.
See, they don't have a leverage person. Is why they went to the toss. 31's the closest guy to the leverage.
9 got there in a
You're
hurry.
going to
Where
get
did he
some type
come
of
from?
boot coming here.
Nine's going to be a good player, too. That's a true freshman.
He's got to make this play.
What's that fifth?
It's a 5-yard gain.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Comes that zone play again. You know, they split it for about 40 yards. Oh, they went, watch 18 come clear
That's a true
across.
freshman from Houston.
Good God.
Is that number 6?
Which one, Dana?
9.
Football.
Going the out route.
I agree.
That's the one from Richmond, right?
Missouri City.
Your city?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice ball. Ooh, good job with your feet.
Yeah, Hardman and sophomore. Coleman, Georgia.
Comes a little run.
We're going to review that
Coach
last.
Chaney,
see if he
Cal
had
State
possession
Fullerton.
before he went out of bounds.
They're reviewing the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in.
Yeah, you got
He
it.
was in.
But
Got possession.
yeah, the possession. Yeah, but he looks pretty clean there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Kirby's saying it was good. It has to be good.
He's dragging both feet. The knee's not.
You don't think he's biased at all, huh?
They're seeing if that ball was moving.
It's not. Ooh.
See, it looked like it maybe was there at the end. From that
There you
angle.
go. This
is
is
the
a
shot.
good look.
Got it. He's down.
He's down.
Possesses
Catch.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Go to the ground.
You can't turn it over.
There's no
You can't
doubt.
turn it over.
What they should hear is that's
catch.
confirmed, right?
Yes, sir.
That shouldn't even just stand. That should be
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
It's confirmed.
First down.
there you go.
Go Georgia, go.
This is exactly what you wanted in a playoff game, right?
Yes, it is.
38-38. We got 7 minutes left. Almost 8. Come down the last 2 or 3 drives of the game. Maybe we'll get a triple overtime.
And you know Baker wants the ball last.
No doubt. Who's been there before? All right, Baker.
That means they're going to push back the start of the second game, right?
Exactly.
There's Penn Pull again.
You know how you should have known it was going to be a run? It's 10 personnel and 27 was in the game. Any other time it's been a pass at 7. He's been there throwing guy.
Major, talk to me about pin and pull here.
71 is just going to pin the defensive tackle who's playing inside. 74 is going to pull around. So there's your pin block by 71. Pull is 74. Now the back's just got to stay on an outside course and play off of 74 and 18's block.
I believe there's a boot coming here sooner or later, isn't
So right there, you got it. Yep.
4 down front here, gentlemen.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Into a
I'm loving it.
4-man front.
I got a 20-month at home, so I'm watching more than I would have ever watched at home.
Let's tackle.
No, he did. Oh, wow. No, he did.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. There's the turnover.
I never saw the ball come out.
They're going to be looking at this
came out.
play. They're going to be looking at this play here before they
Let's look at
say.
it first.
Yeah, let's look at it.
They're going to be looking
Got
at
a different angle.
What would help us?
wide view.
From the wide view.
Get us the wide view.
This will hurt.
Right here.
Why put it
That's ball out.
That ball is out. Let's see if this guy steps up.
Wow.
Ball's out. He put his head right on the
change of
helmet.
events here.
All right, let's see if he steps out when he picks it up.
Here's the copy on the broadcast.
They're going to go.
Dude's in bounds.
Good.
He's playing.
That's 6.
He stayed in bounds, plus his right foot was down when he had possession.
Send the ball.
All right, so they're
15
still,
sideline violation.
Ball security.
Send the ball out.
Ball security.
7 minutes and 49 seconds left.
yeah. You still don't have to get out of you just do what you do.
Still run the football.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm trying to figure out
Great ball
why.
started by the.
Trying to figure out why
his hand-
Why didn't Georgia go to 10 personnel looks?
We don't do the
or
NFL
wide out looks. I mean, they're
one-hand
having so
strut.
much success with tight ends.
I can't answer.
Gary, do you teach ball security
It's a great ball.
Defense.
on DBs like this?
Yeah, if they score, it's one of the. Here's what it is. Great job. Don't do it again.
I think that's the closest foot to the sideline. The rest of it's
Parker kid,
to
eh?
go, right?
That's great job. Don't do it again.
He's our captain.
Yep.
Good player.
Yes.
Wow. It's a big change right there. Turnovers.
Team captain, senior from Tulsa. Good for him.
Booker T.
Well, the only thing I'm going to say that I've said all night without being unbiased and notice is that where Georgia was in defense. Everybody talks about being
Touchdown
12
confirmed.
defenses.
Scoop and score.
All I'm going to say, that's 44, 45 points right there.
Stirring the pot, Gary.
Yes.
What are we starting? I didn't hear that. That phased Mr. Patterson out.
I went all night. I'm just saying, win or lose, all I'm saying is
Well, Gary's
The point of emphasis.
Gary's 100% accurate on this. You know, the stigmatism out there on Big 12 is there don't play defense.
Oh, I got
Now, is it Big 12 doesn't play defense, or the offenses in the Big 12 pretty good?
Pretty good.
Now, in Georgia right now came in top 3 in the country in
Yeah, offenses are dang good. You guys know it.
you know, in points per game and yards per game allowed, and you're sitting right here at 45 points.
Let's go there again, Coach Hogerson. Say that exact same thing, so that we can.
You're in trouble
now.
Here
we go. Put that plug in.
I think it was.
Here we go.
I can say that.
I think you said.
I'm sticking up for Coach Patterson.
Patterson made a comment.
You're going to blame it on
100%
Coach
correct.
Patterson.
No, I'm just
agreeing
I'm
with him.
supporting my Big 12 colleagues.
So what was the point again?
Is it Big 12? Does the Big 12 not play great defense, or is the Big 12 offenses pretty good?
Yeah, offense is pretty good.
I'd like
I
to
don't think
say
there's
that
any
the
doubt.
offenses are pretty good. I mean, here's
There's no
Georgia,
doubt of that.
who's clearly got a great defense. They're top 3 in the country in scoring defense and yards per game defense. You know, Oklahoma's got 45 points on them right now.
Yeah.
So I just think that's, and Coach Patterson's obviously one of the better defensive coaches in the country.
That's a great point.
And TCU plays great defense. There's some pretty good offenses in the Big 12.
No doubt.
We can all agree on that.
well,
Absolutely.
it's just a big game. Don't do that. Don't get a flag.
You still got plenty of everything's fine.
All that being said,
6.5,
the last 7
6.5.
points was scored by a defense. So
I was going to say both offenses scored 38 points, right?
A little under 7 minutes. Have you seen enough out of Jake Fromm, the freshman quarterback, to feel comfortable about this situation?
That's what we're comfortable about. He's going to be good.
Yes.
I like it.
I still.
He's a good player.
I think he's a really good player.
credit the coaches too. They've done a great job of giving them a
Yeah.
plan to be successful, put them in calls at the right place.
They're not afraid to throw him.
Because they've only been 11 personnel. You're going to see the zone play here.
Balanced.
They're about to hand the ball. This ball's getting handed. Oh, 7-man box. Hold up.
Dude, they went trips
Hold
last
up.
time. They went trips last time with the tight end into the boundary. This time they're here. They'll run the zone here. Only 2 times they've been lined up in 11 personnel looks.
71 got
They'll run
beat
the
here.
same way.
71 gets beat.
This is what I wanted to do last time. They ran the ball.
Takes
No, they
that
did it
inside
again.
gap.
The 11
They ran it the
personnel
wrong
is
way.
tight end.
He's going to
Wide outs.
He's going to come in a
Wide
B
out
gap.
and running back.
He's going to come in a B gap.
Always adds to 5.
31's a good player.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
He was on small American list now. I mean, this is a heck of a play by him.
So does that unbalanced check get him in a 4-man front?
This is live. Back to a 3 down.
Yep.
Play action.
Go. There you go. Good murder.
He's a big kid. He can handle that. He's fine. He's fine.
Slow down.
What are they trying to get here?
3rd and 5.
But I think they ate it up.
Manageable.
I think what he wanted wasn't there.
About here, right?
He wanted the
Go to
smash route right down here at the bottom to number 6, and the corner closed on it.
I think he wanted the comeback.
I wanted to dig.
They're going
Right there.
19 does a nice job.
Yeah, you're right.
Taking
I
the
think you're
dig
right.
away.
3 cloud.
Kind of one of those RPO deals.
That stuff doesn't hurt.
5 minutes left.
3rd and 9. Screen.
3rd and 5. Isn't it?
Nice going to flare.
Uh-oh, 3. Drop 8.
Got it.
Crosser.
Threw it in the dirt. Now,
That's a big
now
stop.
what you do?
Mesh, he couldn't tell if the guy was going
Plenty
to
of
sit it
time.
down.
Yeah, how many timeouts does Georgia have?
3 timeouts for Georgia.
Oh, then they need
5
a
minutes and 34 seconds.
Shallow
good.
crossers that smash right
And
inside.
Oklahoma's only had 1 drive the
They were
second
on a
half.
mesh there.
1 drive, right?
I think it was into 5. Wasn't sure whether he was sitting down or continuing to go.
What do you guys think? When they do come back, you think Oklahoma's going to run that wide receiver screen?
See 5 sitting down and 11
One
thinks
play they
he's still
haven't come
running.
back to yet.
Both the wide receiver screen and the shallow pick. Those are safe plays that can keep the chains going.
I like 95. That's the signal for that.
And just Sam over the mic.
Let's see if here's how you get it accomplished. You call it on the first play in the huddle.
So if
Then you don't signal it.
That's right.
And then they don't know it's
they're
coming.
accusing Coach
guys
Patterson
think-
of certain issues.
You don't think I don't give offensive guys enough credit that they change their signals every game? Every game.
Y'all still look at your wristbands when you pressure?
Actually,
That's
we actually do all of it.
That is awesome. That is
It's
awesome.
true, though. It used to be.
All right.
We had to go to all of it on the wristband.
Stop airing out our dirty laundry. Here we go.
And it's good.
I love it. Run it.
There's the gap scheme again.
They haven't tackled him yet. He's still churning.
We got, 3, 4, 5, 6 on here.
You got 4 after contact?
Yeah. He's a big back.
He's
I think
he's
him
really
and
a
five,
good player.
Him and 5 emergence the last half of the season was the biggest difference.
I agree with that.
You compare him to 1 in 27?
He's similar.
Ooh, they're in clock already, huh? All right, boys.
Yeah, I would support this right here too.
Support this decision.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I would
would.
support this.
What are you guys talking about?
Going clock.
Now is when you slow it down a little bit. Now you're up 7.
They should be snapping at 3 or less now.
That's to the point where you're out of rhythm now.
Don't throw it and stay in bounds. There you go. Good job.
It'll be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
You shouldn't have hesitated.
What you got? 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3.
All the things that you guys talked about. Snap it with 3, stay in bounds. Now 3rd and 3. What's your call here?
You get back to get into a spread set. You run your quarterback with that little counter play you ran before. Let him play man-to-man to stop you. They'll be short in the box, and we can rock and roll.
I think it's a good call. Let's see if they go to 2 backs. No, they're in 1 back. They went to 11 personnel,
Still in the pistol.
which means they're going to go to 95 here.
You're going to be cover 1.
Oh, this could be a run. He might just hand this
Shallow
off.
pick.
Could be the shallow
He's going to run it.
Could be the shallow pick.
Oh,
Something was wrong there. Watch the pitch relationship.
That's a good job by Georgia.
Watch the pitch.
What should it be, Coach Fedora?
well, he should have went sideways. 24 should have went sideways, not forward like he was running outside zone.
He's running like he's going outside zone. He's running right at the tackle's outside cheek. And then he realized it's option.
This is not the look.
The tackle.
Two plays
That's
right
not
there.
the
They
look.
haven't
Go
been on
back
the
one more
same
time. The
page.
tackle's got to stay
that's
down
not
on the
good.
three technique, right? I mean, Lord have mercy.
You know, 24 hasn't been the same
No way to
person
climb
since
to.
he got hurt.
75 and
he's had a
71
couple
work up together.
Yeah.
Even if you get the ball to Anderson out there one-on-one,
Look
he's
at
got a chance to
Mayfield.
make
Look
that.
how he's. Watch how he pops his feet
block
like
on the
he's
three technique.
fixing to ride it, and then he goes and pitches.
Ooh,
That's the way it was designed.
We go back to that.
That
play.
is facial reaction right there, then?
Yeah, he's like, what's up with that?
Let's go. Take us back to that play.
The guy that makes the plays.
Yeah,
the
the
three
last play.
Did Mayfield check to this?
Yes. Or it was
did,
silent.
didn't
It was a bare front, so they checked it to option.
That's a critical mistake.
I
on
don't
third
think the
and three.
tailback got it.
Yeah, it was
I
bare
don't think
front.
24 got
I
it.
agree. I don't
See
think.
right there, it's bare front.
I don't think 24 gets it though. Because watch his pass.
71 and 75 have to block that three technique.
gotta-
Well,
back.
they gotta-
not only did the running back not get it, the lineman didn't get it.
75 is the issue.
There's the bare front, right?
Yeah, so they checked speed outs and down the field.
75 and 71 have to block up to
You got
that
to double
backer
the
that's on
three
the
up to
hash.
the backer.
75 is the issue. If
And
he
they
doesn't
don't
get
block
the
the three technique, and he's the one that makes it.
there.
That can't happen on third and
You
three.
can't. You
And
cannot.
then you option man on the line of scrimmage. It's a good
See,
call.
they're going to go up. They only got one.
Watch, the guy that
linebacker
makes
in
the
box.
tackle is the one in the B gap.
Good call.
Great call.
That ball's outside. It's gone.
But I don't think the tailback got it either.
No.
Was it a look back? Did they get the play from the sideline?
Short.
Oh, did that hit somebody? Ooh, sorry about that, microphone man.
That's fine. I'm with you. I'm with you.
We're under 5 minutes. You
I'm like,
can yell all you
you're in the
want.
coaching mood, like, oh my God. shit.
What is that? That punter is a lot better punter than that.
Did they get that option from the sideline? Did y'all see?
I think he checked it. I think he checked
He
it.
did it himself.
I don't think he turned and told the guy.
I think he
I
checked it.
don't think the tailback ever got it.
You can see coach's reaction there when he went. So something didn't happen.
Team have
only a
that. in
I don't know
that
what it is.
situation.
It can't happen on third and three towards the end of the game.
Not in that
Their
situation.
punters killed him, man.
28, 29 yards.
Yeah, because they should be down on the 20, 15-yard line right now. And then it's a whole different thing with 3:22 left if the ball's on the 20.
Gary, you're gonna get your wish.
Stay in their normal
Number
offense.
seven's in, isn't it?
Just run your
Triple
They're gonna
overtime.
throw the football here.
Stay in their normal
There's your draw.
offense.
There's 7.
Yep. That's his play.
I agree with Coach Fedora. Get back in 13, 12 personnel.
tell you
Just
what,
run your
number
stuff. You
one
got
back
3
in the game.
timeouts.
Absolutely.
Do what you're
Stay
doing.
with your offense.
Score with 0 seconds left. Go to overtime.
Nearing 3 minutes. Georgia has 2 timeouts. All
There's your
three
guy.
for Oklahoma.
There he is.
There's your guy,
He's coached some good ones, huh?
Coach Chaney.
Drew Brees.
It was pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Tall guy, right?
I don't know why you're doing this.
Tackle. Make the tackle.
I don't know why you're doing this, Oklahoma. White blitz. Don't put them in one-on-ones where we can go to the house. I mean, they got.
You better make the tackle corner.
Well, if you get the ball back, you win, right? If you
You
don't
do
get
go.
the ball back,
Yeah.
you get Baker
One-on-one out
Mayfield
there.
with the ball.
Right.
So you win again.
Prefer to stop him.
Yeah.
Zone pressure.
Man pressure.
That's 0.
Oh, shoot, excuse me.
And 4-on-4. I mean, one guy misses. I mean, it comes boot. Boot.
Oh. Get it out.
Oh,
Oh, what a play. What a play.
Great play. That's good in space.
Nice job, quarterback. Holy
Who
shit.
missed the sack? Who missed the sack here?
He can't be good.
Yeah, he has him. I mean,
Yep, 3. Gave him the old limp leg.
watch.
Wow. He's being told
That's a
you
heck of a
can't hit
play
a
for
quarterback
Saban.
very hard.
Freshman quarterback.
Right down.
any quarterback.
Well, how about grab some cloth and
2 minutes
hit
to
him like
go.
the old school guys used to
3
hit?
timeouts.
Grab something.
Will be
Yeah.
a quarter. Small ball left.
I might have jinxed. We might go to overtime.
55.
You already told you that. You
There's pressure.
like you're gonna get your wish, Gary. Goodness gracious. Throw that ball. Throw it. God,
Oh.
Put him on the ground.
take a sack, brother.
It was your
Second 10. You're all right.
backer field safety splits.
Minute 37. You got your timeouts. You're all right.
They call timeout. No,
Timeouts
they're letting it
for
wind.
Georgia, 3 for Oklahoma.
There's that pressure.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with this one, Dan.
We got
You're killing your first downs. You're killing
One
downs.
thing's for sure, he doesn't see the zone blitz very well.
You're right. That was it. That was the blitz we were talking about. Sam strong safety.
The first one was here. That one he rolled a 3.
13. He's gonna win. I do, yeah.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch
Take
out!
a shot. No shot.
Oh,
No shot. They tried to do the.
3rd and 10.
He's set up and then run a wheel out
Yeah.
the back end with him.
Yeah,
didn't he?
watch the
Guy
inside
kept his
receiver. on
eyes
the
down
hat.
here.
There's still time to run the ball.
receiver.
Yeah, watch him.
Roll route. Scroll on the wheel.
He's going to stop and go at little Curly, Dairy Queen, then come back out of it. Got DB did a nice job.
I wonder who does that route.
Big third down here, guys. Third and 10.
2 downs, so get what you
Two
need.
down territory.
Yep.
You have 2 timeouts, minute 6 left.
Get lined up. Let's go.
Get what you need. It's something positive.
I didn't like the clock management coming down
Clock
to the
at
end.
4.
Okay.
There he is,
Ball.
dig.
Good ball.
Dig.
How did the linebackers not stay in this?
Because he widened with the shag.
Why do they do that? Why don't they take the deep route away and let them play
Guys, I don't know
short?
why they do anything. Why do they do that? Watch him. I mean, it's just in the corner.
Why do they?
It's like a mouse taking the cheese.
Oh, my.
Oh, that was
Well,
quick.
he called it.
This is not good. Because now they're going to think about running the ball.
Oh, yeah, with
This-
3 timeouts.
It goes to the 2
They're
now,
gonna do
doesn't
exactly
it?
what they did.
Yeah.
It goes to the 2.
Yeah, that's.
Are they going to go for 2 if they get it?
Go to the 2-yard line.
Are they going to overtime?
That's not PI, is it, Gary?
They're going to run this ball in the end zone, I think.
They tempoed them right there. That's not
You guys agree
PI.
with this
Come
call
on.
outside?
He said he wasn't even going to look over here.
Next shoulder.
He was trying to keep a straight face.
Do we agree on this pass interference here?
Where are these officials
Good?
from?
Yeah, we agree.
I think they're just playing.
I think it's a great call.
They're going to run the ball. They're going to run out of
we got a
time.
big-
They're going to. Oh, it's Wildcat.
Coming this way.
Wildcats.
They got timeouts.
Wildcats.
Shove.
Did you just give him too much time?
You damn right.
I think you probably
You
did.
guys,
55 seconds.
They got 2 timeouts, right?
you guys kicking?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all they need is a
No
field.
one in here going for 2?
No, because
Nobody in here going for 2.
2 timeouts and 55
If you
seconds.
go for
Baker
2
Mayfield.
and you don't get it, then you get.
Yeah.
We're okay sitting here.
You don't like saying the F
Didn't go
word.
to
That's a bad word.
Probably just too much steak.
too much poundage on the line of scrimmage here, right?
Too much meat.
New look. Haven't shown him the whole game.
I think overtime favors in the way they run the ball.
I would agree.
Georgia.
That's a big kick.
I'm on 98 with the glass. Oh, no. Did you see him?
Oh, how was that not a legal procedure?
I don't know if I agree with that. Well, just
Illegal
because
procedure on the kicker here?
Yeah, I mean,
Oklahoma's
moving
touchdown
forward.
rate
They're
in the
not
red
gonna call
zone
that on him.
is really high.
Well, it's almost screwed him up, though.
Yeah, I could have screwed him up.
90%
Good concentration.
80%.
All right, I get to play TV
I could
guy.
have screwed him up.
I get to play TV. Did you know that Georgia's red zone offense is 4th in the country?
Pretty good.
Don't you wish they had all this stuff on the sideline?
What's their touchdown rate?
When you can run the ball.
Touchdown rate? I don't know. I got to ask the producer of the truck.
To me, the touchdown rate overtime.
Hey, is that what's on? Hey, is that what's on here?
Yeah.
I couldn't read that if I had to. My life
Back out,
depended
put
on
the
it.
lineman. Yep.
Tight end?
You need the TV producer.
Yeah.
Fullback?
And 71.
Wow.
New look.
71.
More pin pull scheme.
71.
More pin pull.
55 seconds. Can you get a
Cardinal
field goal?
sweep.
Didn't
2
keep in
pull,
mind.
2 down.
No, yeah.
How big
Two
is that
down.
3 points there at the
Yeah.
half?
Here's that pass on
Pepper. I'm telling you, the
dig
kid had to
route
be a
over the
professional
middle.
pepper player
You're right.
to grab that snake.
Watch 14. See, he
third and
jumps
10.
it. He jumps the shag. I mean, it's 3rd down and
3rd and 10.
That's a heck of a throw, too.
This
Don't
defender
you guys have
comes
those calls
outside.
where they just drop in areas and they don't play men within a zone? I mean,
I don't.
oh, okay.
That's a lot of
45 all,
time.
55
That's a lot of
seconds
time with
left.
3 timeouts.
With number 6.
With number
Number
6 back
six.
there.
Didn't he win the Heisman?
This is what he wants.
What that squib pick before half that led to.
That's what we're just saying.
What do they got to
You
get?
said that about 2
Yeah,
minutes.
but Oklahoma's got to be careful.
These guys are talking in my ear. I can't-
You're behind.
The guy that did this.
If you're going to stay up with
The
the
guy that
coaches, you got to stay up with the coaches.
Oklahoma's got to be careful not to turn it over here, too. I mean, so you can't just go thinking you're just. There's a guy that got a good field goal kicker. I mean, it's.
Drill one for 55.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can say that, but I ain't thinking like that.
I'd let number 6 be number 6.
Well, I think they're going.
I'll tell you
He
what.
brought you this
What does
far.
I got the Heisman
what
Trophy
does
winner, and I got a
number
chance to
6
win.
Look like in this situation.
But you got overtime and you got 6.
Uh-oh, no backs,
Well, I tell you where he
Here
can
we
get
go.
you in a situation
He's gonna
like
motion
this
in here.
is with his feet.
no backs.
Deeper
Every
quarterback.
snap, baby, every snap. Get after.
They're bringing 4.
See, I told you he's going to motion you in.
What makes you think that? The fact that he's lined up as deep as a quarterback?
That screen.
Get a first down. There you go. Clock
That's huge right there.
Out of bounds.
Oh, he's running the clock.
First down.
No, it's a first down.
The guy made a mistake down the bottom. He's running the clock when it's a first down.
He's stopped.
We're going to stay live, guys.
Hey, I can even talk about the officials, too.
We still get fined. They'll probably fine us in our mailboxes. Here we go. Oh, nice one. Get out of bounds. There you go.
Pretty good coverage.
Should have hydrant. No hydrant.
Well, 18's been hard to get against. He's the one that covered 5 earlier.
18's a good corner.
We need a back shoulder ball.
That was top right there.
Back shoulder.
All you need is a field goal.
I go to number 9 again down that sideline.
All you need.
You get a back shoulder about the 30.
They probably won't get man coverage this time, though.
Attack the middle of the field. You got 2 timeouts, and all you need is a field goal.
Looks like 2 man, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to be 2
You
man.
got 3?
3 timeouts.
3 timeouts. He doesn't have to tackle.
Pressure? No way. No way. No pressure.
Playing good cover too.
Good check.
Now you
That's not good. Timeout, 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 out.
There it is.
Good high knees, coach. Good high knees. Getting the timeout. Good job.
2 left.
29.
29 left.
Where do they got to get to? What y'all know on their kicker?
That kicker's pretty good. He hit about a 51-yarder on
They
those.
got to get it to
Oklahoma's kicker
30,
51 is the
35.
long.
33?
Well, that was against us.
So they got to get to the
33, 43, 33.
Touche.
There you have it.
They got to get about 20 yards.
How much time's left in the game?
That's a.
Well, they got it at the 36. Huh?
About
Got it at
20 yards.
36.
29 seconds?
29 seconds. They need basically 20 yards.
They can get that in
They have
one
2
play.
Got 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, 29 seconds.
what,
They
4 or
can
5
get that
plays?
in one
It wouldn't
play.
shock me to see him pop another run here.
Yeah. They're playing 2. They're playing 2 for sure.
You got to get a first down.
They're going to save 1 timeout for the kick.
You got to get a first down. And then you can clock it and not use, so you still had 2 timeouts, right?
Clock.
3rd and 2. Georgia has 2 left. Georgia has 2 timeouts. 3rd and 2 for Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's still got 2 timeouts left.
Right. You might see a run here.
We're saying
You can see a run,
gotta get
clock it or use it. Probably better to clock it.
They're going to have to throw the ball here.
They've got 4 plays.
Well, they're going to
squeeze the
They got
box.
6 in the box here. They're
He's
going to.
checking a pass.
He's not going to pressure him because they can't
Checking
make
a
a field
pass.
goal.
He might add him late.
Coach Holgerson, you think it was checking pass here?
He is checking the pass.
You got man free.
Man free. He's got no choice.
1001, 1002, 1003.
Down the sideline.
I don't know
Not that
about.
dude.
I don't know about the decision.
I don't know about that one.
I like the pass check, but he's got to throw something a little bit more higher.
That was
than
too aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to play.
That's 4th and 2.
How do you tell him? How do you tell that guy he's too aggressive?
I like what you had on the previous 3rd down, Dino, where you
No,
let your
can't
quarterback run
get
it.
the ball over right
You know, and then you get the first down.
You
The
gotta
clock
punt it.
stops with the first down.
He's going to punt it.
Yeah, you got to punt it.
I liked what you.
That's why you needed a higher percentage pass than that on 3rd and 2.
Or a
You didn't like it?
higher percentage.
No, I like the idea what Dino had earlier. If you know they're going to have one more in the box, then go to a quarterback run, so you got +1. And now your quarterback can get you 2 yards for a first down, and the clock's going to stop on the first down. You don't have to spike it. Have a play ready, and then you got 2 timeouts, so you got a 10-second runoff. You got another one in your pocket. This thing's
Gary,
going
you
overtime.
jinxed us.
I get blamed for everything
I know
else.
this ball is.
I might as well get blamed for this, too.
This punt's coming back to about the 25. It looks like
He shanked another punt.
What is his average?
Let me be the first to say it. Georgia ended the half, Dino, with a 55-yard field goal, right?
Yes.
I didn't pay attention the last time you were talking about that.
What's the punter's average right now for Georgia?
He had a 28, and if this is a 25, he's kicked a 28 and a 25 in this game.
I think that's highly
He had a 43-yard average.
They're gonna run the ball out. They're gonna go to overtime. He's not gonna do anything stupid here.
He had a 43-yard average.
Be shocked if
When you can run the football like they are, you like the chances inside the 25-yard line, right?
they're not even going to hand it off. Look at them.
You
They're
know
just
this,
going to
though.
technique.
A running quarterback with Oklahoma inside the red zone is money as
I
well.
think they're both.
And then he throws so well on
It
the
may come
run.
down to the 2-point play after 3 overtimes.
It's gonna.
Stop it.
The kid that plays Pepper that made that catch right before the.
How big was that 3
That's
points?
unbelievable.
It really is.
We're taking a break in 10 seconds
good.
because I need it from you people right now.
What's her name again? Tanya.
Back in a-
Still back here.
You gotta unhook us.
Turn me off, Tanya.
They played good defense this year. Texas obviously played good defense.
Let's talk some overtime
Tech got a bunch of
strategy.
turnovers.
Pretty straightforward. Is it standard procedure? You win it, you go on defense first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on
Everyone agrees
defense.
with that, right?
Yeah.
Even if you have Baker Mayfield as your quarterback.
Yes.
There's some people that if you'd scored last, they'd say stay hot with you out there. There's
Really?
some teams that had started doing that. offense to take the ball just because they felt that they were
Right.
not here. I don't think.
Defense and end zone are the two things that I hear about in staff meetings all the time. You know, it may not matter because it's a neutral site, but
Right.
you know, if you're going into a certain end zone,
Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, you know, if you're going into whatever stadium allowed end zone where the student section
Right.
is, you know, you might decide to go the other end as opposed to, you know, but here I don't think it's going to be an issue because I'm not sure.
Here's just a second half recap, guys. Georgia listened to you guys at halftime and got downhill in a hurry.
Coach Chaney
What
knows.
was the yards per carry at this
When was the last time 27 hit the ground? I mean, really?
Baker was battled up a bit, a couple of bad plays in a row.
I don't think you saw that in the first half at all.
That's what Coach Patterson talked about, more numbers in the box for Georgia. And then this just locked onto a guy.
Each team had a turnover, right?
You guys talked about the curl outside on that was open. That's where his read should have taken him, most likely.
Whichever team comes out will have a choice of offense.
Both turnovers resulted in touchdowns.
On the third possession, we'll have to go.
Yeah, exactly. And
That was
how about
Georgia's.
that adjustment by a young quarterback? The rub wasn't there, and finds a tight end to the back. Oklahoma, Mayfield being Mayfield, right?
Yes.
They must have rolled the other game, huh?
First, Georgia's
There's the
ball.
coin toss.
This way.
Clemson called it.
That was a big 3rd and 10 right there. And then they go huge wildcat, pin and pole, and get Chubb into the end zone.
Still hadn't touched the ground.
Still touched the ground.
47, Coach Fedora still hasn't gotten to the ground.
I think number one's been on the ground
knee.
one time when he fumbled.
So in the meantime, we have the other game that's going
Is that him that
to, I think,
fumbled or
kick
one?
in about a minute on ESPN2, I believe.
All right.
So that break we were going to get between games isn't going to happen for any of you people.
Yeah, we don't need no break.
Coach Patterson and Coach Babers did.
So
Any wrinkles
like,
to overtime strategy? Kind of standard?
looks like Oklahoma must have
I
won the
think
toss.
Major brought up a great
Won it,
point.
Put the defense. Put the ball in the middle of the field again.
You're going to run the ball.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if you don't see a heavy dose.
Run the
You know, there's a
ball.
philosophy of
27.
taking a shot right on the first play. You know, some people like to just go for the end zone right on the first play.
That was 27.
No.
Go forward, go shot downhill.
Good leverage.
Downhill.
It's got to be
Right in that right egg gap. Right there,
stick
see
it.
it?
Right there.
71. That's the guy. Run behind him. Strike a match off it.
Really turning that one.
Need to get us down the distance.
7-9. Got one in there.
A lot of talking up there.
Now, this is not good if they have to kick a field goal in the first one now.
How about Jake Fromm here? 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Manageable.
Tight splits. Throw the out.
2 runs in a row, start off.
I still haven't understood. They haven't had that much success in 10 personnel looks. Everything they've had, they've had all their successes when they've been big, when they've been in big formations.
In the box.
Tight splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Get them on the shoebox.
Single.
Cloud. 3 cloud. He dropped it.
Ooh, he almost got
Well, it was
picked.
behind him a little bit. He should have caught it.
Did it hit his hands?
The ball hit his hands. He didn't roll it to him. He's got to catch it.
And coffee.
Come on, look at this.
Look at that.
Right there.
Good protection all day.
And he threw it on time.
3-man rush. He's sitting right in
Watch
the
it.
hole.
Watch. How many times has that happened?
Yep.
Throwing the ball over the umpire. Messes with the receiver. Left or right. All right, boys.
That's a field goal.
This
No
is
chip shot here either.
This is advantage Oklahoma big time right now. Close play.
38. 38 yards, is that what it is?
Oh, he'll make it.
How long is this?
He'll make this one.
This one? 37, 38.
See, they're both really good in the red zone, but who can finish drives better?
You'd have thought they could
I
have
think you want
finished.
the Heisman Trophy winner running your offense.
They do a great job of scoring touchdowns in the red zone.
Defenses are even using.
What'd you say Georgia was in the red zone?
They're fourth in the country, but I don't know how many of them are field goals. I mean, to Dana's point, touchdowns is what matters.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and you know too.
I just know going against Oklahoma, they do a great job of finishing. drives.
QB runs and
Someone remind you of that again?
The little red light goes off. Keep your belly on the tape.
the fact that Oklahoma's willing to run their quarterback in the red zone and willing to run their quarterback period is going to
Oklahoma?
Yeah,
That's a big deal. If he's probably going to carry it.
Yeah,
He's the X factor.
That's what they do. When he really carries the ball, it's inside the 15-yard.
They're going to score in the first play.
Been timely and
I'd be very. Is this two
Not
man?
going to be out of this set.
Is this two man?
I run.
There's no way.
Motion run, tailback out, and run the
No,
quarterback.
this is single safety.
Surely they're not getting back in the zones again.
No, there you go.
They did it.
Surprised he didn't pull that 1 yard.
You ain't kidding. You've been had some action outside if he'd have pulled it.
And he could have thrown to 5.
That's the action. Yeah. Look at that.
Surprised he didn't pull that one.
You see the linebacker scrape back out 3 though.
What's the pop pass here?
You're exactly right.
What's the pop pass to 36?
Put it in Five's hands.
First down.
Yeah,
Face mask.
Oh, it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Tell you what, this has been a pretty clean game, penalty-wise.
They're letting him
Play
play.
counter again, Dino.
So this is the same play.
It is that 3rd and 2 call.
Here's the
again.
difference though. It should be a loaded box. It should be a loaded box.
Use your tailback. You got an extra blocker
Yeah, you can.
on the draw.
Or
just hand it to Anderson.
Or as-
20 pounds and he can
as somebody I know says, no block is better than a block. Just take the back and motion him out and then do it. Don't worry about the tailback making the block.
Are they getting ready to run a shovel with that tight end off? Oh, they're too tight end, right? Tight end wing.
Going underneath here, huh?
Uh-oh. Okay, here
I
goes
don't
the
think
call.
this plays to their advantage.
Not a quarterback run.
You got to be kidding me.
I don't know.
No, he didn't get it. Wow.
Now what?
So you go under center, you take the quarterback out of the play at all.
I don't like
Well, Smith again.
Well, neither team, because both teams run so well, neither team
Watch 3. Bam.
Has had any luck with that.
has any
right there.
luck going sideways. Everything they've had luck with.
Tell me
is
that
going
guy in an
straight.
All-American right there. Watch.
So why don't you go back to the 2-back?
That doesn't
push
look
the
like
guy
a
out,
rugby tackle
Run
there.
pass out.
quarterback and run
No,
the quarterback.
he's not.
RPOs with the quarterback.
What's that?
Yeah,
I would have done RPOs with the
That's a bad spot now, right?
El Grande Huevos.
Fourth down, isn't it?
El Grande.
We're still.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Say, Lord have mercy. Come on, Lincoln, somebody call him.
I was like, everybody in here was going.
to see if you guys were still here.
Every one of us sitting here were going like, what?
I saw the same formation. I'm like, they aren't calling the same play.
I was just making sure you were into it at the end. here.
Yeah, you made me sound like my mom. They scored again. Like, no, that's the same play.
Who called it though?
Oklahoma.
Did they?
How close is it?
So you're 3rd and 2.
I bet you Georgia would call it, right, Dyson?
I think they called timeout to try to get him to check the spot.
So you gotta feel like Georgia was happy he went under center.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
We're live here, right? Dana, I'll take you. I mean, I don't like.
Alabama stopped
I don't like
Clemson in the first series.
Even if the quarterback has.
Let him punt, got the ball.
I mean, I'm good.
I'd run that dang-
2, 3rd, 3.
I'd run that flare screen or Q counter.
Let's
Yes.
and let him make a decision for you.
Yes. Do something with some options.
He can do it better than I can. Once
That was 3rd and 2. He had the slant.
this doesn't look good.
Doesn't feel good.
This don't feel right to me either. That dude, I don't know.
Now Georgia called
is
timeout.
this live or is this we've already?
We're good. This is live.
So they just
what
called
didn't
it-
look good?
No, they just called another timeout.
He doesn't look comfortable.
Is this the second
He didn't look
timeout?
comfortable. He's a little squirmy back there.
Skittish. Looks a little skittish.
A little squirmy.
Is this the second timeout, or are you on the first timeout?
Oklahoma called the first one. Georgia called the second.
Yeah.
Got his knee
Georgia
pads
calls
up
this
too
one.
high.
Oh, it looks
He's trying to ice him right here.
Everybody
Huh?
else is wearing.
It looks skittish, Tunes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. We're all going through it.
Tell you what, though, it's been a heck of a game.
Like I said, it's
Don't want it to
exactly
be
what you
over
want a
right
playoff game to be. Right here. Exactly what you want.
Well, they
They're really good football teams.
moved over one man now.
Okay, don't block the kick.
Yep.
Don't block the kick. Block the kick.
Tackle over.
Right down the heart.
Got it.
Absolutely, man. For Georgia to get back in this thing and going 24-0 run and pushing overtime, that's incredible. With a true freshman at quarterback, that's
That just about
did it by
made me
running the
dingy.
ball.
I about went over and got some Oreos just because of having to watch the kickers kick an extra point. In overtime, it's not even my kicker.
Jim
It's not
Chaney,
even my
Kirby.
kicker. It's not even my kicker, and I'm getting all worried about it.
get the team going and the offense going.
Now they got to
He
go
didn't look real comfortable there, did he?
He did not.
Oklahoma turns around.
Hey, he's a
gets it
good
right
kicker,
back,
though, man.
Correct.
Yes. Yep.
I mean,
right back on offense, right?
Guys made 15 18.
It's a good kicker.
So he's pretty good.
Anything different second time around?
Take a shot at the end zone. Nobody took
You
a
said
shot
that
at the
the
end zone.
first time, and
Yeah. Be aggressive. Take a shot at the end zone.
Don't run fly sweeps.
No more fly sweeps.
No more fly sweeps.
neither
those.
team
Neither team's got any.
You guys are really taking this analyst a little
sideways
far.
against these guys.
We'll fool them.
Don't
We'll
do
run
this.
that fly sweep
Don't do
again.
that.
I'd probably score.
They'll never think we'll call that. It's only averaging 2 points.
Coach Patterson, you like a shot?
Yeah, in the middle, play action, or you got
First down?
you got freshman corners. Yeah, you got freshman corners.
You got a
You
freshman
got number
quarterback.
6 versus third. Yeah, but you got a freshman. You got freshman corners, and 1-on-1 6 is a good player. You take your shot on the outside, or do what they did for that third down play. The guy was open. They went play action and threw the tight end in the middle of the field, and so.
He's asking for it on a hash, and I think, oh, no, put it back in the middle.
Well, they could always fake that jet sweep that they like so much and throw a play action off of it.
Is nobody really going to eat these snacks?
We just ate 2 Snickers.
You did? Yeah. So I can get in here?
Yeah.
I'm the largest guy at the table. If I eat anything, I'll get beat up.
They brought some fruit for you, Brett.
Dylan's eating again.
You're tweeting that right now?
Downhill.
Ooh, that's a nice run. Good opener.
5 yards.
Linebacker Peel. Leading on the linebacker here.
He's going to pull it. Dana, he's going to pull it. He's about to pull it. He's about to pull it.
Tell you what, Ford
went
screwed
inside.
this up. Ford should have blocked the end better. If he blocks the end better, like that could have been all the way because he had momentum.
I'm surprised Ford didn't wrap and redo.
Oh, they mean more like
Here's your
slide.
wide-
Second and 5 here, guys.
Here's your wide pop pass.
Yep, here it comes.
Nope. Fake the jet. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away.
Didn't run.
Is 81 caught a ball tonight?
Yes.
Third and 5.
It's only one. I think he's only had 1 or 2.
It had to be before I got here. 'cause-
Play the game.
He had a couple early.
Yeah,
3 early.
81?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So sure, that's not a bust because otherwise
First two
bust
first
on
touchdown
who?
drive, he caught one.
they had been running this play and running the tight end
Tell
up
you
the
why they're
middle.
not
but
running the pop pass. Look at the guy at the 15. The guy's playing in man coverage. He's not going to allow the pop
Talking about
pass.
that pipe route.
Yeah.
All right, you're talking about 42-yarder here.
Third down, right?
Yeah.
Need a first down.
Big play.
Run it back.
Formation to the boundary. Timeout.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma.
They were in bare front again, weren't they? Cover one.
Back shoulder throw to the top to the single.
This is where Andrews has got to get involved, like Coach Patterson was saying. It's a big body, man.
Anytime they're, why they've been so good is 36 and 81
The bare front.
and run the
So I
ball.
haven't seen 81
Yeah,
catch a
bare
ball.
front. It looks like it's getting ready to be man.
I've seen he's tried to go to him
They've
numerous
been
times.
doing a bear almost in the second half a lot. Yeah. That's been their change-up.
He's got 3 catches. Andrews, he's got 3 catches for 48 yards.
Yeah, they were all early in all that zone. He hasn't done much since they went to man.
No, because they put a linebacker on him.
Which takes away all those pop passes.
Dana, what do they not like right here? Do you?
Who's that, Oklahoma?
6 on 5. I mean, it's can't run the football.
Might have had a QB running.
They haven't done it.
That's what they should be running out of this. They should be running the gap scheme out of against the double eagle.
We've been calling for it over here
35.
since they called it the first time.
There you go. They did that out of split.
Bringing pressure.
Oh, right on the front.
He's got a freebie. He's got a freebie.
Put it in there.
Game. Oh, my goodness. Nope. 5-yard penalty.
All right.
5
Good job,
yards,
Baker.
baby.
That's
It's
smart.
not over.
Yeah, somebody threw the
It
flag.
ain't
Threw the
over.
flag.
Better have thrown it.
Is that enough for a first?
They threw the
Yes.
flag.
It was. It wasn't a long 5.
No, he's on the line.
Does he
He's
look
on the
to see
line.
if they threw it here?
Did they throw
It's
the
on the
flag?
line, so it's got to be a
Flag's
flag.
got over here.
Defensive offside.
See him looking over here to make sure the flag's thrown?
He did?
Watch
Yes.
his eyes. He pops him over.
Yeah.
That's
If you get that ball, look straight over here to make sure that flag's thrown before you throw that ball.
Wow.
Still, they need a
You're
quick.
talking about Baker looked for the flag and then
Yeah,
decided
so they
to throw in the end
froze
zone.
him.
That's awesome stuff.
They froze him, and the D-line jumps, and the snapper doesn't.
Quarterbacks.
See, I've seen that happen.
Unless they see the flag.
I've seen that happen to where the D-line just
Forward.
doesn't, and the center makes a mistake and snaps it anyway, and there's no flag.
And then the guy
And I've
throws
seen
it.
that quarterback go ahead and force
Throw
that
up and
throw
grab.
for a pick just like that.
Late
And
substitution
then there's
by
no
Georgia.
flag.
Makes you want to puke.
Yes, it's
Matchup
not good.
personnel, actually.
That's why you know you're going to pause them like that. Get over there as a coach and be like, "We're going to hard count them. They're going to jump," and just start talking to that referee.
Got to tell them they got a quarterback in the
we
game.
always put the inside guys on
The option for the third
to
time.
the other quarterback.
That was the other quarterback.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why we
They
always
won't let
put
it
one
go.
guy on a vertical route and one
Won't
guy on
let
the
it go.
It's
So if
gotten
there's
anything
no
out of it.
flag,
He's got it high on the
ain't
play
all
call.
about that. You can dump it down to the hitch route.
Good quarterback. I wonder if you get the throw off it. Ooh, he might have been thrown off it. Throw back all the way across.
Let the receiver.
I don't think
the receiver miss.
They don't have
Well, see,
anything.
but
They don't have
the wide
anything
receiver over
really
here.
option.
They're
Well,
just,
that's 24. Yeah, see, that might be a throwback all the way across.
they think it was.
It may have been. I
Well,
have
number
to see
one, they
the,
knew they're going
They
to
didn't block anybody.
I need to see the wide.
You know you're not getting the zone. So the problem is you can play wider. You're not getting the zone. You know it's going to be an outside play.
We need to go back and see that wide
He's
copy
run
of
the
that one.
inside zone here.
pressure.
Uh-oh. They're losing yards, boys.
Not good. Third long.
Look one again.
Not this play, the one before it. I'd like to see the play before it if you can.
Play before that. It might have been an option throw.
24 was clearing across the field, like he was trying to clear a man defender out.
We'll get back.
Then there was a guy from the field that was coming across, where it looked like the
You
quarterback.
just would think he'd block somebody if it was a true option.
Unless they're just doing it with the backfield and not telling the receivers, which I wouldn't understand. That.
3rd and 12.
Not a good play here.
dangerous.
Can't make
Lock
mistakes
cross.
here. You can't.
Two-man.
Yep, I think you come back with the
cross.
tight end. The tight end, the wide receiver. Here he
safety.
comes. Right there he is. Good stop.
There it is.
got him.
There it is.
He's got him.
Gonna get
There
the
it
first
is.
down.
He didn't get picked this time.
You got to defend this.
Why would you spin out of bounds when you
Go, sell out, baby.
Kick field goal.
Cut back that
We
way.
knew that play was coming again. We
Yep.
just didn't know when.
He got a little bit caught up in traffic.
Last time they did it was third
They didn't.
long.
He got caught up in traffic right here. Watch, he gets caught. Right.
Well, they don't get the guy blocked this time. They don't get 18 blocked this time. The tight end.
Did they play two-man here?
You teach your O-line something different on that play to set more vertical so they can get the line of
Bring him
scrimmage.
up on his.
No.
Play ball.
They did play 2 men.
That's what
It's just-
we do
it's
the
just
same
normal
thing.
pass pro.
It's pass pro. Yeah.
Go.
It's regular pass pro, and it never. You think it might not get through? It always does.
Yeah.
It's never a problem.
Oh, blocked.
He got.
They
Blocked.
blocked.
Did not make it.
Special teams.
Blocked the kick.
We did the same thing against Auburn in the SEC championship game.
They got a block.
Big play.
Number was it number
Take a look
7?
from both
Number
directions.
7.
Well, here's what happened. Watch the end.
Oh,
Right
The
there.
end, the end turned out instead of
Renzo
blocking
Carter.
down.
the tackle blocked down and the end turned out.
The end turned out. The end turned out. He needed to
Lorenzo
block
Carter,
down
isn't
right
it?
there.
Inside out, inside out, inside out, inside out, inside out.
Oh, exact same thing.
What is that?
Lorenzo Carter, number 7.
75.
75.
Hand in.
75 is a freshman.
Yeah, but I don't think 71's doing it. He just blocked it all down. You know what I mean? You get a.
But you know, the guy on the
Right hand
outside's
help.
probably not going to block it with the hand.
Oh, I'm with you, but I'm just saying 71 can't just. Nobody's doing it like he's doing it. And they went long side over there again.
Tackle over.
All right, so now
Uh-oh.
What do you guys do here?
run the ball. Run the ball.
Run it in.
Run the ball.
Kicker comfortable, right?
Downhill.
I wouldn't run that way. I'd run that way.
Don't go sideways.
Hell, he's made a 55
Have we not made this clear? Do not go sideways against
You guys think about the freshman.
He's made a
running back in
55
here.
yarder. Why do we care?
Just saying, there are two other
We got
running
number
backs.
7.
Kick it on first down.
That's what I'm saying, man. Get this thing over.
Center of the ball.
Number 7's a good player. So, I mean, he's been running that play.
Go downhill.
It's not 7's fault.
That was an outside play to a youngster.
Now they're not going to hand it off. They're going to just snap it to him and let him run.
Okay. Going left, boys.
Stretch.
He might score.
He might.
Yep. He might. There he goes. Touchdown. Over with.
Done.
Ball game. Georgia came back from how many points?
24, third.
17.
They were down
They
17.
were down 17 at one
They went
point.
24 unanswered for a while.
You think that little squib kick wasn't huge?
Oh boy.
Difference in the game.
It's not supposed to kick. They
was a
caught it. It's like a freak show.
How about
Every Major League Baseball team is calling that kid right now.
Hey Larry, how about Jim with 6 seconds to go? He calls the out route. He gets his field goal kicker 5 yards back.
Huge.
Instead of a 60-yard attempt, a 55-yard attempt. Uses the clock, understands the situation, nails it.
And you know you got a great
Starts running the
kicker,
ball in the
too.
second half.
That play in the block.
Wow.
That's an experienced
Block
player.
field goal, yeah.
Great ball game.
That's a heck of a game right
Great
there.
game. Came down to 2 special teams plays.
Incredible.
Each team had one turnover, right?
It was a defensive
They had
battle.
2. Right? Yeah, you're right. The
Scored off both
score-
of them.
Yeah, strip score.
then the pick.
They didn't score, but they got out on the 5 and they scored a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to head right out to the Sugar Bowl. That break that I told you is not happening is true.
I think I need a seat cushion.
Hopefully we can get T back up again. The thing is, Sony Michel did have a fumble that obviously was important, and we didn't see him a whole lot after that. We saw the freshman, we saw Wildcat for the winning touchdown. That was interesting.
He did have the fumble, but he's a pretty good player.
No doubt.
And that dude.
They're having trouble in this
good-
ball
as
game
good-
going
as good as
sideways
advertised.
also. They're having trouble going side. Both teams have had trouble going sideways in this game also.
Alabama going to be the first team to play a 7-foot tall running back. I mean, they have the biggest.
Well, that's a big call. It was 3rd and 2. They threw him for a loss.
Or Scarborough. I think they're going to be the
2
first
threw
team
him for
to
a
play
loss. It was
7-foot tailback.
offside.
At least 6'10".